Well, we tend to write whatever is happening in the world when we're writing it, and
Mistress.
Sit down, big smiles.
Hey, Vicky.
I'm so fucking turned on right now.
Fuck, do I wanna go?
Ashley, don't look at him, look at me.
Ashley!
Look at me.
we started that room.
Not long after the events of January 6th.
I
just take off and cook it. I am 100% a
cannibal.
You're gonna go stark raving like you did with Firecracker? I got the head popper.
And you can't even get it up. Soon as
And so we just got really interested in this
fucking
Asshole.
You want that piece?
No, not really.
Oh, it's getting pretty swampy down there.
No cap on God, bro. No cap on God.
You're a monster, and I'm not letting you do this.
Oh, what? Oh, plan B.
to have us at
Each other's throats. It's more profitable, and it keeps us from looking at where the real power disparities are.
and our most loving Father.
From a vicious, starlight-loving thug. So unleash your inner Ashley today.
First question?
I'm Ashley Barrett, and I approve this message.
The boys.
Yui, the boys. Yui, we're the boys.
Season 2 of The Boys. What's in store? Will Billy get some strange? Will we see Yui thrash? Will John Homelander be killed? Will Season 2 just be a step down in quality and what will end up turning out to be just a 5-season-long walk of steps down in quality? The more pressing question, will there be enough Ashley?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashley Barrett.
With the boys. The boys, Yui. Yui, with the boys.
Yui,
Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys.
Yui, you, me.
Yui. Yui.
Yui.
Yui.
We're the boys.
Yui with the boys.
Yui.
Yui. Yui. Yui.
I know. I'm still getting used to it, too.
Ashley!
Your dick was so
Perfect.
And long and stretchy.
You played my butt like jazz.
With poise and skill and...
Willingness to...
Improvise.
Let's get to work.
Ashley, look at me.
Why don't you put that in your Good Morning Missouri wake up fucking broadcast, bitch?
Woo!
Woo! You know what this episode reminded me of? It reminded me of that old Henderson case. Remember that one? The girl grabbed her boyfriend's shotgun and just shoved it right up his ass, and she just let it rip till it went click.
That part when that random guy came into their secret lair and Mother's Milk was like, Frenchie, speak French. Totally got that.
Yeah, well, hold on.
What?
What part of the movie scene is that? What part of the scene is that?
I honestly don't know. They fucking, some random guy comes fucking throwing down into their basement lair. And Mother's was like, someone needs to get this guy to a hospital. Frenchie, translate. And Frenchie just goes,
Oh, so long.
and then all of a sudden Huey's like, yeah, I gotta go talk to Annie.
I remember Huey talking to Annie.
Dude, possibly point that to.
You went too far off board.
I went too deep.
Yeah, you went too deep.
That's crazy.
Huh?
You just fucking stop recording. We're done. You didn't,
No.
you didn't even think what I said was funny. This
I
whole
don't remember
thing's
the
ruined
scene.
now. It's just ruined. Whatever.
No, it's not. I'm not stopping.
Whatever, dude.
Shut up. You just want to go to sleep. You're like, hold on. Watch me cook. It's you talking to yourself mentally. Like, hold on, Robbie. Watch Robbie cook.
I need a drink, fuckhead.
Shut up. Black Noir with that guy's head. I guess this disproves our theory that all the cool shots stop in season 1. Seemingly they stop in season 2, episode 1. So we got one last good one in. The part where Black Noir goes into this new super terrorist bunker and he decides to sneak attack one guy, then aura farm in front of the actual main soup, the evil soup, the soup terror, the terror soup. And then the guy looks at him and kind of like bugs his eyes out a little bit. And then just suddenly as you see his head, it's just now it's in Noir's hand and he's just good to go.
I don't think Noir did anything though. I think that guy looked at Noir so hard his head just popped off his own body.
I wonder if that's like a motif of like heads popping off bodies for this episode.
There's nothing more that I like when a show decides to introduce something in one season, and then instead of following that thread in the next season, they just say, okay, in the first 5 minutes we're going to end this storyline entirely.
Oh, you mean the whole way they just dropped the whole soups being the whole soup terrorist thing?
Yeah, because we were talking about it last season. I was thinking.
Wait, remember how in season 1 it was really important for like Homelanders, like for the army to want superheroes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was season 1.
Yeah. Well, when we watched it, I was like, I can't they drop all this? And we watched this, and it starts like, oh my god, they don't drop this. I was wrong. It's like, oh no, they just said it's done
yeah,
here.
you get there, you think it's gonna be a lady fucking a horse.
It's a lady
but when you actually get there, it's a lady fucking a horse. You know.
I like Black Noir. Dude, we had the subtitles on, which is probably the only reason why I picked up on this. I like how he's doing with a little doll in front of the kid's head. I like how the Noir's got a personality. He's having a great time.
But I will say, canonically, knowing how the show does go, he didn't have a Woody like he's supposed to for all that killing he was doing.
That's such a good point.
And then probably the funniest part of the... Did you just talk while I was talking?
Empty casket.
Yeah. And probably the funniest part, probably the funniest joke to ever come out of the mind of Eric Kripke. As Translucent, as we're all mourning him, as if anyone who waited 2 years to watch this originally was like, oh, it's weird. The 7, they never really had like a proper service. As if we didn't all forget who Translucent was the second he was gone. The second his asshole exploded him dead. We forgot who he was. But apparently, now the public finally knows Translucent's dead. And if you recall, he was in a fucking chest in the bottom of the ocean. It was made of what, Robbie?
Zinc Homelander.
Instead of his guts being just splattered in this open casket, it's a clear glass casket with nothing inside, as Homelander just decides to mourn his fallen friend, which, again, I never even got the impression they were that close in the first season. I still thought, I guess I believed the Deep's opening line to start. I thought he really was the number 2 in command, best friends with Homelander.
Yeah, kind of feel like Translucent was just the annoying fucking asshole in the group.
Yeah, we had that one scene where he was like wearing glasses, floating on his head,
talking about he's making more money than everybody else. He's a fucking
4
prick.
points. Fuck that guy.
He's got better lawyers.
The glass casket was pretty subtly funny for a show that so often is trying to bring so much attention to how funny it is being.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That was like, if you didn't think about it, you didn't think about it.
But then it just kind of lingers there, and just the longer the scene goes on, just like this casket's really empty, and they're just fucking acting like someone's there.
Just actually, leaning against it.
Was that funny because Translucent's invisible? Or was it funny because we know they don't have the body there? So for the audience, it's funnier.
I mean, again, I don't know. It's like, were Translucent's powers where he in his did he go to sleep and become invisible, or did he have to consciously be showing he's invisible, or is it like Jennifer Lawrence, where Jennifer Lawrence is constantly walking around as Jennifer Lawrence in X-Men as Mystique, but her natural form is a blue form, but she projects her Jennifer Lawrence form, she's more comfortable in that form. Is he usually invisible?
See, I thought he had to think to become invisible, but now I'm thinking about it further.
Does he have to think to not be invisible?
I think it's the thing not to be invisible, but then in the same breath, it's like, so when you're in the bathroom spying everybody, why is it when he's by himself and he goes, what the fuck was that, when Huey drops the fucking thing? Why is he then becoming visible for our sake? Who is that the benefit of? So is he
Maybe he can't talk while being invisible. Maybe it's like a holding your breath kind of thing.
No,
because he was talking about his points while invisible.
Yeah, so it's just
interesting.
No one knows.
Yeah, Eric Kripke, surprise, surprise, didn't think something out fully. It's strange.
None of the characters, or powers are thought out fully.
Starlight.
She's sensational.
Starlight,
And I mean singing. She's a sensational singer.
Well, I was going to say, she might be a good singer. Again, the show wasn't 2 times speed, so I couldn't really tell how she sounded, and I also couldn't really hear a word of it anyway in the Starlight, the Vought Starlight outfit. Not that old school Starlight outfit, that new school Starlight outfit.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking she must have sounded at least half decent, because I didn't notice anything else,
I'm also thinking that's not her singing.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's somebody else singing entirely.
Did she ever sing again in the show?
No. And I also feel like that would have been a part of her character if she was a singer.
Yeah, how don't we have like the whole Grease moment where she's on the bleachers singing up into the sky, like sees Huey's head? That would have been amazing if this show opened up the first season with Huey, instead of just telling us that, like, yeah, she's breaking SIM cards and she's meeting him on subway trains. Yeah. Think about how cool it would have been if it actually opened up on Huey and Starlight duet singing Grease.
It should have been Butcher going, Huey, what'd you do this
Robbie,
summer?
are you an idiot? This is season 2, episode 1. Butcher can't be into the last 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. It should have been fucking Mother's Milk going, Huey, what'd you do this summer?
That's a great Mother's Milk impression.
I met a girl, crazy for me.
Is that how Mother's Milk sounds?
Huey, what'd you do? I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to do it. I can't do it anymore.
Terrible Mother's Milk. My favorite moment in the entire episode. The first real, iconic, deep moment of the series. They cut me from the fucking picture. That's my arm. They cut me from the picture. That was like the first boys meme I ever actually saw was D sitting in a bar looking at the alphabet being named the ABCs. immediately followed up by what on paper sounds like it would be the best scene of the episode. It sounds like it'd be a great scene. Starlight changing. You know, on an artistic level, it's pretty cool to have Starlight and Huey both like getting dressed in tandem together. But somehow, I guess, you know, the editor messed up and something got lost on the page, or maybe Eric Kripke just writes, you know, in ways I can never possibly think of. But somehow we ended up in this scene, which sounds great on paper, where we had way more coverage of lanky-ass Huey than slender Starlight.
Yeah.
Wasn't really a fan of that editing choice.
Me neither.
Not really sure how that was, like, you know, pop culture and all that.
Also, the scene shows her pulling off her those stuffy things to make her boobs look bigger.
Right.
She's clearly naked. Then we cut to her just in her little bra and panties. What the hell is that? Why isn't she naked? All we've seen is guy ass this whole time. When do I get to see Starlight naked?
Yeah. Well,
is that too much to ask for?
Okay, think about this, right? They could show you Starlight naked in the episode, right? Or they could show you this guy you've never seen before, and he'll take off his shirt and just like cut his arm off.
Sam Raimi's kid?
They kind of look like Sam Raimi.
It's just like Sam Raimi.
Is that something you just thought of now? Is that something you thought when you were watching?
Waiting this whole time to say that. It looks just like Sam Raimi. It looks so like Sam Raimi. I think it is Sam Raimi.
Maybe it's Ted Raimi.
It's Theodore Raimi.
Starlight and Huey meet up finally. They go on the subway. They're talking about SIM card this, SIM card that. Starlight's not dating Ansel Elgort, which would be truly ridiculous like Huey suggested. Instead, she's dating Alden Einrich, which might be twice as ridiculous, not because he's the better option. However, this feels like one of those times where a show tries to be like topical. So I guess in 2019 they're like, all right, let's have Alden Einrich be the person we mentioned in the scene.
I have no idea who that is.
Exactly. So by 7 years later, everyone's like, who the fuck is Alden? Now it's not even a joke anymore. Now it's not even a joke. Now it's like, oh, I guess that's a made up character in the universe of The Boys. It's like if someone in 1987 says, well, we could make a Harrison Ford joke or a Jan Michael Vincent joke. I don't know. What's gonna have longer cultural relevance?
I know who Ansel Elgort is, whatever his name is.
Right, the guy from Carrie.
Yeah,
Tommy,
I know
their
him.
breastises, mommy.
I have not the slightest idea who the other person was. I don't even remember them saying that name.
Alden Einrich?
I have no idea who that is. Alden Einrich?
Yeah.
I have not the slightest clue who that may be. And also, I don't understand why she's mad at him. She's like, what are you, Instagram stalking me? It's like, aren't you guys kind of together? He can't look at your Instagram page? How is that a fucking problem?
Would that it were so simple?
Would that it were so simple?
Would that it were?
Would that it were so simple?
Would that it were?
Would that it were so simple?
Would that it were?
Would that it were so simple?
Would that it were so simple? You know why I'm saying that?
Would that it were so simple?
Do you get why I'm saying that?
Yeah, would that it were so simple?
Do you get why I'm saying
Oh,
it?
that's who that is?
Yeah, that's who that is.
Oh, shit. I actually like him a lot.
Yeah, I like him a lot, too. But
I didn't know
who
it's
the
a
hell
stupid
mentions
fucking
him?
name. That's a dumb fucking name, dude. Fucking get
I
a
think
better
it's
stage
Ehrenreich,
name.
maybe. I don't even know what his name is, but just something on the effect of.
Go by Johnny Storm or something. That's a stupid fucking name.
Yeah, or go by like Han Solo or something.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why it's a Johnny Storm.
So again, quite possibly the most absurdly random person they could have ever possibly said to be her boyfriend, her celebrity boyfriend.
Actually, I take it back. He's also way better looking than the other fucking guy.
Yeah, I said that. Way better looking, way
Better
better
hair.
actor, better career, better everything.
Probably more talented.
Yeah, probably way more of a tomcat in bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. Even I'll go this far. All right, we're talking about if we're ranking tomcats, right? Okay. Alden for sure. He slings it.
Yeah.
Ansel. I'm gonna say Ansel's actually in third. I'd say Huey actually is a more gracious lover
Yeah,
than
honestly.
Ansel Elgort. Okay, Ansel Elgort looks like a little fucking fat kid who now lost a little bit of weight, all right? Looks like a little fat fucking slob who got a little tall, his body stretched out, and he's not so much of a fat slob. He's still got that fat slob face.
Yeah, he's got that doofy flat slob face.
Yeah, he's also got that skin that's like just almost like it's greasy. And this is the weird part. You know how like people who have like overdone tans, like just disgusting tan people, like when they're just like burning their skin every single day.
Ashy.
Yeah. He has that quality skin while being pale as can be.
He's gross. I don't
He's
like him.
He's a disgusting animal.
I didn't
right?
mind him before this conversation. Now I fucking hate him.
You know, prior to this conversation, I thought, I guess that's that guy in Baby Driver. Now I fucking hate him. All right. Now it's fucking disgusting, actually.
And honestly, prior to this viewing of The Boys, I fucking hated Huey.
Yeah.
Huey's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Actually.
You know what? Fucking Frenchie can probably fuck better than Ansel Elgort. All right.
And she's all right.
Huh?
And she's all right.
Who?
And she.
Oh my God, Frenchie, you're an idiot. I thought you said Ed and she. I'm like, and who? Hey, do you have a question? Do you want a Fresca?
Yeah, I wish that was something more.
And okay, buddy, Fresca.
Yeah, the Fresca shit's so cool.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. I can't wait to see what this means in the grand scheme of things.
I also wanted a Fresca. I don't even like Fresca.
I actually like Fresca quite a bit.
Yeah, it's
but,
not bad.
But I really can't wait to see what happens in this season to close that burgeoning question of what's this Fresca stuff about.
I like how it's what was it called? The Church of what?
I have no idea. Church of Fresca?
Yeah, I like how it's kind of like the how do I say this? The spying apology.
Sure. I think my opinion of Homelander is saved here. He actually opened Madeline's old mini fridge in her office. And even though it's being renovated, they haven't gotten to the mini fridge part of the office. So that's actually just as she left it. Even though they have like beams and like, sawzalls and fucking tarps everywhere, and like you see some gloves, and like, there's been a couple construction guys in there. There's been some people working, but the mini fridge, they're saving that for like the last little finishing touches. So he opens up the mini fridge, and to my glee, he moved right past the LaCroix, which is fantastic, because I would kind of have lost my opinion if he just cracked out one of those, took a sip.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, if he decided to Anthony Starr, because Anthony Starr in real life drinks LaCroix, right?
Yeah,
but Homelander does not. He did, of course, genuinely nurse a bottle of titty milk, which is a little weird. It's a little freaky, but I'd still say that's a little bit better than drinking the LaCroix in the scene. So my opinion is still, Homelander has done no wrong so far.
Yeah, I thought that scene was weird too, and I actually couldn't place my finger on it.
Right. Do you think it was the way he lapped at the milk like a dog, or do you think it was...
Well, I was referring back to the fact that the mini fridge was still intact.
Why is it there?
Because I thought it was strange he got the fucking breast milk out, but why the fuck's the whole office is destroyed, but they left the fucking fridge intact?
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Well, think about this. Ashley's pretty freaky.
Ashley is pretty freaky. She likes to get
real
freaky.
freaking naughty. What if there was like 4 or 5 leftover milks? Milk sounds disgusting.
Ooh.
I don't like that phrasing. What if there was
beverages?
Yeah. What if there was 5 cooled? What if there was more than 1 bottle of the thing in the fridge?
Dairy.
I was gonna say dairy. And I couldn't even get the word out of my mouth because how disgusting it sounded. Formula, human formula.
Yeah, formula.
The people are soiling green. What if Ashley kind of scarfed down 4 or 5 bottles already herself, and Homelander only got the last licks? Makes sense because hold on, she walked in there. As if she just knew he wasn't looking at her. She just automatically knew he was lapping away. Maybe she walked in there and then she was all tense. Wasn't she was scared? She, God damn, he took the last one.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm jumping ahead here. Obviously, she's not doing that. I was gonna say I almost wish she was because I actually really like the way the two of them interact in this episode. I wish there was more of Homelander and Ashley.
It was so cool how she kind of walked in all confident and she was like, "Let's go meet my choice for the 7. You're gonna love him."
Yeah.
They go down there. It starts off kind of strong. This guy's doing like this light, like almost. Remember he was doing like the equivalent. Remember what was it? The YouTube. What was that YouTube? Was it Matt Pat's TV show on YouTube Plus when they first came out with the original, like when it was Scare PewDiePie and those YouTube Red originals?
Yeah.
What was that one where Matt Pat was like doing some parkour course?
No idea.
All right, well, whatever that was.
I remember Scare PewDiePie. It's about as far as my memory goes.
There was some video where Matt Pat and like 3 other fucking jerk off YouTubers no one remembers were like all in athletic gear. Like, we're gonna run like this Katniss Everdeen fucking Hunger Games martial arts jiu-jitsu parkour course, and it's just them in some gymnasium like hopping over fucking mats, and here's a triangle and he ran along the triangle, ran along the wall, and here's the part where he has to climb across a rope.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's exactly what that guy was doing.
So yeah, whatever that is, like this asshole fucking moron was doing that, and
asshole fucking moron.
He sucked. He was an idiot. Okay, Homelander had a great point. Okay, Ashley, look at me. Okay, not the cripple bleeding on the ground. And again, in no way does she decide who joins the 7. Very presumptuous of her. Honestly, too presumptuous. And this entire first season and the entire show, I'm in love with her. I think she's incredible. You know what? I think Homelander probably should have grabbed her by the fucking neck and thrown her to the ground and said, hey, lick the fucking blood up, okay? You want to be a stupid dog? I'll treat you like one. She needed a metaphorical newspaper to the nose. Grab her by the neck, toss her down, have her lick up the cripple's blood.
Although, instead of metaphorical, how much fun would it be if he just got the newspaper and started smacking the shit out of the newspaper?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool too. Just took the dog and just wham, 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 wham. What was his fucking stupid name?
I'm not Daredevil.
What was his name? It was something so he didn't he have 2 names? Didn't he say my name used to be this? My name used to be asshole, now it's Bob. Is that what he said?
I think so.
Fucking stupid. Again, what is she doing? Homelander's the villain of the show. That's the new member of the 7. We had a guy who can go invisible. This guy can manage to live his life while being blind. Oh, that's a superpower.
Does he do anything else? Can he talk to fish? Can he go invisible?
He can't become invisible. Let's look at the straight Ashley. He doesn't talk to fish. He can't become invisible.
Can he fly?
He can't fly. He doesn't shoot lasers out of his eyes. He's not great
his
at
eyes
martial
don't
arts.
work. Period. Forget the
Maybe
lasers.
hold on. Maybe Homelander was a little quick with that whole double slap to the head. Maybe this was like a whole Scott whatever Cyclops scenario.
Uh-huh.
What's Scott's name?
Summers.
Scott Summers, of course. Maybe it's like a Scott Summers scenario. His eyes were actually closed to protect everybody because he actually had laser powers, and Homelander didn't realize that.
I think it was hysterical that Homelander decided to just smack the shit out of his ears.
I would've
but
done the exact same
also,
thing.
wouldn't that work with most people?
No.
Like, can't he do it to Queen Maeve?
Nope,
Can he do it
Queen
to the
Maeve
Deep?
has super eardrums.
So does the Deep.
The Deep
so
does.
So translucent.
That's actually the only requirement. Actually, to know that.
So does Starlight.
Yeah, that's actually the first initiative. It's like he takes a slushie, he pours it, he slushies everyone, and then he slaps you in the
Glee
face.
style?
Yeah, Glee style. Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Homelander's always ready for sectionals. Hard cut. We leave the fun gore of Homelander seeing a cripple and saying, "I see a cripple. I saw a cripple." Makes him a double cripple. Which again, being blind's one thing, being deaf's one thing. Being blind and deaf, it's a whole other thing.
That's really, really bad.
Exactly. Being broke, yeah, exactly. Being broke is bad, but being broke and stupid is what's really bad.
And what's really, really bad
is being broke, stupid, and ugly,
blind and dumb.
And then he even says that. He says in the song, he says, being broke is bad, but being broke and stupid is really bad, and being broken, stupid, and ugly, right? Then he says, doesn't that guy actually say being broke, ugly, stupid, and a cripple, is there a life worse than that?
I don't think he says cripple. He says dumb.
No, he doesn't say dumb and stupid.
Dude, there's no way he says cripple. That's insane. That's the fucking song. Dude, if you can't walk, you're a fucking loser. That's the song.
I think it's the song. I think he took his wallet.
But like you don't know the fucking song.
Heather Burns. Nothing worse than being stupid when you get out of school. So get the information. Being broke is bad, but being stupid is what's really bad. And what's really, really bad is being broke and stupid. We agree on that, right?
Yeah. So far I'm with you.
And what's really, really bad is being broken and stupid. Nothing much worse than that unless you're sick. Like sick, broken, and stupid. That's about as far as you can fall unless you're ugly, right? But surely that would be the ultimate, right? The ultimate negative life. Ugly, sick, broken, stupid. Which is exactly what this blind, deaf, and dumb fuck now is.
You can tell it's me. That's amazing.
Yeah, sir, I can recognize that voice anywhere. All right, well, not anymore. Now you can just think what this voice sounds like. But the last thing you think about. I think he heard Ashley probably saying some mutterings of how amazing he is. So he got a little bit of affirmations.
And that's boner-tastic, so I mean.
And we hard cut from the funny crippling to the non-funny crippling, where there's this new guy, this regeneration guy, and he charges $400 USD for chopping off his arm, cash money. And for an extra $1,000, he'll allow you to chop off his dick. Now, I don't care that it grows back. That doesn't have any influence on my decision-making in this scenario, given this would be my power set. Yes, it grows back, but it's kind of like you could go get fucked in the ass. I'm also choosing not to do that. I'm electing to not do that. The same way I would elect to not have my cock cut off. Because one, I certainly don't want to see it.
Yeah.
And I also don't ever want to fucking have the visual and then just be like pissing or jacking off or taking a shower or putting underwear on or driving my car, not even seeing it but thinking about it, or going to sleep and thinking about it, or seeing any sexual anything ever and thinking about it. I think I'd like to not see the imagery of my own cock getting chopped off. And if I were to be that desperate, it'd be for more than $1,000.
Yeah, for fucking
if
sure.
$400 is my forearm, you think my cock's only another $600?
I'm charging.
I would cut off both arms before I cut off my dick.
Yeah, you just said, I don't care if it grows back instantaneously.
$1,000?
You're not touching it. When he came out there and dropped the little plastic fucking tarp,
Right.
I thought he was going to go,
Wet work,
do you mind if I use
gentlemen.
your bathroom?
Wet work,
I set up a
gentlemen.
rather large amount of pee. We are men seeking a man. Great stuff. Sam
And
Raimi's
not to
kid's a
mention,
freak.
what a dumb joke. Fucking, I can keep this, right? And then you put it in the fridge, man. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I know, it's really
Okay?
obnoxious.
That was the jokes I was talking about earlier, where they decided, no. We're gonna, guys. This is funny. Listen to this. This is good. That was overstated, not understated.
And also, nobody in the writer's room was like, yeah, how many guys in the writer's room for us? Because I imagine if you went to fucking 100 guys in the street, 99 of them are going to say, no, I'm not getting my dick cut off, even if it grows
what's
back.
cooler than mutilation?
Not getting mutilated? That's actually really cool.
That doesn't seem very Hollywood to me.
So the option is mutilation or not mutilation. I have to pick what's cooler.
For Hollywood's sake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, yeah,
1, 2, 3. Mutilation. Yeah, exactly.
You're right. I get it. You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was getting on about.
Meanwhile, the boys, a terrorist. No. A super terrorist. No, super tarias. No.
No,
A super tari. Mon petit jour. Crème à la crème. Doing it for even a second as a joke. I don't get it, though. Back to Ashley for a second. The sexual deviant she is, how hasn't she had the thought of just sexually putting a chokehold around Homelander like Stillwell? Doesn't even cross her mind.
it's weird. It crosses nobody's mind.
Yeah, I don't know. You think it would have come out like I understand she thought she was the boss ass bitch and she's gonna come in here in her power fucking suit, you know? She's gonna wear her shoulder pads and she's gonna come in here and she's gonna put her mark on the fucking company. That was a faux pas. She got further crippled.
Yeah.
But you're telling me at no point did you pick up on the weird sexual back and forth between Homelander and Stillwell? And you being you never thought, maybe use this to my advantage of some kind. As if he's not just desperately, you literally walked into him. You saw him drink your last cup of titty milk. The last bottle. The last drop. And you didn't think, hold on a second, I'm a vegetarian.
Well, I mean, no one seems to pick up on that, but like, if anyone would,
it'd be Ashley.
You think? Well, yeah, maybe, but also, shouldn't Queen Maeve be aware of all this? She seems to know him better than anybody. Why isn't she just using that to her advantage and completely manipulating him?
Is Queen Maeve a character in the show?
She is sometimes. When the show thinks she should be, she is.
Does Queen Maeve do anything to ever move the plot forward?
No.
It's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, I think Billy was in school today. I think I saw him. I think I saw him in the hallway. She doesn't really do anything, is my point.
Yeah, I'm following you. I guess you're right.
Followed by another crucial Fresca scene. And oddly enough, this show of all shows is saying that therapy is bad. This show is saying that. If that's not the strangest thing you'll ever see.
This fucking show of all things.
Exactly. I'm talking about therapy. This show of all things is talking about therapy being bad.
I just don't notice these things.
You just don't notice. It's hard. It's easy not to notice these things.
Yeah.
And I know the Deep gets back into the 7, but does Fresca have anything to do with it? Does it? Am I misremembering something? Because it seems pretty crucial in episode 1.
I think what happens is he gets a case of Fresca, shows up to the vault, and they all just split a case of Fresca together.
That's a commercial.
And then
bonds,
and Homelander's like, "Hey, you're not so bad, Deep."
I do like how they call each other just like, "What's up, Deep?"
I actually think it's fucking stupid. No one uses their actual names at any point in time. It's actually ridiculous. It's like, I mean, granted, you don't have a nickname. You're just Alex, but like,
point proven. It's
okay, I guess my point's not proven.
Cool. It's
okay.
Cool.
Say your name was fucking dude. I can't think of a super.
So you had a superhero name. Point. You're right. Translucent.
Okay, you know what? Mary Jane doesn't call Peter Parker Spider-Man when they're hanging out together, just fucking shooting the shit.
Tiger. What's your point?
Case that is my point. Actually,
say, hey, Tiger, whenever they see Homelander, that's stupid.
No, if anyone's Tiger, it's the Deep, and the Deep should be called Tiger.
Are you kidding me? The Deep's a cat. The Fish Boy is a feline.
I'm sorry. I was going off of how hot he is. I wasn't thinking about how the characters are. If anyone's Tiger, it's Ashley. Okay?
Ashley? She's not a superhero.
Dude, what
She's
do you
Ashley.
want
Why
me to
is she
say?
named nickname? She's Ashley.
Ash. Okay, there's her nickname.
Great. The fucking Homelander's obviously the tiger.
Oh yeah, I guess no, he's not. He's the fucking eagle. He's
the eagle. Is he gonna fly?
Eagles are American as an apple pie.
Then why does he have a fucking eagle on his shoulder? Why does he have a brass golden eagle shoulder?
He does actually.
I know. It's very Remington Steele of him.
This is how Remington Steele. Only Remington Steele has shoulder pads of eagles.
Very, very Remington Steele. We check back in. What are the boys doing? I don't know. I think MM and Yui are like dancing around the topic of fucking each other. They're kind of doing some like weird back and forth. Is like Sam and Diane, will they, won't they? I don't know. Robin, yada yada. Fucking Harry Potter.
I'm cutting you off. The whole Robin nonsense. Huey needs to fucking shut the fuck up.
You're literally hanging out with Starlight. And now you hang out with Starlight, you're actually hanging out with Starlight, where now you guys are like undercover lovers, where it's like, this is crazy. I'm like America's Most Wanted, and you're a superhero, and we're like, we're still finding time to boink. That's romantic.
When he was on the subway, his knee grazed hers, and he almost shot a load.
Dude, almost. He was trying to thrash right then and there. Yeah, he busted.
He smirks, and then she's like, "What are you, Instagram stalking me?" She uses her knee, and he lost all fucking erection.
No. Dude, kidding me? You think Huey's Huey's still rock hard. He was down for round 2.
My mistake. He is Huey after all. Huey is short for huge.
Yeah, Huey is short for Hughie. Robin, yada yada, Harry Potter, John Connor, Katniss Everdeen.
There is no God, booyah, booyah.
Yeah, booyah, booyah. Annie and repeat amputee, they meet up again. Wow, so funny. No one can take a nail through the hand like me. Real on the nose, Kripke.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that.
Bible camp alum, real on the nose, Kripke. Almost like Kripke is trying to say something. Almost as if Kripke has a certain outlook on a certain topic.
Of a certain people.
And on top of all of that, on top of all the blasphemy, right? His name is Gecko. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a building that turns into a robot. What's fun about playing with a building? I mean, robots cool.
I don't get it.
Can it be like a prehistoric bug or something? Like the robot turns into a bug?
That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, it's like a bunch of different insect robots. Good work. What's this fucking idiot's name? John, Tom? It's some generic name.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it's Tom.
Billy?
It sounds
Brad?
Right. Billy sounds right.
Shimmy,
Did
shimmy,
you say
go
Brad?
Shimmy, shimmy, rah.
Shimmy, shimmy, go bop. Shimmy, shimmy, rah. I had a girlfriend, a Trisket. She said a Trisket, a biscuit, ice cream, soda, pop, vanilla on the top.
Ooh, Charlene, walking down the street 10 times a week. I said it. I saw my mama's credit. I'm cool. I'm hot.
I sock you in the stomach 3 more times.
I think it's Josh, actually. I didn't look it up.
It is Josh. It's Josh. You're so 100% right. It's
Robert
Josh.
Loggia is like, good work, Josh.
Dude, Robert Loggia is not in that movie.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. He's
Robert Loggia's the old guy in Big.
I can't. You know what? I only remember that.
Feech LaManna.
Because Feech LaManna and the guy in Innocent Blood are not the nice old man that's in fucking Big.
That was a fucking goof. He's never the nice guy. That was the one time he was.
Dude, it blows my mind. I never equate the two because he's so nice in that one movie.
Good work, Josh.
He's so nice in Big.
He was nice and big. Elizabeth Perkins.
I love Elizabeth Perkins.
Oh!
Dude, Indian Summer the other night, dude. She's a fucking stunner.
Julie Warner and Elizabeth Perkins.
Diane Lane. Fucking that cast is hottie overload.
But no, Gecko? His name's Gecko? Why is his name Gecko? I don't get it. I'm also a quarter convinced that, you thought it was Sam Raimi? I thought it was Dave DeHaan. Dane DeHaan's brother.
No, it's Sam Raimi Jr.
I think it's Dave DeHaan.
Dave DeHaan? As in Dana DeHaan?
No, Dave.
As in Dana DeHaan's brother?
Yes.
No, it's definitely Sam Raimi's son.
Dave DeHaan.
Maybe Sam Raimi's son is also Dana DeHaan.
No.
Is that even his name? Why am I saying
Dane.
Dana DeHaan? Oh, Dane DeHaan?
It's Dane DeHaan and Dave DeHaan. Holy shit! Instagram Live? I don't know, Stormfront, that's what I was actually excited about, not the Instagram Live part. That was stupid and dumb. And for a second I thought, should I pause and actually read the dumb comments flying by on this Instagram Live? And I didn't do it because it's fucking dumb. I don't need to see, oh my god, she got him. Homelander scared.
Is that what they said?
I probably. I would imagine. All I know is that Stormfront looked pretty good. Homelander was kind of funny. He's like, yes, hey guys, stay in school. And then walks away all frustrated. Queen Maeve makes some remark like, been here before, or some stupid shit, whatever dumb stuff she said for her, obligatory non-plot progressing scene.
Yeah.
Queen fucking Maeve. What a fucking joke.
It's just be Maeve, because she's not the queen of anything.
And Huey isn't John Cusack. He doesn't have a boombox. Yeah, that's really funny. Nice Nick shirt, Mother's Milk. That's awesome.
That was actually the first time I thought Millsworth was cool because he's wearing a Nick shirt. Yeah, you didn't like that?
That was, no, the shirt was cool. That I did mean sincerely. It was just really dumb, the whole, you're not John Cusack, you don't have a boombox. That was random as hell.
Oh, they said that?
I didn't make that up.
Oh, dude, I just said the Nick shirt up here.
They're in the car driving, and Mother's Milk's just pontificating, and he's like, Huey, you're not John Cusack. You don't have a boombox, so forget that Starlight shit.
Dude, I fucking didn't hear.
And then Huey said, "Well, I don't know what I want to do, but I know that I don't want to buy anything that's sold or produced, and I don't want to produce anything that's bought or sold, and I don't want to sell anything that's bought or produced."
And then Mother's Milk goes, "Look, Hugh, you gave her your heart, and she gave you this pen."
And then he's like, "Well, no, sir, I really think that." I'm good at kickboxing. It's a new sport. I think it has a future. I think it can really go somewhere. I think I can be at the head of that. And then he's like, oh, wow, yeah, Josh, wow. Finally, though, I've been waiting 45 minutes for it. Jennifer Esposito, she's back. I missed her.
She's gorgeous.
And she's dead. I wonder who blew up Jennifer Esposito all of a sudden. I think my money's on Frenchie, because he's an explosive expert they established in the first season.
That's a really good point.
And because if it was anyone else, if it wasn't the boys who killed her on their own, conviction, it really wouldn't make any sense for any other person to kill Esposito. Because if they want to stop the boys, well, why wouldn't they just kill the boys in that scenario?
One would think, yeah.
Like, why small fry kill the fucking deputy director of the CIA? The deputy director? Yeah, I know the idiot Kash Patel. I don't know who his sidekick is, do you?
I have no clue.
I have no idea. So I'm not sure why, if it wasn't Frenchie with his explosives blowing up Jennifer Esposito's head, who could it possibly be that would have decided, the boys are on to me. I'll kill this woman who's taking a meeting with them. She's innocent. She's taking a meeting. She might have said, fuck off, but I'm not doing it. It's above my pay grade, but I'm going to blow up her head. But it's fine. I guess we'll figure it out. Another mystery at some point in the future. Meanwhile, unrelated, I wonder who this stunning, vivacious, articulate woman we've suddenly never met before, who we just cut to right after the explosion to see her talking on screen. We just hard cut to her. Some off-brand, non-consequential, ancillary character.
Yeah, whoever this new character is.
Who has no way in any connection to what we just saw with the whole blown up head a second ago.
Couldn't possibly. She's just some new unrelated character.
Exploding head, cut to this new character.
She might not even be in it. She was just on the TV. She might be, honestly, the most beautiful woman I've ever fucking seen.
She's like that one beautiful woman, remember? Yeah, the King of Prussia them all. That, like, I don't know, Tanzanian chick walking around, tan as ever.
Yeah, but with way better tits.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, of course.
No, honestly, whoever this new character on the TV, though, she's so absurdly stunning. It actually hurts my eyes a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta look away for a minute. You gotta, like, look your head down in shame.
I actually feel my heart palpitating, and, like, I need to get one of those monitors, make sure my heart's beating the right way.
Exactly. Arrhythmic or whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, that's not important. That's just some random girl who we arbitrarily cut to after the exploding heads for no real reason.
Yeah, they set the TV off anyways. It's
this scene is actually about Sten Edgar. He's the big bad, I guess. In my opinion, he feels very underwhelming.
He feels a little too much like Gustavo
Every
Fring.
character he's ever played.
Oh, remember that one time when he was young, playing like a limo driver or something, that one movie?
Yeah, that was Twilight with Gene Hackman.
Yeah, he was fucking awesome in that movie. Why can't he...
That was Paul Newman. That's Paul Newman and James Garner.
Oh, Gene Hackman is in that
and
movie.
Susan Sarandon and Gene Hackman. Is Gene Hackman in that?
Yeah, he is. I think he's Susan Sarandon's wife. I think he's Susan Sarandon's husband. I think he's friends with Paul Newman in that
Reese
movie.
Witherspoon and Liev Schreiber, right?
Yeah, I think he's the father in that.
He might be. I know James Garner's in it. Yeah, that guy was that movie.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He's
in that
also
movie.
he's the cop in Usual Suspects. Remember?
Yeah, dude. Fucking, why can't he ever play one of those characters again?
It's dumb though. It's dumb seeing his Stan Edgar. Yeah, sure, he talks the talk, but Homelander is Vought. You show some illiterate camel jockey in the middle of the Sahara, he's going to turn around and say Homelander in perfect American.
That was fucking hysterical.
But since Homelander said something cool, obviously, since the show wants us to hate him, they're going to immediately undercut the son of a bitch. We're going to let the guy from fucking Far Cry bitch out our big bad, and then that'll make him feel like a force to be reckoned with for the show to come, you know? We'll have Homelander be the, guys, we can never topple Homelander. He's impossible. He's the immovable force, right? Except for, of course, Stan Edgar can just dog walk him whenever he feels like it with ease.
Yeah, but like, last season ends where he kills Lulu's shoe.
Right.
And then what was the consequence? Now the actual boss just comes into the show?
Well, you know how like women always talk about how like once you have sex with a man, you give him the power of the pussy, and now like the man has the power. I think Homelander has to like suck off Stan Edgar because he was used to that titty milk from Stillwell.
Yeah, he needs some dicky milk now.
I was gonna say cum. We can go with dicky milk, I guess. Yeah, so he went from Stillwell titty milk to fucking Edgar dicky milk. Fucking vile. Oh, that's fucking GVGL, man. That's disgusting.
No, my point is though, can't he just fucking like laser Gustavo's head and then just talk to the next guy in charge and laser his head, and before you know it, he's the top of the command.
Food chain. Yeah. Just constantly keep like the.
What the hell is Gustavo gonna do? Not give him chicken?
You're having a coup, kill all of your generals. Yeah. Assume power. Of course. Yeah, I've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you catch how Stan Edgar? He actually said it though. He said Soldier Boy.
Yeah,
we mentioned Soldier Boy.
Dude, I got a hard one. That was awesome.
He said Soldier Boy and he said Tech Knight.
Yeah, who gives a flying fuck about Tech
That's
Knight,
world
though?
building.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
That's world building. We now know about Soldier Boy. We know about Tech Knight. We now know that, we're not a superhero company. We're a pharmaceutical company.
This is Umbrella.
And then, what happens? Homelander gets made to be a fool. He's made to be a joke. Turns into a punchline. He's a little pissed off. So he decides to fly around to some, nice, idyllic suburban town. And he goes to see Quinn fucking James. He says, "Hey, what's under the clothes, Brooke Davis?" Knocks at the door. And then we immediately, we're done with that. We don't need to see what that's for next week, I guess, maybe. They're still trying to figure out who to cast to play Ryan at this point.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
That was the penultimate scene. The ultimate scene being Ilya Utcher's finally here. Daddy's home.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about that, so.
How very Remington Steele it was of him.
Besides the overwhelming Remington Steeleness of the whole thing, I was under the impression, the way last season ended, that somehow Homelander had Illy the Butcher in like holding somewhere, and that's why he was with the Oys. Why the fuck is he just able to show up in a tracksuit and he's like, "What's up, bitches? I'm back."
The news. You saw the news, right?
Yeah.
His face was like plastered on everything. The news broadcast, he was wearing that trench coat.
Yeah,
so now he thought he would dress like Euro trash, and he would just come walk around free in New York City.
I'm not confused on the wardrobe change. I'm confused on why he wasn't helping them in the first place. They have this sick underground lair that I've never heard of.
Where they get that from?
Where the fuck
I don't know.
is that from?
It's like a part. It's like the basement of a store.
And there's random guys. There's a random guy that fucking French needs to talk French to because he needs to go to the hospital. There's random fucking guys coming in and out of the place. And then fucking Butchers walks and goes, "Hey, tell these cunts I'm part of that team."
Remember last season he got like flown to meet his ex-wife, his old wife, Becca?
Yeah.
He knew where they were.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So he's just fucking taking holiday?
He's been trying to find him this whole time. Mother's Milk assumed the role of being the fearless leader. Billy Butcher's basically been on their tail for the last like 6 months, just bouncing around like, "Oh, they were here, now they're here. I'm trying to find them again," because he doesn't have their number. They're on the run. He's been chasing after him.
Oh, so nobody just told Billy. Now he finally caught up to
He was kidnapped by Homelander, brought into the middle of some government place. He had to hike all the way back.
Yeah, see, none of that makes any sense, though. Either kill Billy.
Right.
Because, see, here's the thing. Homelander didn't know he was trying to kill him.
Yeah, true.
So Homelander's like, Illy's cool.
Yeah,
I fucked his
he
wife.
is.
He can live. It's fine.
He-
I fucked
yeah.
his wife. Actually, you know what? Homelander...
Mi casa es su casa.
What's this, they hate Homelander? Homelander's a fucking G. He's like, I fucked your wife. You can live. What
Yeah,
a
that's
good
true. I already
guy.
did enough to you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to kill you.
I'm just going to hurt you.
Real bad. Yeah, exactly.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashley Barrett.
With the boys. With the boys, Yui. Yui. With the boys.
Yui.
Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. 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 Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys.
Yui.
Yui. Yui. Yui.
With the boys.
Yui with the boys. Yui. 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 Yui.
I know. I'm still getting used to it, too.
Ashley!
Your dick was so
Perfect.
And long and stretchy.
You played my butt like jazz.
With poise and skill and
Willingness to
Improvise.
Let's get to work.
I'm a simple guy. I like my wings hot. My beer is cold. My top sloppy. And this episode was a waste of time. All right? Whatever happened with Billy the Butcher, I don't know. He went to some PJ
Whatever happened
Houlihan's.
there?
Whatever happened there, Carmine? Billy the Butcher went to some PJ Houlihan's bullshit restaurant. Whatever the equivalent was in whatever Fort Wayne Midwest nonsense he was a part of. He goes somewhere. He talks to some hostess. He looks at the news broadcast. He's a wanted man. I don't know. He's forced to fuck around for a little while. Suddenly he's back with the boys, I guess.
The boys.
Then Huey justifiably points out, the absurdity of Butcher disappearing. Somehow Mother's Milk and Frenchie, they're okay with it. Kumiko she doesn't speak, but she's fine with it. She's new to the equation. She says she's actually fresher than Huey is, but she somehow just, it's what Butcher does. She gets it. She's used to the program.
I think her lack of speaking means she's very
in tune with the world around her. Yeah. Huey, he's mad about it. They kind of move on immediately. I don't know. Oh my God, here's new Ryan. Look at this little bitch. He looks like a little fucking loser bitch. Honestly, that new kid, where I'm casting the show, I'm like the Allison, not Janny, Allison something, the lady from Entourage.
Yeah.
Who's that famous casting director?
Allison Janney.
No, that's the actress. Allison
Mac.
That's the other actress from Smallville. Allison
Hannigan.
No.
Brie.
It's also an actress. Let's see. Casting director named Allison.
Allison. I know.
So I typed in casting director named Allison. It says, you mean Matthew Gregory?
Is killing
Jones, okay.
you, girl.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut your face. Shut your face.
Allison Jones, casting director. If I'm sitting next to Allison Jones, if I'm Rob Weiss and drama's coming in for the audition and we're in Entourage and this idiot, whatever Colin Coletti or Carlos Colston, or whatever the idiot who plays Ryan's name is, I don't care if he's 9. I don't care if he's 12. I don't care if he's 15. This kid sucks. He's a fucking void of a human being. He has no discernible features. He's not talented. He's a fucking black hole vacuum of a person. He should be ostracized from society. If he shows up to my audition, he's being made fun of and discarded like the trash he is. And everyone says, Alex, that's just a kid. You can't treat him that way. Well, guess what? Shitty kids turn into shitty adults. If we had a more rigorous fucking testing screening process for these cocksucking losers. We have less assholes in the world. Colin Coletti. So he sucks. I hate Ryan. What a loser. I prefer the fat kid from the first season with the red eyes.
I don't.
I do.
I don't. Well, yeah, he does suck, but I think he's a little better than the other kid.
No.
But also, it's a little stupid that that kid had red eyes as if he has powers. But then this
that kid in
like,
season 1, he knew he had powers. This kid, he's a ball. He's like, what? A ball? He threw the ball so high, Dad. How'd you do that?
So let me ask you this then. So when we ended last season, we said that was fake Ryan.
Yeah.
But he
that was
powers.
real
That's
Ryan.
real
No,
Ryan?
that was real Ryan.
Okay.
Season 1 is real Ryan. Season 2 through 5 is fake Ryan. Then we have Chantel, ass-tastic as ever. She's a good mom. Is anything sexier? What's more attractive than a woman who's confident in her own skin, who's a good mom? Is there anything more attractive to a man?
Yeah, no, I can't think of anything else.
Except for, even in today's climate where it's so hard to find, this motherly, this female with all the, what's the French term for guys? JLV, what is it?
Quintamont?
No. Accoutrement? No. It's like déjà vu, whatever they say for a guy. Is like, he has a little bit of fucking wah.
Yeah. What you just said? Déjà vu?
Déjà vu, yeah.
It's close enough.
Chantel Van Santen has it in spades. Maybe it's the whole 3 seasons with Clay Evans on One Tree Hill.
Where's Clay, mind you? Because this is not
Where's
this is not Logan.
Clay Evans.
This is
not Logan. This isn't your creepy, ugly kid in the mental hospital. This is some fucking... Who's this guy?
I think it's Logan grown up. I think she's raising Clay's kid right now. I think Homelander is confused. This isn't his son. It's Clay's son. Clay Evans' son.
Then we get some more Fresca bullshit, right? That's followed by this whole Ashley, Starlight, Stormfront, Maeve. They all walk in stride. Who cares about Maeve even a little bit?
You keep saying that.
She's useless, so I skipped her scene. Then we went right into like a little bit more of this whole Kripke's interpretation of what Christianity is, which is weird because I also like to dabble in screenwriting, and never once do I write a scene about Chavez, but suddenly Kripke's telling me about how a Christian funeral goes as we're mourning the loss of Jennifer Esposito.
Yeah, I don't want to be too like preachery,
but
like,
too anti this or anti that.
But it's really like insulting. How like he has no clue how any of it works.
How about this, Eric? You write about bar mitzvahs, and I'll talk about communion.
Exactly.
And then you can write about bat mitzvahs, and I'll talk about confirmation.
Exactly. Yeah, because honestly, I don't usually get offended by this kind of stuff, but like he clearly
has no idea about anything.
He heard the term once, and he's
he once said the Eucharist. What's that?
Exactly. It's really, it's honestly offensive.
How about this? How about you spin the dreidel, right? And I'll make palm for my, my Easter Sunday. How about this? How about you celebrate, I don't know, Abraham, and I celebrate, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Maybe. You stick to your nose, I stick to my nose. We interact solemnly. I don't tell you how to celebrate Hanukkah. You don't talk to me about Christmas.
Well, stick to the good stuff. You stick to your user.
You have your usury nonsense, and I'll have my, I don't know, just A-OK living. Where I'm not scamazing.
You stick to your user, you also stick to salvation.
Exactly, right? We have our different paths, different strokes for different folks, right? Different, where we have an apostrophe from the D-I-F-F to the R-E-N-T. Thank you, Kripke.
But, honestly, I don't even care if he's commenting on it. I care it's so surfacey level. It's not even surface level. It's I heard this one word. If you're going to comment on it, make a dialogue. It can't just be the first thought you ever had and put that to paper.
The joke can't be, hey, guys, who took nails to the palm like me?
Yeah, who died for your sins?
Yeah,
ha, ha, ha.
That's hilarious, Eric. Yeah, Pontius Pilate that, Pontius Pilate this. All right, that's awesome. Then we meet Mallory, an ugly hag, because we needed to add, we got rid of Elizabeth Shue, so we might as well add Carol Peltier from The Walking Dead to our show. So she talks to Butcher about something, genuinely something. I have no idea what they were talking about.
I literally fell asleep during this scene. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea what they were talking about, what the point of their conversation was. Halfway through, I said, this isn't necessary, and I jumped right past it. For Patton Oswalt being nothing more than a Mark Maron baby, as Patrice O'Neal said. A little crazy we have like a 20-minute scene that I will admit, for all the listener, for all those who are saying, guys, Alex, Robbie, the boys is sick, stop.
It's super
It's
cool.
awesome. It's awesome. It's great. It's the best show on TV. Patton Oswalt is a fucking loser. I'm glad his wife died. I'm glad she got away from him. I'm glad she got some solace apart from this fat, tubby motherfucker.
Let me tell you something. She didn't die. She's hiding.
Yeah, she's not dead. She's hiding. Turns out, though, Kevin's going through it. We hard cut away from Kevin, aka the Deep, back to like Queen Maeve. Apparently her name is like Maggie Shaw. I couldn't care less. Yeah, we're learning everyone's real name all of a sudden. Who could even pretend to care about some scene of Maggie Shaw talking to some ugly woman who she calls her lover?
Yeah, if she's going to be loving anyone, maybe someone just as good looking as she is.
Be as attractive as she is, right? I don't know this whole settling bullshit. I get it, right? Kripke's ugly. He's short. He's short. He's bald. No one wants to be with him. He's never met a girl who said, you know what? Not only do you have a great personality, but you're also so attractive. All he's ever heard is, you know what? For such an ugly troll, you're a pretty fun guy to be around. So I can understand on his level, he's like, you know what? I should like brainwash all the viewers and say, no, it's normal for ugly people, for the uninhabitable to be around the habitable, right? It's cool. Ugly people have sex with hot people.
Yeah, honestly, it's super, it offends me.
It offends me too. Now listen, if you've been gathered, I hate Queen Maeve. I don't know if there's ever been a more worthless character in any piece of anything.
But she is really pretty.
She is hot, though, right? She's good looking. And then you introduce this character whose name I refuse to remember. And she's saying how, like, oh, haven't we had our ups and downs? Fuck you, die. Die already. You're in a fucking medical bed, die.
Yeah, you're already in this place to die. Just do it.
What do you have? Fucking, I don't know, dialysis? Die. So I skipped that scene because fuck that scene. Then it's all like, hey, you know, rada, yada, yada. Girls get it down. Girls get it done. Girl power. I'm single. Who cares about whether a hero has a dick or a vag? Chicks and dicks, right? They're all in it together.
They are in it together. That was fucking, yeah, dude. I like that shit.
I know, it's like chicks with dicks that put mine to shame, right? Moving on past Stormfront, yada bullshit. It's then right back into A-Train. Now, he's back. I didn't even know he was gone, but he's back, apparently.
I knew he was gone, but I thought he was dead.
Because every season leads you to believe he died?
Well, everything we've ever watched with The Boys is how great A-Train is. It's the same fucking
5 years
character arc every season.
It's 5 seasons, somehow
300
like
years.
10 years.
Yeah.
One story arc.
Dude, 400 years in Egypt.
Here's the difference. Here's me, and here's you.
You and me, or?
And then we have, I think his name... No, Jesse Tyler Ferguson is Mitchell from Modern Family, right?
Yes.
What's A-Train's name? I searched A-Train on IMDb.
Jet Jackson.
No results. No, I wish.
So do I. Jet Jackson kicks ass.
I said Jesse Tyler Ferguson. It's Jesse T. Usher. My bad.
That's the same name, basically.
Jesse T. Usher.
Yeah.
He's here for some reason. Oh, Usher?
Yeah.
Classic. He's back. He's a waste for 5 years, 10 years, 5 seasons. He's now all of a sudden up in Starlight's shit. He's talking about how, like, oh my god, fuck you. I can't believe you did this. I don't know. A-Train and Starlight are adversaries, and it's the whole, like, yeah. A-Train loves Starlight, but Starlight give a flying fuck about A-Train. Billy's back. Billy's in charge. You know, Huey's up in arms about it. The rest of the boys are kind of okay.
Hold on, can I cut you off a second? It's really obnoxious how, like, Billy's just been gone for however long, and then I'm in charge, and everyone's cool with it, but then Huey has the biggest fucking hard-on against him. It's like,
I know.
Huey, you had no idea what life even was before he came into your
You're
fucking
all
world.
Ronnie. Oh, not Ronnie. You're all robbing this, robbing that.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You don't even know what the fuck.
What do you even know?
You have no idea what dot you're even on until Billy comes into the fucking room.
He has no idea what dot he's on.
Exactly. Billy is your entire fucking existence.
Billy walks in like, listen, I'm not playing a fucking thing till Huey puts his shirt on.
Exactly. And Huey's
100%.
Like, I'm Sid Vicious.
And licks his fucking nipples. 100%. Meg Ryan, who?
Hey, who'd you rather bone? Dennis Quaid or Meg Ryan?
Meg Ryan now or Meg Ryan 94?
94.
Dennis Quaid.
It's like you're looking at the Grand Tetons in a tube top.
Patton Oswalt's back again because he's inescapable. Patton Oswalt won't shut the fuck up. Kevin deserves to be loved, yada yada. I hate Patton Oswalt. Again, I'm glad his wife died. Can we please move on? Sure, I skipped the scene. We hop right into Stormlight. Like, hey, Starlight, Barbie, shut the fuck up, which was the right call. I hate Queen Maeve. I dislike Starlight.
I really like Starlight.
But she's talking to Stormfront. Suddenly, Gecko arrives. Apparently, he's back. Getting his arm chopped off wasn't enough. Now he's getting his eyes gouged out of his head. Exactly. Gecko. Because why would the person with regenerative limbs be called a gecko instead of hermit crab or something that makes sense?
For real, I fell asleep on that scene apparently.
You did. You were asleep. I saw it. Who cares though, right? It's it's just it's more capes for Christ.
Yeah, really.
More represent bullshit. A-Train's apparently a pain in the ass. Who cares though? Because again, we're just moving right on. It's episode 2. There's no point of having an actual story to it. Becca's now driving. She's all determined and shit. She has a plan. Quinn James.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Haley James' sister.
Yeah.
Haley James Scott.
Yeah. Is this actually this is a One Tree Hill sequel? Is it?
It
not?
is a sequel, yes.
Because this only makes sense. This whole entire show doesn't work unless it continues.
No, it has to take place in Tree Hill, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it's basically all this.
Quinn James is Becca Butcher.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense then.
Huh.
And Billy the Butcher's actually Chase then, right?
Huh?
Billy the Butcher's Chase then.
No, Billy the Butcher's Clay.
Oh right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Chase is that's more what's under the Closebrook Davis. This is
right.
like, hey, I'm Quinn James. Here's my like Russian hat. I'm in the fucking wilderness. Here's my green bikini.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm on the same page.
So Becca's driving. She's determined. Homelander's kind of snooping around a little bit. I don't know why we even care. I don't even know why he cares about this random strange he once had far upon ago.
Yeah, it seemed like he had no idea he fucked her until all of a sudden now he knows.
And now he's like really into it. And he's like all like he's mad for some reason. She has a photo of Billy in her like nightstand or whatever. And it's like, I don't think I'd care. I don't care about her. Why would I care if she has a Polaroid of some jerk off, New Zealand or Kiwi?
And to talk about Homelander for a second, I've never had titty milk,
right?
But the way he acts about it,
dude,
it must be the greatest thing of all time.
He went into the fucking kitchen fridge, pulled out what he knew was a half gallon of fucking 2%.
Yeah,
and he still was lapping away. How much is he missing fucking from this fucking tit?
It's insane.
It's disgusting.
I like milk as much as the next guy.
Yeah, but fucking
Homelander's
from a cow.
like exactly. Homelander acts like this is the new drug of choice. It's crazy how he fucking acts.
And then we jump right into, again, another Queen Maeve scene, which I'll admit you were kind of asleep for. I skipped it because
Did I fall asleep? You just skip these scenes.
I skipped a few scenes. Whenever Queen Maeve speaks, I kind of hit fast forward because as attractive as she is, who really cares about Dominique McElliott,
I don't know who that is.
Or McElligott. She has a couple extra, vowels in her name, a couple extra consonants.
Oh, like
Well, I won't say that. I'll leave that. I'll just take that one word and just ixnay it from the record. So I skipped her scenes. It's back to Homelander. He's talking to his loser-ass son. Again, yada, yada, right? It's so isolating being a soup. Shut the fuck up. You're not a god, Homelander. You literally, in the last episode, got dog-walked by Gustavo Fring. Yeah. You're a mere mortal. You get bitched by guys in fucking skinny ties, okay? Who the fuck are you? Some fucking fry cook. You're no better than the cook from Los Polos Hermanos in the graveyard shift. You're a zero. Then Homelander says, like, say you love me, son. His bitch-ass... It was funny.
That was
but
really
his
funny.
bitch-ass, not chic, totally geek son, Ryan's like, I love you, Dad.
I love you,
You know
too.
what it would take? If I was one of those fucking kinds of people who didn't get to grow up with a father, if I was one of those, and my father suddenly materialized, you know how long it would take for me to say I love you?
Yeah, it'd be a while.
It would take a lot longer than him suggesting I say it.
And I don't even care if he has laser vision. I'm not just going to say because you said that. Yeah,
I have
fuck
it too.
him.
But, it's the whole, here's an allegory. John Homelander. We have Ryan Homelander as well. Ryan Homelander, his life is fake. Apparently, he'll despise Quinn James. Where's Clay Evans? We all wonder.
I think he's in some kind of psych ward where he's just hallucinating and seeing things that aren't real.
He's like, hey, Wolverine was named Logan.
Oh my God, you're my son. I forgot about you.
Oh
for
my God,
7
I forgot. I
years.
loved X-Men 97.
X-Men 97 is the best.
Oh
That's
my
so
God,
cool.
Wolverine and Logan. It's very Remington Steele.
It's so Remington Steele. Dude, having a son forgetting you have a son is so Remington Steele. It's fucking crazy.
That's so Remington Steele.
So Remington Steele makes me sick.
Komiko's brothers here. We're like in some party hardy or something. Again, who cares? I'll admit, Robbie was asleep. Alex, fast forward again. I jumped the scene. I don't know what happened.
I was asleep. I did see one thing. Kimiko. Okay, so I'm going to jump a gun to season 4 here. Kimiko knows how to actually speak.
She can. She
However,
chooses not
though,
to.
she's doing sign language as
To
if
her brother.
she's never spoken in her entire
Yeah,
life.
as if her fucking there's no muscle. It's atrophy in her mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
She's gaslighting her own brother.
It's insanity. But
It's
he knows sign
disgusting.
language. How does he know sign language?
He's gaslighting her.
He's been gaslit beyond fucking. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. It's just a mutual gaslighting.
It's mutual, yeah. It's one of those things where you think I got you, motherfucker, and they think I got you, motherfucker.
You're gonna try to gaslight me. How about I gaslight you?
It's like when you're love bombing someone, but they're also reciprocating and they're also love bombing you, so you're both lying to each other.
So you're telling me that she could speak, tried to stop speaking,
Yes.
so she started doing sign language to
Yes.
him, and he's like, "Fuck it, I want to learn sign
You want to
language."
do sign? I'll show you sign language.
And she actually forgot to talk
Yes.
because of that.
Yes.
That's
She
actually
has atrophy.
That's super
she
badass.
Can't suck cock for her life, you know.
Also, I'm sorry. She's clearly doing ASL,
Right.
American Sign Language.
Yeah. You're thinking, where's the KSL Korean sign
Exactly.
language? I know.
Exactly.
I agree. I think it's suspicious too.
It's very suspicious.
I think it's
Also-
very nearsighted of Kripke. Then Starlight wants like Stormfront's approval or something, and like, no, Stormfront's right. Starlight is a fucking idiot. She's dumb. She's dumb as dirt. She's stupid. She's as stupid as she is a bottle blonde. And she has no idea who fucking Pippi Longstockings is, which is strange. Somehow Starlight is sexually active, and it's like, Pippi Longstock? I've never heard of Pippi Longstock. I've never heard of Wind.
I've never heard. You were Pippin.
Then, like, I don't know, the boys are arguing. Mother's Milk is saying something, and like Frenchie loves Kimiko, and then Billy's back, and Billy's like, guys, Becca's alive. There's this loser with a comb over named Ryan, and he's like my stepson, I guess. I don't know. Here's this dumb kid who I think I kind of care about. And it sucks because there's great kid actors. You know, Jackie Earle Haley in the Bad News Bears.
Coolest kid actor of all time.
Kelly Leak.
Kelly Leak's the fucking coolest.
Kelly Leak is the man. Why wasn't Kelly Leak the kid?
Someone like Kelly, do you mean actually?
No, I mean really. Why wasn't Jackie Earle Haley the kid?
At his current age, just playing Ryan.
Just playing.
That's fucking sick.
Cooler than this fucking jerk off.
I have 2 points to go for what you said. A, Frenchie clearly loves Kimiko. We will revisit this later on because he's so clearly in love with Kimiko.
Right. Or
He's
maybe he's not.
obsessively into her.
Maybe he's like really into like, you know, tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, I don't see that as of now, but
Maybe
I feel like that
when
might
he's
come
looking
into
at
play.
the short, petite spinner, maybe he's thinking like, yeah, that's cool, but you know, it'd be cool that the complete opposite. But Frenchie, he pretends to be in love with Kumiko, which I guess, you know, hindsight 2020. I actually don't care about Kumiko's brother because he dies in the next episode. I actually skipped that scene too.
Oh, nice.
And then he was talking. He was like kind of.
No, he was responding in sign language.
Yeah, he was ASLing back to Kumiko, and I said, "Don't your wrist get snapped in like 2 episodes?" And I just hit skip. Then we have A-Train, the thorn in the side of Starlight, but Starlight kind of little bros A-Train, where apparently he's all upset about Popclaw. Maybe she brings it up. I don't know. Somehow this works. Somehow like he really cares about his D-list girlfriend from Sports Illustrated or something. I don't know. Kripke like doesn't realize the world we live in where it's like a 24-hour news cycle, and somehow Starlight like threatens him by saying, even though your Brad Pitt and your girlfriend was like Kathy Griffin, the world will really care about Kathy Griffin's well-being. And then he kind of like backtracks and he says, okay, ma'am. And then this is the first bit of like, how do we get out of the problem? Blackmail. Starlight has blackmailed A-Train, and he's bowing down for some reason, even though who the fuck remembers Popclaw? It's season 2.
Well, for starters, you comparing her to Kathy Griffin is actually insulting because Popcorn was pretty fucking hot. But second of all, if I was A-Train, I would create a train on Starlight.
You would run a train on Starlight?
With myself. I'm
That's
so
sick.
fast, it would just be me on loop.
More of Kumiko's like stupid, dumb, idiotic, fucking worthless waste of space brother. He mentioned something I don't care about, and then the boys are now here and they have a van, and like whole, you know, Billy says cheers, love, yeah, right? He's now in the van, asleep or something. We end on the talking head. Keska say, you know, what a waste of an episode overall, right?
This one was pretty bad.
What a terrible episode 2 after a lackluster episode of 1.
Episode 1 was lackluster, but it picked up at the end. This episode never picked up at all.
Yeah, season 1 picked up. Season 2 is just downtrodden. But hey, on to episode 3.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashley Barrett.
With the boys. The boys, Yui. Yui. With the boys.
Yui.
Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys.
Yui.
Yui. Yui. Yui.
With the boys.
Yui with the boys. Yui. 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 Yui.
I know. I'm still getting used to it, too.
Ashley!
Your dick was so
Perfect.
And long and stretchy.
You played my butt like jazz.
With poise and skill and
Willingness to
Improvise.
Let's get to work.
Season 2, episode 3.
Yeah. Where's your fucking rage?
Billy Joel. I'm from Long Island. Even for me, it's a little too much.
Yeah.
Turns out the boys have a yacht. Not sure how they got it,
Yeah,
where they got
did
it.
that come from?
They just have one now. They're sailing the high seas like Captain Jack Sparrow.
They must have some sort of like cupcake storefront or something we don't know about.
Two Broke Girls.
Yeah, I didn't know if you got that at all.
Do they buy a yacht though?
They must have enough in that fund.
I guess. Then Yui punches Butcher, and really, who cares about that? Because the show doesn't. He just takes the lick, turns around, walks to the other side of the yacht, and just gets on the phone, talks to Mallory for a minute. It's a very pressing phone call where we now spend time with the only character worse than Maeve as far as progressing the plot and being memorable.
Mm-hmm.
What does Mallory have to say?
Well, actually, she has a lot to say. She goes, "Hey, do you know about this old soup called Liberty? What's that got to do with anything? I don't know."
Yeah, have you heard of this like old soup called Liberty? What does it mean? I don't know, but maybe in the future it'll mean something.
I don't know. What the fuck kind of comment?
Okay, Mallory, thank you.
Hey, do you know what this is? No.
I guess this is that's that Sid Field where it's like, if you don't show a gun in the first act, if the gun will be used in the third act. So like, well, we want to have a cool twist with this Liberty thing. So how do we organically introduce? Maybe Mallory will talk on the phone to Billy, and the conversation won't even really be about this. It'll kind of be like an afterthought. Like, well, they'll be talking about something that seems important, and then she'll say, "Hey, by the way, also." And that's how we'll introduce this character.
Yeah, I think the I don't know was them, the actual writers having no idea what to do with yet. So they're just like, I don't know.
Figure it out. I don't watch Komiko Brother scenes, so I don't know what's happening there. And then...
Hold on, I'm sorry. I don't think they know what's happening there, because I've said this already. She signs an ASL.
Right.
But he speaks Korean to her.
Yes. You ever see a little movie called Ocean's 11?
But he also understands American Sign Language, and she understands English and Korean, but she doesn't speak either. But she exclusively signs an ASL, and she's not speaking English.
Well, the problem
to him.
is she can't speak it or read it, but she can write it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he can't speak it or hear it, but he can read it.
Yes.
Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Together they can do 2/3 of what a language requires. I don't watch his scenes though, so we skip that. Then it's A-Train in a nightclub wearing his suit because, like, for the most part, these soups always wear their suits, even when they're like hanging out in a nightclub during the day. Mm-hmm. We get to after we leave that debaucherous, despicable nightclub, right, with all this thumping, right, afternoon delight. We go see a lovely family breakfast, maple syrup and all, and I kind of fuck with Homelander the dad, and even more so, I fuck with the fact that I would also roll my eyes too if I found out that Monday mornings we have breakfast in Spanish. I'm literally a guy who flies around with the American flag on my back, bald eagles and Budweiser on my shoulders.
Exactly.
I'm fucking John Homelander, and you're telling me I'm supposed to say gracias? Porque?
I just realized with this watch through
that PJ Byrne is just the Kripke insert character.
No, that actually didn't.
And then you can't tell me I'm wrong. It'd actually be impossible to disprove that fact.
I actually did not notice that at all. I actually didn't realize that Ryan's the natural born soup in the show.
Jesus.
Yeah, I guess.
Jesus Christ. Remember when God pushed Jesus off the roof?
Yeah, I think that was
and he came down to earth?
Yeah, that's in the book of John, right?
The book of Job.
Oh, yeah.
We get our first taste of Ashley plucking out her hair. Again, A-Train and Starlight.
Wait, did we? I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No, when did
Ashley was like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out. I gotta get out of this room. And then she went downstairs and she kind of just followed around like a lost dog, Stan Edgar, as he was walking and talking like it was a Sorkin show. Yeah. And then he went into like an office and I guess they were like, we don't need the CEO with us, so we're just gonna leave you out here, like as if you're the old secretary.
Yeah, saw all that.
Yeah, and then she like twirled her hair and she like pulled just slightly. It's her first little yank.
So I didn't doze like last time. So I guess I really just glaze and nothing happens with me.
You didn't see that?
I didn't see that at all. Well, I also didn't see that part of the nightclub. I just didn't want to say anything before.
I guess I'm just more observant than you.
You notice more.
I just notice more things. I'm more of a noticer. A-Train and Starlight chat about something. Again, who cares about that when in the very next scene, it's Kevin telling his origin story. And this is way more fun than this, will they, won't they? Will A-Train betray Starlight? Will he not betray Starlight? Does he... I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's a friendly banter. I didn't watch it. Kevin tells his tragic story. hurt people. We're starting to learn a little bit about him. I can't wait for him to be given the same redemption arc that A-Train is given on this show. Because obviously, A-Train's a multiple-time murderer. Not only did he accidentally kill Robin, he consciously killed maybe the love of his life.
Yeah, it was definitely on purpose.
Okay, let's try that again. I said he consciously killed maybe the love of his life. We know it was. We know he killed her on purpose.
Okay.
We don't. I'm debating if he was in fact really that in love with her. He just likes saying he was in love with her. But he kills her. He's remorseful, I think. Popclaw. And again, we get a big redemption arc for like 5 years on A-Train, and murder's bad, right? Murder is worse than a lot of things. So I imagine that if murder is worse than just about anything, that means, the deep he'll also get some sort of redemption arc when he'll come to his senses and like be able to overcome his past demons.
No.
After Kevin's emotional breakdown, we go back to Homelander. He's able to get enough steps in between him and Quinn James for him to get over the whole gracias, right? It's a siesta, buenos noches, right? All that. La biblioteca. He got past that jazz. He's now up on the roof, and he does what everyone watching wants to do. He pushes this flannel-wearing motherfucker Ryan off the roof squarely down to the 20-foot drop. Sadly, as pointed out by Homelander, he does fall, not a scratch on him. I know he's like kind of unconscious for a second. He kind of passed out for a moment where he was in shock. And like Becca was holding him, like, "Oh my God, is he okay? Is he okay?" I thought Homelander was gonna have like some cool line and say like, "I can hear his heart. He's fine." Yeah. He just stood there, and then Ryan stood up, and I guess it was supposed to be like an impactful moment because he flashed his eyes red like he did in the end of last season.
Yeah, I think that's not supposed to have actually.
Yeah, that never happened. That was like what Homelander thought would have happened.
Yeah,
this
it was
was
all
actually
imagined.
That's why his kid looked different.
Yeah,
he knew what Becca looked like. He remembered her. He never actually met the kid. I feel like on one hand you could say that's wrong of Homelander to push his kid off a roof. On the other hand, he knows the kid's gonna be fine, right? This is what mother birds do, right? They push the kids out of the nest.
Yeah, so they're not fly.
But even more so, doesn't it kind of serve Ryan right? Because he tried like hard body manipulating his father, all of a sudden calling him dad when he wants something from him.
That's true. He deserved it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like he said, "Hey, Dad, I'm glad you're here having breakfast." It was when he wanted something. He said, "Hey, Dad, don't make me jump, Dad." And John,
he just said Silencio.
That'd been funny. He would have said, "Hey, honestly, that would have been great if he just broke out in perfect Spanish if he hated it, but he was actually just one up them again, showing he's just better than everybody."
Yeah.
You know what? I don't like speaking Spanish, but I do it better than you, Quinn. Okay. What'd you do? 4 years in high school?
He's like, also, you're not running your R's properly.
I do all of my own dubbing for all my movies. Okay, I can speak Portuguese, I can speak Spanish, I can speak Italian, I can speak German. This is a good thought experiment for everyone following along. If I was so quick to skip a scene of Komiko and her brother, right?
Yeah.
How fast do you think I was to skip a scene of Komiko's brother and Frenchie?
Well, you actually weren't quick enough because I heard Frenchie hand a Doritos bag to him and say, "Here's some cheese-powdered snacks."
Right. What's a French way of saying it, Turns out this guy can make like a soda can bomb or something, and this energy drink was just what he needed to cut the duct tape that they had this super terrorist with.
You can't just break it off.
No. Because even though he's a superhero, and like almost every superhero in this show seemingly has like some level of super strength, this one doesn't. He actually gets bound by duct tape, as do the rest of us. However, like Tim Allen in Zoom, if he just has one finger free, he can do a hell of a lot of damage. I also don't know what that even means. He has telepathy, not telepathy. He has
It's basically telepathy.
But
he has to use his hands.
That's my point. It's not. It's he has the force. But again, I know Darth Vader does the whole force choking thing. But I also thought it was kind of just like because it looked cool. I didn't think he needed to physically do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought the same thing, but now I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe if someone bound Darth Vader's hands behind his back,
he couldn't force choke.
He also couldn't force choke.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe if some like super bad, like super fucking fine shit fucking decided to break his wrists off, we don't know. Homelander and Maeve have a real heart to heart for like 5 seconds because she's just lying to him, and he kind of buys it almost because I guess he's so self-involved that he doesn't really care if she's lying through her teeth. He also somehow didn't hear this big news, this big earth-shattering, world-changing news about how Compound V exists and soups aren't real.
Well, what's Ryan's mom's name?
Becca.
She doesn't allow TVs in the house.
Yeah, not on Espanol Mondays.
Yeah, exactly.
But you think him, I don't know, leaving that compound and then like getting to the vault building and then going, because he didn't like break through the window, so he went to the first floor and then probably rode the elevator up just to keep appearances, right? Superman doesn't always fly everywhere. So you think he would have, I don't know, somehow heard the frantic scramble of the office building where everyone's panicked, and considering he heard whatever Queen Maeve's former lover's name is, he heard her name, but he didn't hear the conversation of what they were having when he walked in the room.
That's a good point, and it kind of like he was standing there for a good chunk of the conversation.
He heard enough to know her name.
And also the news was on behind her.
He didn't hear that either.
Or see it.
He doesn't have super hearing.
Or sight.
He doesn't have super sight either.
It's because he was just so vulnerable in that moment. He just really wants a friend.
For some reason, though, he chooses some fucking man-hating to be his friend. What's that about? That's a little goofy.
You eat sniz. You fucking eat sniz.
You look sniz. we're back to the boys. It turns out the boat was in fact stolen. That's why it felt so random. It was as random as it seemed. And I don't know, Kumiko's brother, again, his hands are now free, so he sends a helicopter into the ocean. And, you know, this is, again, a soup terrorist. They only sent one helicopter. We're hearing about Kevin potentially meeting the leader of the Church of Fresca. Again, I wonder what this will mean in the grand scheme of things. All of a sudden, once again, we're in Stan Edgar's office, and that insatiable woman is back on the TV. And yet again, she's on Stan Edgar's TV specifically. I wonder why he is so interested in her in particular.
I think he just watches the news a lot.
And it turns out that the whole opening of You're Only Human music video, that's actually a motif that was, well planned out. It was a fully realized idea that Huey could then ask Starlight about it and ask her if she ever saw the music video. And then us, the audience, having just seen, I remember that.
Well, I found interesting was that Huey's like, it really made me feel like James Bond taking down Vaughn. It's like, I thought you were a Remington Steele family.
Yeah, feeling like James Bond is not very Remington Steele of you.
Yeah, it's not Remington Steele at all.
Maybe when he's like walking on sunshine, he's in his Remington Steele mood. He did say he's suicidal. So maybe like for him, the lowest pits of life, when he's in his fields, he feels like James Bond.
Yeah, it makes
When he feels like a winner, he's Remington Steele. When he feels like a loser, he's James Bond.
Yeah, because James Bond sucks with the Remington Steele.
But he's talking about how his second wind is like a lot hotter than his first wind or something, and how like his first wind was like, really resistant to certain things, and the second one's like way more free spirited and like way more adventurous.
Yeah, his second one lets him do things in bed. The first one never even
considered, okay? Whole new ball game. He's rediscovering sexuality. His second wind is way more liberated.
Also, his second wind, you can bounce a quarter off of that wind's ass.
Yeah, that's true. All right. That first one, what are you going to do? Hold her hands? That's all you got left of her.
And they're not even that nice hands.
How long does hand holding really go?
Well, I mean, he can do some things with their hands.
Yeah, no, rigor mortis sets in as fast as you can think. Stan versus Homelander, round 2. This one actually amounts to less than the first time we saw them duke it out. Homelander and Stormfront have actual NPC dialogue.
Yeah.
Edgar comes in there. He's talking about how things are going to be great. Things are okay. It's all fine. A-Train's talking about, I need to be, what are my points on this, right? What fucking dot are we on? Stormfront and Homelander walk out the door and actually hear, well, I didn't see that in you. Well, maybe you don't know me that well. Maybe I don't. Well, yeah, maybe you really don't know me that well. Maybe I don't know you.
It would have been a lot cooler if this is happening when Homelander is going through his emo phase and he had Tom Maguire's haircut, so he could just wave the fan of hair off his head.
When we have Black Symbiote fucking Homelander.
That'd be amazing. That's definitely season 6 storyline.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a 5-season show. But no, that whole scene felt very like archive of our own Wattpad. This is supposed to be a flagship series for one of the biggest companies in the world who's just fucking around making, quote unquote art for the hell of it.
Yeah.
And this is the dialogue we're getting. Gosh, you're so different and like what, you're so like unique. He's like, I know.
You're not like other boys around
here.
Exactly,
I know. The boys.
The boys. You're not like the other boys around here.
The boys are hightailing it out of there, though. They're wanted. And that one helicopter didn't do the job. So now the Deep's here from Sandusky, Ohio.
Yeah, there's a big ocean.
From that landlocked, it's the Great Lakes. I don't think that yacht was in one of the Great Lakes.
It must have been. You saw how close they were in New York, right?
Okay. What Great Lake has blue whales in it?
All bodies of water are connected.
In a sense, maybe. The Deep's there. He's aura farming on the blue whale. Not to mention, if you didn't notice, not only did he do the whole, like, cool, look at me, I'm standing here, y'all are going to stop, right? Look at me, look how good I look. He did that, which is funny, and it's like, ha, 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 he's so stupid. But it's also actually bad writing at the same time, because he just straight up beached this whale.
Yeah.
And like, you saw it flailing around before it even got impaled, like...
That's true, he killed it first.
And considering we just saw him, like, care about some random lobster in a tank he just met... It's kind of strange that this whole Lucy whale he really cares about, he just straight up said, hold on, check this out, and actually beach this bitch.
Yeah, didn't he say he heard goldfish crying for their life 2 seconds ago, but he can't hear this thing? I can't breathe, I can't breathe.
I think he was honestly, those guys who are like, listen, all right, I just see red, saw them coming, he was just thinking so much about the moment that he couldn't think of anything, he just tuned everything else out.
He's like me, he just also gazes.
Yeah, he glazes over everything else. Can't say your own word. The boys pierce it, though. He didn't account for that. And I guess for the story to progress any further, the Deep is now unconscious. He has a little concussion for a minute or two. The boys kind of get away, but they're not.
How does Soups get concussions?
By smacking their head on concrete like everybody else.
So are they even remotely special?
Well, I can't summon blue whales at my leisure.
I've done it a few times. It's not that impressive.
Butcher kind of wants to get out of there. Frenchie and Kimiko are already gone, but Huey's kind of having a moment. And you think Butcher gets him out of it, but Butcher actually says, all right, fuck you, and walks away. And then Mother's Milk turns up, and suddenly it's an MMUE scene. and he like really loves Yui, and he's like, I'm not leaving you. I will stay here and I will get arrested with you. And then that snaps Yui out of it. And I guess I was right when I said that they had that whole sexual thing going on, this cat and mouse game. Not only is it now like a lot of sexual tension, now it's a lot of like romantic. Now it's more than just fucking.
Because they care about each other.
That's what I'm saying. There's like actual emotions, tangible feelings tied to it now.
But didn't he hate him last episode?
That was last episode.
Okay.
And we find out that Yui is actually Billy's canary. And Billy's just a coal miner. And Star's just a coal miner's daughter. Okay, thanks. Good writing again, guys. Yui's a canary.
Yeah, we should have like at least a flashback where Butcher has a canary he plays with, and he named it Huey.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden when he meets Huey, he's like, "You're my canary, Huey."
Exactly. Well, no, that'd be two in the notes. He has to be that he would have remembered that. He has to be told by Mother's Milk that Huey's his canary. So it could be a moment that's shared between the three of them, because Mother's Milk is just as important to the show as Butcher and Yui.
Yeah, I forgot it's a throuple.
Yeah, exactly. They're the three leads of the series. Stormfront's quippy. She knows all about the Church of the Collective. Look at her. No one really is happy to see the Deep, even though, again, without him being there, the boys, they'd probably still be in the sewer actually escaping. So I guess he didn't really do much.
Yeah, he slowed them down a little bit.
He traumatized them.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if he
they
slowed them
smell
down
like
at
whale
all. Yeah.
guts now.
That's true. Now they're going to be easier to find, surely smelling like whale blubber, like you said. But John's mean to Kevin. Kind of hurt my feelings. I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah.
He gets it up in his grill. He kind of, he mocks him. He says his gill is showing. And that's like an archaic rule, right? The Deep's just doing flips through everything. He's flipping through the air, and you're mad that his bra strap is showing?
That rule is ancient.
Yeah, well, apparently so is her bra.
And then they decide to do their little Scooby-Doo scavenger hunt in the tunnels trying to find everybody.
They're all
like
walking
the Hardy
around.
Boys.
A-Train has a heart problem again. Annie has like a vision problem, and when she sees Yui, she just puts her hands in the air. She doesn't care, and she just shoots him across the room.
I think he gave her a fright.
I agree. She might have been startled, but then she also was like, okay, that's Yui. Wait, hold on. She squinted like it is, and then she also still shot.
Well, I can see why you're confused. You would think that when her eyes light up like that, she can see better.
She can't see anything,
that light up like that.
That makes sense because it's so bright.
Exactly.
That's fair. And you wonder, how will we get out of this, right? Homelander's got them cornered. He wants her to kill Huey. Huey's just accepted it. He's like, yeah, please kill me. How are we going to get out of this? Well, of course, Billy will just say, oi, cunt, which will cause just enough of a distraction that a subway can be dropped from somewhere in the sky on top of Homelander. And then they'll get away because Butcher says, come on, guys, let's get away while that has him down, because for some reason this subway has Homelander out of the fight for a minute, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it
fell on him. Why can't he just fly out?
I feel like he should have pierced through and just been like, I'm still here,
fine,
motherfuckers.
Guys, it's nothing to me. And not even that, too. It has super reaction speed. He looks down, sees the floor break, stands there, gets hit by an entire... Why can't he catch the train?
Why can't he catch a train? Why can't he just laser his way through the fucking
train? Shoot right through it, jump
right
through it.
Why couldn't he move out of it? Because can he move almost as fast as A-Train?
Why didn't he just kill Starlight and Huey? Why did he even let Starlight kill Huey?
And he didn't hear fucking Deus Ex Machina Korean boy pop out from the corner to throw the subway down?
Can't hear anything.
Exactly. He has super hearing.
He doesn't.
Occasionally.
No, he doesn't. He can't hear. Stormlight can't see.
A-Train can't run.
A-Train can't run.
The Deep can't swim.
Noir can't speak.
This is just a fucking bunch of disabled people.
That's why he didn't want to
around.
add another one in the last episode. We've already got enough disabilities around us.
The only thing we don't have is a blind person, except Starlight's partially blind.
Yeah, again, she's just, she has facial blindness.
Yeah.
Then we get a big fight. Stormfront takes no prisoners, and really, why should she? Why should Soups have to worry about collateral damage? He feels a little bit beneath them. History is written by the victor.
Honestly, Stormfront's just killing these people just for being there. It's kind of fucking hot.
It's kind of fucking sexy. I agree.
She's determined, and it's fucking hot.
Okay, why? It's on. She's not actually doing the paperwork, obviously, but like, it's all going to be the same damage report. It's like, there was a fight that broke out. Sure, 50 people died. Maybe it could have been only 5, but 50 people. It's 50 people.
That girl should have been crying.
And also, if you're gonna kill this super terrorist, why not have a little fun and make the fight look a little bit bigger?
Yeah, make it seem like
Blame
you're doing
him.
your job.
Oh
exactly.
my gosh, I tried saving everyone, but this crazy terrorist killed everybody. Whoops.
Actually, she's doing that Vought a huge favor. They're so obsessed with PR. It would be ridiculous if this terrorist escaped and make a big deal about a terrorist.
Exactly.
Kill anybody. She's doing everything.
She's
doing everything.
She's actually almost about to kill Kumiko, but then you remember Kumiko is a main character, so instead she kind of just lets Kumiko go. And then she rips off Joe Miko's arms by the wrist. And then she chokes him and she snaps his neck and she demands eye contact. And that was also very sexy.
Yeah, I'd let her snap my fucking neck if she said something like that. Within reason.
I think I'd prefer just the choking aspect and not the neck snapping.
Within reason, all right?
But she's a murderer, and Homelander has a Woody, and the sexual tension is palpable. And yeah, I get it, John. I also would have fallen. I did fall in love. I fell in love right then and there.
He seemed a little more upset here yet. I don't think he knows what he's feeling exactly just yet.
I think that he feels like aroused. He's also like still really uncomfortable what happened with Becca. He's in his head about that.
Yeah, it's more of a fear boner than anything else.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I think he's like super aroused, but he's also like still has a bit of like that morning. He still has that like tension in his gut from what happened with his son and his like whole faux family. Just kind of like internalizing that. He's also getting excited, but he has like this mental block. He's like, I feel sad. I'm such a sad boy today. I can't be such a horny boy. I think he's getting in the way of it. I think he's just getting everything tangled up. Now he doesn't know how to feel.
And if you don't know how to feel, that's a fearful thing. So I think it is a fear boner. I just find it interesting though that Jomiko gets his head ripped off and Kimiko just
watches from afar.
And not to spoil anything, but we all know she is able to speak.
Right.
This wasn't a good enough time to fucking say anything.
Well, no, she's not fucking her brother.
Yeah, but she doesn't watch Frenchie's hair off. She sees him get put in the back of a fucking van.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to have sex with her brother. She wants to fuck Frenchie.
I think you're missing the point here.
How am I missing the point?
Because the point is she should open up her fucking mouth.
But why would she care that this guy's getting killed?
It's her fucking brother.
She's not fucking unless she's fucking Frenchie.
Okay, it's good to know that if I'm in that situation, you're just gonna say, "Hey, I'm not trying to fuck him. Who cares?"
You think I'm trying to waste my time on you, not get some strange? It's the end of the episode. It's time for their wrap up. Billy and Yui share a longing gaze. Stormfront and Homelander, they share one too. And this like weird meta kind of way, Kamiko through the TV also shares one with Stormfront.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
It's actually really bad.
Yeah, is it me or did this entire episode, kind of like the last two episodes of the season, almost feel like nothing happened and just like on to the next one? They're trying to get us somewhere.
It's interesting you said because I also felt like nothing was happening.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like Mad Men where there's that whole A, B, C, and D storyline, and where each storyline has a start, a middle, and an end. And they're all actually self-contained within the episode to still progress the overall narrative forward. But like, we're actually going to have like completion in this one episode. It's not just to get to the next part, right? This isn't just, we're on Nick King's road going to the city. We're supposed to like get to the bar, have a drink or something.
Well, we did have that one mention of liberty,
right?
So maybe that there is something going on here.
So that was the setup. Everything else was just filler. And then the only one concrete thing is Liberty might be somebody. Liberty might be somebody, and that one woman on Stan Edgar's TV also could be relevant somehow.
Yeah, it is pretty disappointing, though. I mean, I'm enjoying it, kind of, but, like, yeah, nothing is going on.
No, season 2 is somehow already just a serious step down from season 1.
Which is, I don't remember it being there. I remember it being very tightly connected to the first season, which I guess it is kind of, but also it's not at all.
Not at all. Okay, I saw the first season. Ryan was a fat kid.
Yeah, and also, in the end of the last season, wasn't Huey's dad there like, I'm so proud of you for standing up for yourself? Where the fuck is he?
I don't know. Is that true?
I'm pretty sure he was in that fucking basement with
when they were all hiding out?
Yeah.
What's his idiot dad's name?
Stan?
Jerry?
Chris? Bob? Tony?
I don't know.
Lorenzo? Where is he? And why doesn't Homelander fucking find him and lure Huey out that they're trying to get the boys? There's a billion things they do that they just don't do.
Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashley Barrett.
With the boys. With the boys, Yui. Yui. With the boys.
Yui.
Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys.
Yui.
Yui. Yui. Yui.
With the boys.
Yui with the boys. Yui. 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 Yui.
I know. I'm still getting used to it, too.
Ashley! Your dick was so perfect.
And long and stretchy.
You played my butt like jazz.
With poise and skill and
willingness to
improvise.
Let's get to work.
Frenchie does drugs in this episode. Sadly, not even a trace amount of any fentanyl. So he's here to live another day. He's still alive and fully prepared to have this like intense one-on-one look at Miko. It's not your fault, right? And she rightfully chokes him out. And then he immediately, not only does he get choked out, right? Listen, okay, if I try having a heart-to-heart with this girl I liked, right? And she just, decided in a fit of rage to choke me. You know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I said, no.
I didn't mean to.
I'd be unbuckling my belt buckle. Okay, are we doing this? Listen, I thought you were grieving. This is the way you grieve. That's fine.
You're a real freaky freak? You're like a real freaky naughty?
I can be your joystick in this situation. And instead he bitches out, and then we don't even know if she would have you don't think there's a chance? We've all seen a woman grieve, all right? What does a woman do when she gets sad? She fucks some guy she hates.
Yeah, she sucks a dick.
Right, exactly, right? Just one appears and materializes, okay? Phone numbers get texted.
Exactly.
DMs get answered. So Frenchie bitches out.
Hold on, I want to backpedal to the fentanyl bit. That would be so fucking funny if for the entirety of this series and this put on, if Frenchie was just a fucking fentanyl zombie.
Oh yeah,
in the
whole
corner.
show, he's just actually hunching
so
over.
Fucking funny.
It'd be better than what we actually got.
It'd be a hell of an
upgrade for Frenchie. And I'll say right here now, I refuse to watch this whole Homelander slander at the beginning of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, I see Stillwell standing there in her little teddy, right, in her little nightie, and her baby doll, and you know, I know it's Elizabeth Shue for Anthony Starr's sake, but I also know that it's not Madeline Stillwell for John Homelander's sake. So fuck this scene. And this is actually sick and twisted, and my Homelander would never.
Made me uncomfortable to watch.
I don't know why we couldn't just have like that old school trauma, you know, instead of that new school trauma. Remember that old school trauma where like your male character gets sad and he like loses a long lost love, and half the time I'd say, yeah, he actually is responsible for her death. So, like there's a real weight to his trauma, to his mourning. He would just like go to the red light district and find some street walking whore in fishnets, stilettos, and like a jacket of fur that's only the sleeves. He'd find her and he'd have some cheap party hardy wig, and he just tossed her, and he'd like fuck her, you know, doggy, crying the whole time because he misses the love of his life. And this girl kind of now has her haircut, and then she'd say something like really, you know, down. She'd say something like lowbrow scumbag, you know, heroin addict type shit, where he said shut up, and he just
and he'd kill her.
Yeah, then he'd kill her too. Exactly. Yeah. Of course, right? Red light district. What do you expect?
Yeah, or if he doesn't do that, he would have a couple of cigarettes, have a couple of beers, go to some warehouse and just dance his feelings out, Flashdance style. Not Flashdance. Fuck, I'm an
Footloose
idiot.
Style. That's close enough.
Just cut it. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
It'd be cool too if Homelander just decided to instead pull out a chair and yank the water from the ceiling and just pose as well. Instead of whatever this is, you know, I don't even want to talk about it, let alone think about it.
Honestly, it's a little pathetic of Homelander. Just go get a hooker.
Go get a hooker. It's that simple. Just go get a hooker.
Just go get a hooker.
In addition to fuck that scene, also fuck whatever Mallory was talking about to Butcher. And what is Butcher talking about to MM? He's apparently leaving again after he just got back.
I was confused too because Butcher's like, here's Rebecca. Is like, doesn't he know her? He was there.
He doesn't know how he got there.
Yeah, I know, but like,
he had to retrace his steps.
I think the last scene of the last season didn't happen at all.
With who? With that other guy who wasn't Ryan?
You're right. I keep forgetting the fact that Ryan's fake.
That was how Billy thought that would have. Think about it, right? It was Billy thinking it was a dream.
You're right.
Billy knows what Becca looks like. He knows what Homelander looks like.
That's one hell of a fucking dream.
He was just like guessing what Ryan looked like.
So it wasn't a dream. He's clairvoyant. He can see the future just to get all the details right.
No. He knew there was a kid. Mallory told him that much.
But he saw the house, so he knows there's the house. He can
knew
see
it was
the
a house. It's your classic suburban house.
Okay, you're right.
It's your idyllic, picturesque suburban neighborhood. He was just filling in the blanks.
He just knew Homelander was going to be there, and he knew Homelander was the father.
He saw pictures of Becca as a kid. He's like, well, she was a bit of a fatso. Okay. So obviously she'd have some fat, tub lard-ass kid walking around.
I guess you're right. I know.
And that explains why in his mind he thought, oh, Homelander's kid would know he has powers. He'd flash his red eyes defensively.
You know, the problem is I don't know what it's like to be married and have my wife get raped by Homelander.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
That's true. You haven't gone to that stage of life
I don't get it.
Which begs the question, why not just open the episode at the first good scene of the episode, you know? Why don't we just start off with Homelander and Starlight in the elevator, since nothing prior to that scene was worth anything?
Yeah, that was a pretty good scene.
That was sick.
That was really sick.
You know, Homelander, he walks in there kind of nonchalant, and he doesn't really know what to think about it. Suddenly, the doors close and she's getting an appendectomy. That was pretty cool.
I like him walking in and immediately taking his gloves off, though. Do you think that was written, or do you think that was just Anthony Starr knowing how to act?
Yeah.
Because
based on the rest of the episode that was written by someone, we should assume the good parts were not written by anyone.
Because he's like ready to fuck it. I'm gonna do the Tucker Carlson bit. He's ready to spank her. She's been a bad girl.
Daddy's come home. The hens to roost, you know. And yeah, it's not gonna hurt him more than it hurts you. It's gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts him. Elevator Homelander was way cooler than opening scene Homelander. But then again, at the same time, I also don't know, like, the scene started off really cool when he was, like, going for the appendectomy. That was cool. But then they just kind of ended it abruptly, where suddenly I'm sitting there thinking, this isn't the Sicilian scene. I'm not sure, you know... Annie didn't even mention the pantomimes of how someone could be told if they're lying or not. And she never even pulled out a Chesterfield before saying, so look at me, am I lying? And then Homelander just took it at face value. He's like, no, you're not lying. He walked away. They removed all of the dramatic tension of the Sicilian scene.
Which I don't get, because I'm not gonna spoil anything, but later on he mentioned somebody's heartbeat, so it's like...
He should be able to tell.
He should be able to tell she's lying.
He can tell sometimes. He's not very observant, actually.
I think he's just confused at how good she looks in that outfit.
I think he must be confused, because Homelander just then, immediately after shoving his fucking hand into her stomach, he just, like, lets her leave the tower, and he's just back to his business as she walks 10 feet to her left and goes into the park to have a stroll with Huey.
She was on holiday.
Does the show ever... Does this show ever have any fucking stakes whatsoever? Starlight almost just got her intestines ripped out, and then 5 minutes later, she goes to the guy she was just lying about. You don't think Homelander says, all right, I believe you. You would think he would then check.
To some capacity. You think he'd have Black Noir follow her or something.
Apparently she's gone. She's now in Times Square with Huey. They're talking, and then she does that really cute thing where Starlight feels Huey. Actually, he gets an important phone call, and he goes to leave. So since she feels him physically pulling away from her, she immediately starts the waterworks. She makes him stay.
Classic
she feels
woman.
That distance. Yeah, right? Classic woman, you said?
Yes, exactly what I said.
That's what was so interesting to me, because I thought, sure, I know she's a girl, but she's also a soup, and I thought soup girls were different than just regular girls, you know?
No, women are exactly the same no matter what status they have.
Apparently it's mind games no matter, where you are in your life. While I do love Ashley very much, and like, admittedly, the only reason I can even stomach rewatching this show is because of her, right? I'm just trying to get my Colby Minifee fix somehow, since she won't answer all of my like very troubling DMs. All of like the fucking weird, schizophrenic, highly threatening messages I've been sending her in mail, to her parents' house, to her, all of her social media platforms.
As one does.
As one fella in love does. I have to kind of agree with A-Train here. Ashley used to get him his fucking coffee. Who the fuck does she think she is, walking in here with her blunt-ass fucking bangs, telling him she's gonna have a fucking parade and a tour and a Vought Plus TV show as she's standing here in that ruffled fucking shirt of hers?
Honestly, she's standing there like Buzz and Mel in her fucking mouth.
That's the fucking problem, and A-Train's right. Sure, Homelander walks in, says sayonara, right? Tells him yada, yada, yada. But I don't think we got enough closure for A-Train to say, A-Train maybe should have smacked the bitch.
Really fast, at least.
She's not gonna know what happens.
What the hell hit me in the face?
Be gone. But no, I don't like how she's acting at all, and I'm actually on A-Train's side. This is bullshit. Almost as much as the next scene, which is even more bullshit, of we didn't start the fire.
Yeah.
Listen, all right, I don't really like Mother's Milk, but I guess he has a much stronger like moral compass than I did. Because if I was driving that car, I'd jerk the fucking wheel.
They would have killed all of us.
I would have killed all of us. And you're thinking,
I would have started the fire.
She's a soup. She wouldn't die. No, but I will. And that's enough of a reprieve for me. And maybe I would have been able to handle, like, hey, you know what? We're in a car. It's a road trip. We're singing show tunes, right? It happens. But once if I'm driving and, I'm just, I got my hand on the steering wheel, I'm looking around, I happen to catch a glance in my rear view, and I see Yui sitting there looking at her, looking at Annie like this for fucking singing We Didn't Start the Fire. Like, he's like, I finally found her.
Yeah,
I finally found the girl who can say fucking Richard Nixon, Doris Day, right? All that nonsense. It's not even like, she wasn't even singing All for Lena or like Anthony's song or even old time rock and roll, for fuck's sake.
These are really good points.
It's We Didn't Start the Fire.
Yeah, exactly. So
is this 80? We only play 80s, Joel? The fuck is this?
So I have 3 issues with this scene. A, who the fuck knows all the words to fucking We Didn't Start the Fire?
Me.
In How I Met Your Mother, Marshall walks in his apartment building.
Red China Johnny, right? South Pacific, yeah.
And he's like, wow, you really do know all the words
Joe
to We Didn't Start the Fire.
DiMaggio.
Like, it's a punchline that's ridiculous to know the words that We Didn't Start the Fire. These two know all the words that We Didn't Start the Fire.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking charming.
If she was like, what's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Can't you tell that your tie's too wide? Ties too wide.
Too tight.
Too wide.
Too tight.
That's the opposite.
You're the opposite.
You're the opposite.
My other issue with it is, when the fuck do you turn the radio on and We Didn't Start the Fire is playing?
That's not even.
And they can just
that's
jump
constantly on.
No, it's not.
Genuinely, you can go on Sirius XM.
Hello, genuinely.
You can go on Sirius XM at any time of the day, and you can
They're
find.
not listening to Sirius XM,
You don't know
motherfucker.
that.
They're listening to FM radio.
You don't know that?
I know that for a fucking fact.
If you can find it on XM, you can find it on FM.
No way, Jose. Whoever's right, if it's wide, then I'll pour the next shot. If it's tight, you're pouring the next shot. And it's tight. That's about one of the only lyrics I know by Joel.
What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Can't you tell that your tie's too wide? Maybe I should buy some old tab collars. Welcome back to the age of jive.
You know what else? I can read lyrics too.
Where have you been hiding out lately, honey? You can't dress trashy till you spend a lot of money. Everybody talking about the new sound funny, but it's still rock and roll to me.
That's great. I can also misread lyrics. It's great.
What's the matter with the car I'm driving? Can't you tell that it's out of style?
You're telling me he never
Should
says
I
too
get
tight
a set of white wall ties? Are you going to cruise the miracle mile?
You're telling me he says he never once says too tight.
Nowadays you can't be too sentimental.
Hey, Mr. Billy
Your best
Joel
bet's
over there.
True. Baby blue, continental, hot funk, cool punk. Even if it's old junk, it's still rock and roll to me. See, even when you're angry with me, you couldn't help but sing along.
I'm from Long Island.
Because Billy Joel is that good.
The
problem is, who the fuck sings along to We Didn't Start the Fire?
Nobody. Besides Billy Joel, nobody.
My point stands. Mother's Milk should have jerked the fucking wheel.
And started the fire.
All right, he could have killed himself. He could have killed Huey. All right? Maybe Annie January lives, all right? But he doesn't. And if he was actually if Mother's Milk actually cared about Huey, he wouldn't let him settle for some girl who sings the words We Didn't Start the Fire.
Huey, I know you think she's the one
Listen,
for you.
I get
she's
it.
Not.
She's hot, all right? But she's fucking nuts.
There's a lot of hot girls, but none of them sing We Didn't Start the Fire. None of them.
Then Frenchie cries about kissing Komiko to some hot, living exposition dump.
It's insane.
Yeah, something about lamplighter. Really, who gives a fuck?
I don't.
Mother's Milk, then, he's cool for about 5 minutes when he's giving Annie the cold shoulder. But apparently all it took was mentioning, hey guys, to Fathers and Sugar and Bob's your fucking uncle. Also, Annie, don't help that guy? Yeah, I'm not sure how she would. Last time I checked, her powers are electric based.
What are you gonna do? Exactly.
You gonna jumpstart the fucking car? You got hit by a truck.
Exactly. What's she gonna do? Help his car work?
I mean, you should say exactly, but I don't help your car. I just said that. And you're like, yeah, car work.
It's funny.
Billy scales the walls. He finds Becca. It was really just that one obstacle. It was one wall.
Also, there's security there.
There was.
Isn't Ryan like their most prized possession at this point?
Yeah, but what's the kid gonna do? Climb a 10-foot high wall?
You know what this is a lot like? The way Becca's living is entirely Wayward Pines. Because it's ridiculous.
I didn't see that show. That's cool.
Yeah, you don't have to fucking. I'm just telling you something.
Okay, you're just.
I didn't realize that you and I could have conversations. Just
how
because.
can I converse about it if I haven't seen the show?
I can't. Okay, how many times you tell me things I haven't seen?
Yui sleeps with a sleep apnea Mother's Milk just because I don't know because Mother's Milk is his dad all of a sudden and says, hey, yeah,
you're
sleeping
rooms.
with me, buddy. All right, listen, I was your age once too. All right, I remember all the dirty thoughts I had.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
That was dumb. Made no sense. It also immediately cut to like, oh wait, that's silly. We want them to fuck. All right, they're sharing an almond joy.
It turns out snoring fucking Moses is not a big obstacle. Apparently,
no. Almost as much of an obstacle as that wall Billy had to scale to find Becca. They have an almond joy, which almond joys do suck.
Aphrodisiacs.
Somehow Yui hasn't noticed the whole OCD thing. That's interesting. Did you realize that Mother's Milk is black, or did that also slip your mind? You just never caught on to that fact. I never catched it.
In Huey's defense, Mother's Milk's only been OCD for like 3 days.
Right, he's only known him for about 2, so he should have caught on to it.
I guess you're right.
Then she talks about having a knot in her stomach, talking about how hard her life is and all the stress, and then they fuck.
Wow, I never thought it was a romantic story before.
Apparently it isn't a romantic story. And then we have this really cool, like, parallel, this, like, high-class, highbrow writing where it's like, all right, well, let's think about this, right? We said, like, last episode or the one before that Huey is Billy's canary.
Mm-hmm.
So if the canary fucks, so does the coal miner. And Billy's fucking Becca while Huey's fucking Starlight. And
I didn't even pick up on that. That's crazy.
Again, dude, it's just, like, top-notch, Kripke writing.
It's actually really good writing.
It's good writing, I know. It's like, oh my God. That's like 2 characters doing something at the same time in the same story, like having this parallel storytelling. Oh my God. Now I understand, the constant praise the show gets. In addition to that, brilliance, we've also intercut this episode with these out-of-place interviews as Kevin's trying to find the Deep's new strange. Mm-hmm. Doesn't add anything to the episode.
No, but I agree Gianna's the one.
Gianna's the one? Yeah.
Gianna, vagina, same thing.
Well, definitely wasn't the first girl. I don't remember what she said, but I know she wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, she talked way too much.
And then the third girl was down to fuck. But apparently that wasn't what we're going for now, so we're gonna go with that middle girl in the middle.
I'm on the deep side, that's what I was going for.
No, it's obviously, we're supposed to like the one who talked the most. That's how stories work.
What was she even talking about?
She said something. She said like
croquet. What was she saying?
No, crochet. Men play croquet. Women crochet.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's true.
It's hard to know. That's an easy one to get tongue tied over. You know what's really cool, though?
What's that?
Quite possibly the coolest part of the entire episode. I don't know if you caught this. For the observant viewer, for a noticer.
The one who notices.
Some people would have caught on to the fact that we've now checked off our checklist for the second One Tree Hill alum, Maria Muniz. Welcome to the fucking
Dude,
show.
I didn't even notice that. That's tight. That's awesome.
You telling me Keith Scott's girlfriend's here?
Yeah, where's Keith?
Where's Dan?
Where's Nate?
Where's anybody else from One Tree Hill?
Where's Lucas?
I'm
Where's
fine
Brooke
without Lucas
Davis?
now.
Where's
I'm
Haley?
Where's
Peyton?
I'm actually finding a lot of people not being there. Back to Homelander. What is he up to? Is he fucking a male shapeshifter? Is he drinking titty milk? Is he... We actually haven't seen him do anything else besides those two things in a while, so it's one of those two things, I would guess. I'd be wrong. He's outing Maeve to Maria Munoz. And I guess for like 1.5 seasons thus far, I was kind of on the fence, wondering, like, is Homelander really that bad of a guy?
Yeah.
But after seeing him do that, now I realize that he's obviously the villain of the show, because there's nothing more horrific he could possibly do in the show than do this.
That's so true.
So now that he's outed Queen Maeve, I know he's obviously the real villain of the show. He has no redemption. He's gone a step too far.
Honestly, he wears American flag. We shown he was the bad guy all along.
Yeah, obviously. That was already unforgiving, but this, this is unforgiving.
This is really unforgiving.
Yeah, exactly. And now this whole time, I was thinking I obviously wanted the Seven to win, right? That they've been around for 100 years at this point.
Yeah, plus they're the good guys.
I want some upstart, Silicon Valley bullshit boys startup just coming in here and wreaking havoc, anarchist style. But while the boys are just all separated for this episode, if you didn't notice, Billy's off scouring the Midwest trying to find his former love. Mother's Milk and Huey and Starlight are having a road trip. Kumiko's just out of her, like, I don't know, dungeon, her cage, her
just wandering around freely,
dank dwelling, whatever musky part of the basement she was stuck in, she's now gotten out. She's gotten her first, like, dose of vitamin D in a decade, and she is stank face walking her way through a crowd to not kill Stormfront. Because it turns out Frenchie, the fentanyl addict, he's here. And I guess, because I know he's a human, right? He's normal.
I think so.
So him catching
Besides
her,
being French, he's normal.
Yeah, as normal as a French person can be. So I guess him catching her soup fist in stride was more of like, she felt the contact and then looked, but then she was so distracted by that gaudy ass sweater of his. She, like, it completely pulled her focus to the mess on his shirt, how repugnant he looked. And she's like, French, God, you're really wearing. And by the time she actually pulled focus back to Stormfront, she was electricity flying away.
Yeah, it was a fashion no-no.
It was a fashion no-no. And he, I think he may have said a word to her. All I know is that it was interesting. For the second time in this season, we see Stormfront, and we cut away from Stormfront, and then someone's talking, libbity-bibbity this, libbity-bibbity that. And it made me wonder. I thought, hold on a second. Maybe Liberty's Stormfront, right?
True.
And I thought, well, we're on episode 4, so I'm assuming, I guess I can, digest that thought for a couple episodes. I'll think about maybe, are there more connections? Is Stormfront Liberty?
Yeah.
Well, actually, right after that, Mother's Milk does some, weak-ass Denzel and Malcolm X type monologue where he's like, the Book of Eli, Hurricane, Glory. He's doing Training Day and everything.
King Kong got nothing on me.
And then he's talking to some woman who doesn't, for some inexplicable reason, she doesn't seem to connect with Huey so much, but she's, on the same page with Mother's Milk.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I don't know what it was. It could be Huey's fault. It could be, maybe they just have some shared innate connection that we couldn't pick up on ourselves.
Maybe she doesn't like Billy Joel, and she could tell he's a Billy Joel fan.
Maybe she heard them pull up, still singing for the 10th time around, We Didn't Start the Fire.
I think that's what it was.
But she likes Mother's Milk for some reason. And then her and Mother's Milk talk. And, she just, immediately kind of spills the beans, gives her whole entire life story without really, sure, she says for, legal purposes, oh, don't mention this, I signed an NDA.
Yeah.
But then she breaks the law and she runs her mouth because I guess, we don't respect NDAs anymore. And conveniently, she also very much happens to have a newspaper right next to her, which happens to have Stormfront on the cover, or, on page 5. And yeah, Stormfront, she is Liberty. That mystery is solved. It's over. Stormfront is Liberty.
It blew my mind because I don't remember them revealing it
immediately.
I get we're halfway through the season, right? But it feels like we're only an episode into this season because nothing's happened so far. But it's crazy. They're just, who's Liberty? I don't know. Actually, Liberty's this character.
Well, remember in Fight Club how the narrator was talking?
Yeah.
And then he was like, "I met Tyler Durden. I'm Tyler Durden, by the way, just so you guys know."
Yeah, when on the plane, he's like, "By the way, this is me."
I'm also Tyler Durden. Yeah. Remember how in Usual Suspects, Kevin Spacey, like, he took a couple steps limping, and he's like, "By the way, just so you guys know, I'm actually faking this limp."
Yeah. I guess this really shows how great this show is. Like, you don't notice those until the second watch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I thought Slow Burn, who's Liberty.
Yeah.
Turns out, no. After that weak-ass Denzel impression, it's, I don't know, Stormfront. She understands memes, apparently. She rage baits Homelander. She's like, some people make millions, some people make memes.
That's pretty cool.
Some people have fans, some people have soldiers. I don't know. Apparently, that made him think he needs to, like, I don't know, rush back to the woods or something, because he just beelines it out of there.
She said, "I'll help you with anything,"
and he's like, "I'm not."
And he didn't hear that part.
No,
I heard what she was putting down.
Yeah, and he was not picking it up. He's like, "I don't need your help. I'm a strong, independent woman." Becca and Butcher, they fucked, but reality bites, and Butcher's right. Ryan is a soup freak and annoying, and will only get more annoying. And he wants to kind of dip, but Becca says no. So que sera, sera. You know, whatever will be. C'est la vie. That's life.
Yeah, live and live loca.
Yeah, we move on immediately. It's not important. It never was. We then see our 20th almond joy of the episode. Starlight says Yui can't smash again. She ain't gonna let us, the audience, see our boy Huey thrash again. Hate to see it. She fucked and dumped, or I guess got fucked and dumped in.
Which is really gross. You can't let a guy fuck you and then say bye-bye immediately. That's gross.
Dude, men have been doing it for a millennia, man. It's about time. It's about time, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm so wrong.
We've been getting away with it for so long. It would only be fair.
Female power.
We do know one thing, though. The only thing Yui pulls out of his driveways. And he may have fucked Annie for the first time that night in that dingy motel. Is it?
Yeah, in season 1, her eyes started glowing like crazy in that one episode. Yui fucks.
That means they had sex?
I mean, yeah, obviously. My eyes glow whenever I climax.
Yui, my boy, he got in there, fucked her like he missed her.
Well, you know, he did fuck her one time prior, but they didn't sing Billy Joel the first time. So now, the first time they fucked, but this time they made love.
Yeah, this time they started the fire.
Exactly.
Kripke strikes again with his good writing. Not only do we see Yui fuck Starlight while Billy was fucking Becca, similarly enough, turns out that Billy and Yui both get drained dry and immediately discarded of. I guess Becca and Annie talked about this beforehand because they're on the same page, and Billy and Yui are both wildly in the dark as to what they thought happened the night before.
Yeah,
they both were looking at rings. They're thinking about deposits. They're thinking about, I want her to take my last name, but like if she wants me to take hers, like I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to step on that dream for her.
Yeah, exactly.
But both girls said no to them. They both got dropped like fourth period French.
Both got used, it feels like.
Yeah, used and abused.
Yui got used.
And then Homelander, I guess, finally has his post-nut clarity, and he wraps up this stupid, godforsaken episode by going into the woods again and putting an end to this stupid, goes nowhere waste of an entire plot that only really exists to undercut the only interesting part of this entire show. Because like that's what you do with great villains in all media, right? Like the Joker in The Dark Knight. Remember the part where like he has that cool opening scene where he does his own bank robbery, then he kills all of his own crew members?
Yeah.
Remember how immediately after that it cuts like a 4-hour gooning session where we just saw like how horny he really was and how he would stoop to such lows just to get that nut out?
Yeah, as all great villains do.
And then after we really just brought him down a few pegs and like made you think this guy's not that intimidating or interesting, he's kind of just a fucking loser. That's when he then went to the whole Harvey Dent fundraiser and like caused a ruckus. You're like, oh, this guy really is cool.
Yeah.
Homelander, kind of the same thing. It's like, oh, he's the big bad. Let's really make him look like a sad sack of shit so we, the writers, can feel morally superior to the character we created. Yeah. That's really cool. That's what you do with villains, right? You take a villain, you get a nice wet towel of a villain, and you just wring him dry, right? You get rid of all the juice, and you just wring it dry till it's just empty and nothing.
That's how you create a compelling villain.
I don't know how else you could make Homelander interesting if you didn't just completely ruin him at every single turn. He's the big bad. Yeah, he's a big bad, but he's not. You shouldn't take him that seriously. The whole show stakes upon taking him seriously, but like realistically, he's not that competent. He's kind of incompetent, actually.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashley Barrett.
With the boys. With the boys, Yui. Yui. With the boys. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui with the boys. Yui.
I know. I'm still getting used to it too.
Ashley! Your dick was so perfect
and long and stretchy.
You played my butt like jazz.
With poise and skill and
willingness to
Improvise.
Let's get to work.
So I don't think you caught even necessarily a single second of this one. You were kind of in that whole sleeping head back 90-degree angle where it's your neck goes up, your head is completely dislodged back, staring at the ceiling.
Well, that's an interesting state, actually, because while I wasn't in the room, I was simultaneously in the room catching snippets. I was smirking and, like, thinking I was alive.
You thought you had you thought you were really invested.
Yeah.
And then you found out you really weren't at all.
Well, funny thing is, when you ask me questions about it, I have no idea what I saw, but I saw some things.
Well, it was fun because you said, you were like, we should record. You know, we should keep recording. You're right. You're like, dude, fuck it, let's fucking go. And then I threw the episode on, and the second I hit play, you fell asleep. And then we immediately had to, like, stop recording. So I watched it, and then we had to stop recording so you could, like, I don't know, get some sleep or some other weak-ass shit you had to do. And you missed just about all of it.
I think I got most
like,
of
in
it.
your opinion, from your, like, very narrow-minded view, right? With your sleepy-ass tunnel vision, what do you think happened? What do you think transpired in this episode?
So basically what happened was Butcher went to see some lady.
Okay.
Took a dog for a walk.
Right.
And then Black Noir was doing some badass shit on a rooftop.
Okay.
And then Homelander was
angry about something.
Yeah, it's the whole episode.
That's the gist of it.
Huey was talking about Billy Joel.
I don't know, did he?
Mother's Milk was always like, "Use my boy now."
Right.
Starlight was some self-righteous bullshit.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of a gimme. That's every episode.
So I got the whole thing.
But from my point of view,
can we go in talking? I got it all.
From my point of view, with my eyes open, I kind of, we opened up. It was rather simple. Homelander, he's like kind of in trouble because he killed some random guy from another country. Which, yeah, I guess that would be troublesome to like some people. I understand that, like, he's kind of like Superman, Captain America, the goody-goody, American classic, the nuclear family, all-American football star son. But I think really that if I were living in this world, I would also assume that Homelander's only really a good guy for America.
Yeah.
Like, he's not wearing the Ethiopian flag on his back. He's wearing the American flag on his back. So I think him going down 9.5 points and, like, everyone's freaking out that now there's some footage of him killing some random guy in Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be any skin off my back,
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
He spent the entire first season talking about, like, wanting to be a part of the U.S. Army, and while those commercials might be pretty progressive at times, when push comes to shove, the Army goes into, foreign territories and kills people.
Yeah, exactly.
So I really wouldn't be that, like, are you kidding me? John Homelander did what? I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, it's not like he went to some school and killed the students.
Even then, you look at world news. You see how often foreign schools, like, yeah, there's this bomb went off and, like, this girl's primaries, they're all dead. I don't know. It's kind of just like, it's the rules of the road, like George Carlin says.
It's the rules of the road.
Rules of the road. Forget about it. It's the rules of the road. Then Butcher goes grocery shopping, like you said, and he visits, like, maybe his mom, maybe his aunt.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was his mom or supposed to be
he visited
Becca's
some
mom.
woman. It could be Becca's mom, but I feel like Becca's mom would be like, well, call me. What is she saying? Well, call me Nina. What does she say?
You may call me Aunt Vicky.
Exactly. I think that's what Becca's mom would be like. So I don't think it was. I think it was just some. It was either Butcher's mom or like Butcher's mom's friend or something.
Okay.
But he went to some old lady's house and he was like talking to her about something.
Oh, you know what I remember actually? I'm cutting you off for 1 second. When Butcher's walking his dog, they kept showing his feet because of the height level of the dog. Butcher is kind of a dickhead for having his cuff of his boots just hanging out over his pants like that. I did that shit when I was in high school, thinking that was cool.
Yeah, when you were
You're
watching
a full-grown man.
When you were watching Breakfast Club,
Exactly.
you were John Bender.
Exactly.
I'll tie a bandana around my knee.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll wear a white long sleeve shirt with a ripped sleeve flannel on top of it. Yeah, no, we've all been there. Billy hasn't grown up.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Billy is in a state of arrested development.
Exactly. Put your toe, the shoe tongue into your pant leg.
Deep in his pretend wifey, they go on Katie Couric. I like that. I'm actually a sucker for any like realism world building. Like I want to see what does, I want to see footage in season 5 of the show where Homelander is sitting down, talk firecrackers, saying how, man, it used to be so much easier. Back in the day, you just go on TLR with Carson Daly and you would just shoot the shit. So I like the world, but I like seeing Katie Couric, the second director of photography, the assistant director. He went ahead, he filmed this scene. Now it's like, ooh, it looks like we're actually on Katie Couric. It's like a 60 minutes broadcast interview style. Yeah. I like that.
And I actually remember this part.
That's pretty solid, right? Then we hard cut Komiko peeling off some guy's face, just ripping his face off of his head. Seems a little bit much. But according to the show, the needle drop said otherwise. According to the show, it was actually the coolest, most like empowering moment of all time. Me, the viewer, seemed like overkill. So I feel like Kumiko could have gone in there and just asked a few questions. Maybe like, grabbed a guy by his shirt, picked up, held him against the wall, maybe threw a glass across the room. Instead, she tore off a man's face.
Well, she can't talk. She has to make everything very theatrical.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, most marginalized people like to make the world about them, so it makes sense. She's like, I can't speak. I have this, ailment, this hardship. The world's against me. Unlike the people who have no ailments, who are not violent, me with my ailment, I should be violent.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Somehow Mother's Milk and Yui track down Miss Mama Butcher, whoever she may be. Whatever old lady, this old fling. Maybe she's Billy's mom. Maybe she took Billy's virginity.
Yeah, it's Billy's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, Billy's first, right? It was his mom's friend. He just got back home from swim practice. She happened to sneak into his room. We've seen it 1,000 times. Well, he kind of wants to storm off Billy, but Butcher is a noticer, and he happens to notice Black Noir on that rooftop you mentioned. And it's a pretty cool shot, but I don't know if I buy that when Billy himself is like, where's your fucking rage? And he's backing up out of a driveway in a tizzy.
Yeah.
I've backed out of a few driveways in haste, and I don't even look in the roof. I don't even look in the side view mirror. I don't check my side view. If I'm angry, I'm just zooming out of there, all right? The world can stop and wait for me.
That's irresponsible.
So I think it's crazy that Billy, while up in arms, while furious, while how dare these guys, I think it's crazy he actually, buckled up, checked his fucking blinkers, looked in his side view, was 10 and 2. He sees Black Noir. I'm assuming by that logic, Black Noir saw him, but then instead of ninja dart throwing some, what are those things called?
Throwing stars.
Yeah, but they have a better name than that. It's whatever. He throws whatever he throws at him. You think he would have just stopped Billy on the way back into the house, but he lets Billy go back in the house. He lets Billy warn old lady, her dog, Mother's Milk, and Yui. And when I'm waiting for that climax to happen, this big, what's going to happen with now Black Noir is here. He's here to fuck shit up. Instead, it's much more important, much more prevalent to the story. Let's see what hashtag Queen Maeve is doing, right? More like hashtag Brave Maeve. And finally, Maeve has the first interesting scene of the entire series.
Yeah, I feel like I missed this one.
You did. You missed a lot. You missed a lot of good Queen Maeve stuff. It's Ashley. It's Mr. Where's Your Fucking Rage. It's some random twink. And they're all talking to Maeve and Elena refuses to just be some lesbian Ken doll, which makes no sense. I'm pretty sure if they're going to make Barbie a lesbian, she'd have Barbie as her girlfriend, not lesbian Ken.
Yeah, for real.
And then it's fine, though, because Queen Maeve and Elena, they kind of hug it out. They move right past it. They hug it out as all lesbians do.
Are you sure this happens? I don't remember any of this.
Well, because you were asleep.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, so then Queen Maeve has her moment with Elena. She's like, no, we're in this together. We're all in this together. Yeah. Then Billy and Yui talk about something, and I guess they kind of bond or something. I'm not really sure, because I think when I first watched this show, initially years ago, I actually kind of just took it at face value. I was like, yeah, no, yeah, Billy and Yui are brothers. They're in a brotherhood, and it makes sense to me. On a rewatch, I don't even know if I buy them being teacher-assigned lab partners, let alone brothers. So this time, rewatching it while you were sleeping, the whole scene of Billy talking to Yui and talking about how, listen, man, I love you. I love you too, man. I do, but hey, man, let me be me. He's like, I'm trying to let you be the best of you could ever be. Whatever that back and forth was, that bullshit did not land with me. I was somewhere else. I was deep in my thoughts, not follow it for a second. You were asleep.
Well, to that point, in the last episode, the episode prior, Yui's saying something to Butch about his plan. He's like, you can't even give me this one, right? It's like, have we ever seen a moment where Huey's never done anything right? This is the first time he's done anything.
I don't know they've talked before.
Exactly. A lot of it seems forced.
When you rewatch the show, it seems like Yui and Mother's Milk are best friends.
Yeah, especially this season.
And Butcher is just kind of leaving. He's coming and going as he pleases.
Yeah, well, he's the lone wolf.
Maybe we'll end the season where Butcher pulls off his sleeve and he has a new tattoo and it shows the wolf clawing through his bicep, and then it also has a photo of Yui. And see, because wolves run in packs, Huey.
The lone wolf's no more.
Yeah, the lone wolf is no more. Then Frenchie and Kamiko are existing as repulsive as ever. Whatever side mission bullshit she was doing with this whole Albanian crisis, you know what I'm talking about.
Me personally?
Yeah.
No, I have no idea
what I'm talking about.
No, I have no idea.
Stupid as it was, I don't know what Frenchie was really on about. So like Komiko is killing these Albanians because Frenchie's old girlfriend is, I guess, employing her to do so for some reason, somehow, some way. And then Frenchie strolls up and in his usual just idiotic cadence, in his bullshit fucking accent, he fucking says how, I don't know what you're saying. You won't teach me. Fuck you. Go. You're a monster. And he walks away.
Did he say that in English or in French?
It was English, but like 2% French was like, you're a monster.
Okay.
What are you doing? You know? Why? Teach me.
That's true. French say why. That's how they say why.
Yeah. Didn't really amount to anything. It hard cuts immediately. We move on from it because I guess even the editor was like, this is a stupid scene. I don't know what Kripke was thinking. Change the collective. The Deep, the Deep fucking rocks. He gets a little commercial, a little advert on the television talking about how it's not cool to force yourself on women. You know, he walks into a spot, there's some random extra who's like, come on, go home with me. And the Deep's all, hey, bro, that's not cool.
That commercial where the guy keeps hitting on the girl and that black guy's like, hey, just stop, man. She said, no, walk away.
Yeah, what company was that?
I don't know.
I remember that was from last year, right?
It was last year, the year prior,
was it like a Gillette commercial or a car commercial or something?
I hope it was a Gillette commercial.
Yeah, it was some girl walking, the guy cat calls her, and then some like twinks like, hey, stop cat calling.
Respect women.
Yeah, respect women. I mean, we died in that hill every episode.
Yeah, I respect women all the time.
I respect women so much, I don't even, like, look at them.
Or talk to them.
I don't even think about them. I refuse to coexist with them.
Yeah,
I won't have any shared spaces or shared dialogue.
The only way you can respect a woman is from afar.
Yeah, exactly. From so far, you know, like, if she has even the slightest hint that you're, obsessively shadowing her, you're not respecting her.
Honestly, I'm so far away from women. I think these are just made up fairy tales that we're watching.
Dude, I would fuck a guy before I would even attempt to fuck a woman at this point. That's why I respect them.
Dude.
Yeah, for
100%.
Sure. The real meat and potatoes of the episode. We get the Ashley line, when I got fired, I Tinder my way through Barcelona, okay? Everyone in that city ate my paella. A classic Ashley and A-Train moment, one of many in the entire series. I'm just so excited for this relationship to ever evolve and grow from here on out.
Yeah, I don't remember them talking like ever, and they've had a lot of scenes together.
It turns out we've never actually had a scene with Ash that didn't have A-Train, nor a scene with A-Train that didn't have Ashley. A-Train, he's kind of mad. He doesn't want to give his farewell in this movie, and then he does seconds later with real no fuss. No fuss, no muss. We see Homelander's actual body double, a man who's actually jacked and not skinny little bitch boy sitting around in a muscle suit.
Oh, wait, hold on. I was asleep for that part. I woke up for a split second for you to say it's not even Homelander. I remember that.
Exactly. You saw this. Who's this new school Homelander who actually fills in the suit?
Yeah, I guess they replaced him.
Yeah, and he was like, A-Train, dope as fuck. That was sick. He walks away. A-Train, like, kind of, he eye fucks the camera a little bit, right? Then the most important part of the episode, Victoria Newman upgrades from character on the TV, within the TV show, to actually being a character we're seeing her on our TV.
You tell me I slept through the first real Vic moment?
You slept through the first Vic moment. She's giving her own AOC rally in the middle of New York City, and then Homelander shows up, and he hops on the rally, and he apparently gave it zero thought, and he had no game plan going into it.
Yes, he usually does.
And he lands on the podium, and then, like, one person asks a slightly incendiary question, and then he loses it, and for a second you think, oh my god, Homelander actually just killed everybody. He lasered everybody. He finally fulfilled his potential. Everything that was promised in season 1 just abruptly came to be in season 2. Only to then realize the wool was pulled over your eyes and he killed no one. And that random army veteran who was giving him the finger actually didn't piss him off that much. And he's actually fine and no one's dead. And he's just a little backtracking Betty. And then he flies away at the first sign of conflict while the love of my life, Ashley's just standing there watching on the monitor, yanking her gorgeous red locks out of her hair.
See, I thought by listening to you tell me what happened in the episode, some of this would just
would
click because I did see this at one time. None of this. I think you're making all this up to be completely honest.
You saw the part where Homelander, after making a fool of himself at the rally, went into like a Terminator 3. What's that called? It's called Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines.
Yeah.
Remember that tunnel in the third act when Schwarzenegger is just in some army base that Claire Danes' father runs. He's like smacking the pipes on the wall.
Yeah, and the chick one keeps getting stuck to it.
Yeah. Homelander did that. He like had a mental breakdown, a little mini breakdown. No pipe. No, just the same hallway.
Oh yeah.
He had a mini mental breakdown. Stormfront had a quick little phone call with Lamplighter, who was in a mental ward.
I saw that part. I actually saw that part.
Yeah, unfortunately, you saw the part where it's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, because I didn't
Who
count back to
cares
sleep.
about one of the Ashmore twins being some former member of the Seven? I barely care about A-Train, and he's on the precipice of no longer being a part of the Seven. Lamplighter's been gone for a season and a half. I don't care about Lamplighter. And it's more memes with Stormfront and Homelander. It's already getting old. I never want to hear any new medium ever mention memes in any capacity. We have a final stand. It's I think you maybe woke up for this part where Noir versus the boys was finally about to happen.
Maybe. Did somebody crash through the house in some capacity?
Maybe. They were in the basement. The boys, old lady, and dog were in the basement. And
That's
then...
a great name for the show. The boys, old lady, and the dog.
That's what I would have called it. Like a little parenthetical.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I guess Noir finally showed up for some reason, and like he had explosives maybe, and you know, when the house shakes, the bow breaks and the cradle will fall.
It kind of sounds familiar, but also doesn't at all.
It's something. And then like Yui was all, wait, who's Lenny? And then old lady said, that's Billy's brother. And then Yui was like, Billy has a brother?
I thought I was his brother.
Old lady was like, no, yeah, he's got one.
So you think this is his mom, or you think this is the lady that took Billy's virginity and his brother's virginity?
Probably that. It's probably like a whole ring of like...
She's a soup. She's the virginity taker.
That's a power in all powers. Does Billy having a brother change anything? No. Did Spencer Stratmore having a brother in Ballers change anything? No.
No, not at all.
Turns out, if you have a brother who's dead, it means nothing in any show ever made. It's just a random, vague plot device used for a second or two. But then Noir's there. He's ready to fuck shit up. As they all approach the garage, Billy decides it's time for him to like have his hero moment. He'll sacrifice himself for no real reason, even though they're all about to escape. And they have like a few paces on Noir. Billy decides to turn around and face the music.
Yeah, sure.
Unfortunately, that's undercut by Mother's Milk doing the same. And then Yui also doing the same.
Yeah, okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah, and then it turns out even old lady's dog also decided he was going to leave his boys behind.
For real?
So then it turns out every person from Mother's Milk, Yui, and the dog were all very much one to succumb to peer pressure. But I guess, you know, old lady virginity taker, she's like an immovable force, and she refused to come back. She was like, I'm not fighting this fight.
Well, she's got more cherries to pop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now she got that fucking dry pussy ready to go.
Some say prime.
And then you think we're going to have a final fight. Someone's going to die between Mother's Milk, Yui, and Butcher. Someone will die at the hands of Black Noir. But unfortunately, that's when we get the whole, actually, no, Butcher has blackmail, as does everyone in this show. And then Butcher's blackmail somehow solves everything, which is weird because before Yui and Mother's Milk showed up and Black Noir was about to ass fuck them, Billy he was ready to die. He's like, I'm sacrificing myself. This is my Terminator 2 thumbs up moment. But then once he saw Yui about to be, you know, bent like a pretzel and plowed, that's when he spoke up and said, hold on a second, I have blackmail. And coincidentally, Black Noir apparently was wearing like police body cam footage this whole time. And Stan Edgar was watching the entire time, which we didn't know prior. I had no idea that Black Noir was just a big surveillance state for Stan Edgar. Turns out he's always watching. And Stan Edgar asked a very important question to Billy of, how do I know you have this, you know,
Wait, he asked the question to Billy. You could hear his voice through Black Noir's helmet or something?
No, Black Noir pulled out a flip phone, and then he called Stan Edgar, I think, and then he handed the phone to Billy, they chatted, and then Billy handed it back and was like, talk to your boss.
That's so stupid.
And apparently Edgar thought enough to ask, well, do you actually, how do I know you have this blackmail? And then Billy said, well, I do. So then Edgar said, all right, well, if you do, if you're insisting you have it, then Black Noir, he's done, no more attacking. Black Noir just leaves. And then Mother was like, you really had that shit, Butcher? So Butcher actually, I guess, like proved himself to Mother's Milk. Stan Edgar took it at face value. He left. Apparently the real villain of the show. So then our boys get out of it, blackmail style and all. And you're thinking, well, that's got to be the needle drop. That's where the episode ended? No. Queen Maeve is actually so boring. We're back with her. She was talking to the Deep about something. I'll be honest, I checked out as myself. You were asleep.
You also fell asleep.
No, I just really zoned out because she was talking for so long. And even in the scene that had the Deep, the best character in the show, I was like, yeah, I don't really care that much about this, actually. So I missed that. If something to the effect of like, hey, Deep, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
The thing about my back, Maeve, is it's actually located on my balls.
It's my cock.
Close enough.
Pretty far. The balls and the cock are, while they seem close, they could not be further away from each other.
Oh, funny about my back, Queen Maeve. My back's actually located on my cock.
Yeah, fair enough. Stormfront and Starlight, they have their big confrontation. Unfortunately, the suits stay on. You know, no fur on fur. Stormfront, she doesn't fall for it. Starlight's crying. She's like, I'm so sad. Stormfront calls her Tilda Swinton. But then we go back to the boys' staple, the boys' classic, All-American Boys Burger, a.k.a. blackmail, where it's mutual blackmail, where Stormfront says, hey, I know you're the leak. I'll blackmail you. And then, for some reason, this works. Starlight says, no, well, hey, I know your Liberty. I'll blackmail you.
How the fuck does she know that?
Because that woman in the last episode just straight up said, hey, this is Liberty.
I thought she was telling Butcher that.
No, she was telling Mother's Milk, Huey, and Starlight. Butcher wasn't there. Butcher was trying to have sex.
I'm sleeping a lot through the show, apparently.
Stormfront makes fun of Annie's, like, stupid-ass electric powers, which I agree they're terrible.
Yeah.
Homelander then shows up, which is weird, because he knows they have tension. He feels it in a very human way where you walk into a room and you felt that there was a fight there recently. But unfortunately, the guy with super hearing didn't hear the argument he walked into, even though he knocked on the door and was like, what was that about? Apparently, he didn't hear the fight he was walking in on where they were talking explicitly about him and the blackmail they have on each other.
Well, you know how he can't see through zinc? He can't hear through wooden doors.
Yeah, he can't hear through a thin trailer door on a movie set.
Hey, Alex, what can I hear through?
Trailer doors.
Exactly.
She's like, oh, it's just, we're running lines. He takes that face value. I think Homelander says something like, you did good, Stormfront. And then Stormfront says, you can repay me somehow, which I assume she means head, because it's always head. When is it ever not head? They should pay you for that.
Exactly. That's how I repay people.
The boys get away. Aerosmith begins to play.
Yeah, that rhymed.
It did. And then me, myself, and I, while you were asleep, next to me, which, I mean, what does that say about me? I got like half a fucking Woody as Stormfront and Homelander began to have soup sex. She was all laser my fucking tits. And I was sitting there thinking, well, where has Stormfront been my entire life? You know how many times I've wanted a girl say, why don't you laser my fucking tits?
Only every time?
Only every time I've ever seen a girl take her shirt off. I'm not sure why Homelander was crying. I guess because he felt like how I did, where he's like, wow, I've been waiting for this my entire life. But he was like not sexy crying. He wasn't like sexy crying or stoically crying or even like, I'm not crying, wiping away his face. He was like blubbering crying, which is not attractive, not very masculine.
I think because he's a soup, he comes really hard.
No.
And it's painful.
No, because he didn't even come yet.
See, I woke up and saw him threshing her against the wall.
Yeah. You saw my boy trying to thresh.
It's the crying part. So I was really up for like 2 seconds.
He was crying. He didn't come yet because then they kissed a little bit more. They started to break some shit. They started to fuck. It was really beautiful. We found out in a nice little jump cut that my boy Homelander does in fact eat sniz.
Nice.
That was cool. I was curious. The whole first season, I was like, does my boy eat pussy? Now I know he laps that shit up.
Yeah, it's the American way.
The American way. Dude, you think they eat pussy in Europe?
Not at all.
That's a fucking Western way of thinking, all right? All those guys in Europe are like old Cubans and old Italians who think, it's beneath them. But Homelander is confirmed to eat box. Could Stormfront be any hotter? I'm not sure, but I guess we have a few more episodes to find out.
Yeah.
And that was, in fact, episode 5.
I think he made all that up.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashley Barrett.
With the boys. With the boys, Yui. Yui. With the boys.
Yui.
Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys.
Yui.
Yui. Yui. Yui.
With the boys.
Yui with the boys. Yui. 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 Yui.
I know. I'm still getting used to it, too.
Ashley!
Your dick was so
Perfect.
And long and stretchy.
You played my butt like jazz.
With poise and skill and
Willingness to
Improvise.
Let's get to work.
Arguably one of the weaker episodes. Arguably the weakest episode. I don't know. Stormfront and Homelander, they squish some random guy's head. They fuck to the aortic pump of some guy's head just gushing blood from it. It's hot.
It's very hot.
It's very hot. It's sexy. I like the way that he like smeared a little bit of blood across her face. So you got the reminder of it in case you got too into the thrusting and the pumping. He could like, had the visual reminder of the. There's a guy whimpering to our left over here, gasping for final breaths of air.
Well, I know personally about you, but I can't get off if there's a person whimpering in the corner.
Yeah, to the same effect.
Yeah.
You know, we've all had this fantasy before, fucking our loved one, just bathed in the blood of our rivals. It's a very common thought for men. It's one of those things where it's like, how often do you think of the Roman Empire? How often do you picture, you know, your betrothed bathing in the blood of your enemies?
Every day.
Every day. Annie's officially like kind of one of the boys. Mother Milk is a little hesitant, but she's in on this fun. Ashley looks sexy in blue, which is interesting because I always thought that like redheads look their best in green, and that was the real cheat code, but it turns out blue is kind of also in their wheelhouse. Colby Minifee just keeps on surprising. And then it's this, 90-minute never-ending let's break out Lamplighter from the Looney Bin episode. Really, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, really, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck, right? Like, really?
I know who the fuck Lamplighter is.
Exactly. So that guy when they walk into the room, that one mural on the wall, whoopee, right? Wow. Butcher, he might shoot Annie. He might not. No, wait.
That was crazy.
He will, but no, he won't. She negs him a little bit. One of the Ashmore twins, he has a lighter. He can, like, pyro manipulate fire. He can't summon fire. He can't create it, but he can manipulate it. Which is a real, like, half-cocked kind of power in the first place.
You and I both can manipulate fire. You light bongs. I light bongs.
Boom.
Light incense. We can all manipulate fire.
Boom.
Exactly. It's fucking bullshit.
I got a Bic.
Exactly.
All right? I'm fine.
I can also swallow alcohol and spit it out in the front like a big explosion.
I can do the exact same thing you can, okay? Except I'm not in the fucking loony bin. I get to walk around freely.
Call myself Lamplighter. That's
exactly. What kind of power is even that? A-Train, he stoops to the deep level. He's now having some meeting with the cult of something. It'll go nowhere. The story doesn't go anywhere. It's fine. Who cares? Annie kills some fucking idiot in his car.
Just for fun.
Just for the fuck of it. I don't really care, though. And, like, also, at the same time, fuck that car seat in the back of his sedan. His kid probably sucks, too.
He doesn't even have a kid. She's just pick up chicks.
Doesn't this take place in New York? This guy just has I guess he just has a conceal and carry permit, right?
Is this place in New York? I think you're right. Now you're saying that. I never...
So they're just like in upstate New York, and they find this random Jehovah's Witness loser who just has a gun in his pocket, and he's ready to fucking pull it out. Billy walks to it. He aura farms. Annie kills him. It's fine.
Which was kind of fucked up on her part, because Billy was really busy getting all that aura.
I know. Billy was trying so hard to, like, pull it. Why don't you?
Yeah.
And as he's having his cool, badass Lex Luthor moment, fucking Annie Edison, Mrs. Annie January Starlight, has to ruin everything.
She's kind of a bitch.
Kind of a bitch.
Kind of hot, but kind of a bitch.
Then some more Lamplighter flashbacks. Again, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck Lamplighter is.
Exactly. It's one of the Ashmores. Can you even say which one it is? Is this Jimmy Olsen from Smallville? Or is it the guy from episode 3? Is the guy who falls over the dam, who holds onto Clark's backpack? So they're both holding a meteor rock while lightning strikes. He takes Clark's powers.
I think it's the one in Smallville.
They're both in Smallville.
I'm pretty sure it's the one that's in Smallville.
Which one?
The one that's in Smallville.
Jimmy Olsen?
Or the other one.
Which one's Iceman?
I think Jimmy Olsen.
Is this one Iceman?
I think Jimmy Olsen's Iceman.
Who's this? Who's Lamplighter?
Iceman.
Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, the guy that got the meter in the first 3 episodes.
That's different. I know it's Sean and Aaron.
If the guy plays Clark, if Tom Welling can't tell the difference, then why should we be responsible for telling the difference?
That's actually more important than this entire bullshit episode. Why isn't Tom Welling in the show playing Tom Welling, the guy on Smallville?
That's really funny. That'd be so funny.
Why doesn't he have one scene, just a throwaway at some convention, some pathetic con, some actor you like posted about saying, hey guys, come get my autograph for $80 because I'm a whore for money.
Yeah.
Why don't we have one of those scenes? Why wasn't Popclaw from season 1? Why wasn't Popclaw at a signing event with Tom Welling from Smallville saying, I mean, you're a real soup. I just play one on TV.
Yeah. And actually, you know what else? To go even further with this, the Deep on his whole redemption arc should be on Inside of You with Michael
Rosenbaum. Exactly. Go full soup. This show can't even do fucking superhero parody the right way. Buzzcut gets one shot by Stormfront.
Buzzcut.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck's Buzzcut?
Buzzcut gets, remember when Mace Windu loses to fucking Palpatine?
Yeah.
Basically, that scene plays out. Mace Windu goes flying through the window. Buzzcut's dead, I guess, maybe, or fine. She's knocked out till the end of the episode to never be seen again. Lamplighter cons Stormfront. They're jovial. The boys escape. Yui's in a hospital. Then again, he's the main character, so I'm not that worried.
I was pretty worried.
You were pretty worried? Then Queen Maeve, even in a fucking towel and nothing else, still sucks. It's still just draining the show of any good favor the show is currying. Queen Maeve still sucks dry. She just happens to have some rogue footage for her left-handed scissor Elena to stumble upon, just to find this random phone, and just it happens to have the video pulled up, which is funny because you leave the photo app on your iPhone for 5 seconds, it's suddenly, even if you're in a folder, it's like, oh, I forgot where we were. I don't know, it reset. Now we're back to the collection overall. So the blackmail, since this show revolves around it, is just ready to go. Elena sees it. She's furious. Fuck that, right? And just to make it clear, our personal opinion, that whole plane, I think Homelander was actually in the right. He should have killed them all. Yeah. Mallory pulls a gun on Lamplighter. I don't know. She sucks. I kind of hope somewhere along this joyride of a show, some random jerk just snaps her fucking neck because I hate her guts.
I hope it's Ryan.
I hope it's Ryan. Yeah, I hope Twink Ryan just rings Mallory, puts her to sleep.
Yeah, because that'd be funny.
Stormfront tells Homelander about everything, even Heinrich Himmler. It's a lot of good world building.
Is that a real person or just a really funny name?
I'm pretty positive that might have been the right-hand guy to Adolf, to Big Addy.
Because you said I laughed because Heimlich sounds like a funny fucking name.
I'm pretty sure Himmler was like the head scientist guy.
Okay.
Turns out, though, all those great scientists from that one place in particular from like 1944, all those leading scientists from that one place, turns out they were actually all on Vaught's payroll. They didn't join NASA, they joined Vaught.
I think it's half and half.
Half one way, half another way?
Yeah.
That's fair. And then, I don't know, Stormfront makes a few good points. You know, it's a war for the culture. Rah, 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 Stormfront. Behind every great man is a great woman. You know, it's a story as old as time. She found him. This will be, you know, an unstoppable and unformidable duo for a serious time to come. Then the Golden Girls theme song plays. It's not really, you know, in my rotation of, you know, musical sex, I don't play the Golden Girls theme song.
I do a lot, actually.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I guess for some people, it kind of gets you in that groove, gets you in the right headspace. You know, thank you for being a friend of mine. I get it now that I've seen it.
Yeah.
But me personally, I'm more like just chubba wumba tub thumping whenever I'm, you know, boinking.
Well, one quick point. It's interesting is you think when a woman talks to you the way Stormfront talks to Homelander, you really need to crush a guy's skull to get it off. I mean,
no,
I don't think I need any.
I'm just ready to go.
Yeah, I don't think I need a booster at all.
No, episode 6 was kind of a waste. I guess, though, on to episode 7.
I guess.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashley Barrett.
With the boys. The boys, Yui. Yui. With the boys.
Yui.
Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys.
Yui.
Yui. Yui. Yui.
With the boys.
Yui with the boys. Yui. 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 Yui.
I know. I'm still getting used to it, too.
Ashley!
Your dick was so
Perfect.
And long and stretchy.
You played my butt like jazz.
With poise and skill and
Willingness to
Improvise.
Let's get to work.
Well, episode 7 wasn't all that good because it kind of felt like it was just waiting to get to episode 8. So let's just, you know, get to episode 8 already. Keep this review a little slick and quick. What do you think about seeing Fat Neil right away?
Yeah, I started calling him Fat Neil because it's between him or Black Neil, and I don't see color that way, so I had to call him Fat Neil.
Kind of reference in it.
Yeah, I fucked it up entirely.
I think it's something more to the effect of, well, why'd you even call me Fat Neil in the first place? Because you were standing there next to other Neil. He's black. I don't see it that
You're
way.
right, I messed it up entirely.
Call him Skinny Neil. Well, he's actually not that skinny, actually. Fat Neil's an incel. That whole arc felt a little judgy. This guy's just walking around, doom scrolling. He's, like, being nagged by his mother. He's, you know, shooting up random. You're the manager. Guys working at, I guess that's kind of a cold open because, like, that just happened and then we moved on with the rest of the episode.
Yeah, we never went back to that.
We just moved on. And honestly, yeah, so what? You know, the world is short one convenience store clerk. Why do I give a shit about the clerk, you know?
Usher the clerk.
Usher the clerk.
Usher the clerk.
Usher the clerk. So why don't we, let's go clone another goat, you know? Then it's more fuck Mallory, fuck all of her scenes. Even though she is, you know, hanging out girl power with Vic all of a sudden, both being like the biggest dicks in the room, and Vic even having her hair up ready for business.
Yeah, legs open. Not legs open that way. Legs open like
Whoa.
ready for business.
Whoa.
I meant like she's got that very business.
I meant like if you wanted to, I would also be willing to. I don't want to. I'm just saying if you wanted to, I would. Suddenly, we get our reintroduction back to Ann Cusack. Really, who gives a shit? What is this, Glee? You know, oh my god, they're playing Finn's favorite song. Black Noir thankfully breaks up that snooze fest. We get to see Yui and Lamplighter bonding while they watch porn together.
As one typically does.
As boys do. Boys will be boys.
Yeah, we're the boys. We watch porn together.
Then Stormfront and Homelander, they have their own rally. Not in MSG, though, so is it really even New York Faithful representing?
That's such a good point.
And it turns out, we found out, we were really confused in episode 6, but it turns out in episode 7, they did in fact confirm that old lady from the last episode was not Billy's mother. That was some other woman who I don't know who it is still.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of cleared it up. But
that was some other
entirely.
lady. His mom's actually some short, little, stout, nothing. Some annoying, shrill British girl, which I guess makes more sense. Because that woman didn't really feel very mum. And this woman feels very mum. This feels like you're watching Mobland.
Yeah, but she feel like Billy's mom?
No.
She feels like some other
She feels like Ron Weasley's mom.
Exactly.
She has that more, like a grunt, little shrimp British boy, not like some cool, masculine, tough guy British guy.
I might be getting my scenes confused, but was when Ucha got that call from his mom, wasn't he at a bar?
Maybe.
I was gonna say, how is he just like going to random bars, willy-nilly, just taking shots?
Well, it's not like he's the most wanted man in America.
That's what I'm saying. They play, you know what they usually have in bars? TVs. You know what's usually on those TVs? The news.
Nah, baseball games.
I guess
afternoon baseball games.
You're right.
Unless there's a rain delay.
No, you're right. You're so right.
in with clear skies ahead on the forecast, he's actually in the clear to go to most dives.
You're right. You're right.
Then Billy talks to Daddy Butcher, and it kind of felt like that scene also in Mobland where Kev was talking to that priest who like touched him and stuff.
Kind of, yeah.
You found out that Billy loves Lenny, but does Lenny really give a flying fuck about Billy?
Yeah, no, I'm really sick of this Lenny shit already. I don't know who the fuck Lenny is.
I don't think any of us know who Lenny is. I don't even know if Billy and his dad and his mom know who Lenny is, or he's just some like plot device they've added all of a sudden in the middle of the season.
Hi, I'm Lenny. I like the rabbits.
I kept thinking that too. That's like a name that's like off limits to use in anything else. I'm not gonna make a movie tomorrow about my character going through some personal struggle. Name him Othello. It's already been done. I'm not sure we have some idiot brother named Lenny who also dies. All right.
Honestly, that should be the whole backstory. It should be that Butcher's brother had a mental handicap,
exactly,
and he was petting rabbits, and he accidentally killed some girl, and Billy killed him.
That would have been a way better. That would have also made more sense to Yui's character.
Exactly.
Homelander does what every great, not great as in good, but great as in like memorable. Homelander does what every single great single father has ever done, where he introduces his kid to his girlfriend way too fast.
Yeah, they just literally started dating.
They just started dating. They just had their first cunnilingus, and suddenly he's like, I want you to meet my son. And I respect it.
Yeah,
I think Homelander, everyone's kind of questioning. Becca's all, can you even raise this kid? I think John just proved he can. All right, what do fathers do best? If not, bring their new girlfriend, their new sniz around.
I mean, it's already a better household. What is she, a single mother?
Do we need any more of those?
Yeah, Ryan's got a whole family.
Now Ryan
dynamic.
can have the nuclear family
exactly.
with Soups.
The way Stormfront immediately is like a complete bitch to Becca.
Ride or die.
So fucking hot.
So hot. You know how much I want to get married just to get divorced? So I can then date a girl who antagonizes my ex-wife?
Yeah, that's every guy's dream.
I only want to even get married to have an ex-wife to then antagonize her.
Dude, that's inspiring.
It's not inspiring. It's aspirational. There's a big difference. I'm not inspired, okay? I'm aspired.
Yeah,
exactly. I want to obtain, you know? Then the frog and that porcelain doll, they stalk Newman for a couple minutes. They're chasing and following her about. Frenchie kind of yaps away while Komiko stares like she didn't just catch a single word of whatever he just said.
He's speaking French the whole fucking time.
It's hard, I know. And thankfully...
fast.
And fast. It was a great scene. Thankfully, they included that in the penultimate episode of the season. Just this little powwow between the frog and the porcelain doll. Yeah, my favorite fable, the frog and the porcelain doll. But then it's some real fun. You know, the Deep, he's inside a photo booth. Some of my most fond memories take place in a photo booth.
I've never been in a photo booth. I actually had no fond memories.
Just what we needed, and what hasn't been in this season nearly enough. An actual great classic Deep scene. Eagle the Archer, he's like a brother to me. Actually, you know what? Now that you mention it, he did seem pretty toxic. Fuck that guy.
The issue was that Eagle the Archer was actually a suppressive person, and once that happens,
very suppressive person. Yep.
Once that happens, you're dead to the church.
God, apparently, bros who whack off together also break into Vought together.
Yeah,
Yui and Lampy are now just rebels without a cause. Meanwhile, Ashley, she walks in on Maeve, saying, I wish you were a lesbian, but at no point Ashley offers to go down on her to rectify the situation.
Actually, that's a really good point. If Ashley was any good at her job, she'd fix the PR right then and there.
Exactly. If Ashley just take her head out of her ass, she would say, muncha, 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 scrubba, scrubba, scrubba.
You know what the problem is? She's wearing too much of a smart suit. She's not wearing her Ashley wardrobe yet. She's not really Ashley yet.
I think the problem is that as the CEO, you should be, looking for ways to find solutions, not just point out problems. Like, don't bring up an issue if you don't have any way to fix it.
That's such a good point.
And then whatever the fuck this means, Maeve is all, Ashley, be a human for 1 second. I guess I'm not, because I didn't track that. And Ashley was like, no, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Wouldn't the human thing been to then go down on Maeve?
I don't even think that's what she was asking for, though. I don't know what Maeve was getting at. Be human about what?
I don't have sympathy for
I
me,
have
guess.
a fiduciary responsibility for you to lick sniz. It's not my fault that Homelander told all of America that you like strain.
And if you like Strange, start being fucking Strange.
Exactly.
Man.
Okay, you can't be into trim on Monday and Tuesday and into cock on Wednesday through Sunday. That was almost as infuriating as Ryan's shitty Lego short. That sucked.
It's the blind spot, Mom. Look.
Yeah, I really don't know what Stormfront was doing, like saying that's pretty good at home. I was like, not bad, kid. And then Stormfront was all, most kids are in NBA 2K.
I mean, I'm into.
I'm into NBA 2K. I also run the park. Don't insult me. I run the streets.
The thing with the street is the street always wins.
In this very, 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 very limited sample size. And to be fair, we haven't seen much of Becca mothering besides the whole on Mondays we speak Spanish. But in this very limited sample size, I actually might down the hill. I think Stormfront seems like a better mother than Becca.
Yeah.
Ryan seems like a very angsty kid, has like a lot of emotions. He doesn't know where to channel them.
Yeah, he's way too sensitive.
Way too sensitive. And I feel like being a kid who also made like Lego stop motion shorts.
I forgot. Yeah, I remember those.
I feel like Ryan doesn't have it. He's missing a couple screws. He's got a couple screws loose.
Well,
and
were
I feel like
you redoing the blind spot as a child?
No, I was doing like, how can these folks of Legoland stop the human trafficking problem that's plaguing the city?
That's what kids do.
Exactly. That's what real kids do. Remember that one like old OG like Windows 98 Lego game we had on the computer was like Lego City or whatever?
I think so, yeah. I think I just watched you playing it.
If you're around a master.
Yeah, I'm not a Lego master.
Exactly. That shit was fat. I did love the back and forth between Homie and Becca, though.
That was probably one of the best scenes of the entire show.
May have been,
far.
yeah. I thought you were going to say the episode or the season. That might be the best scene of the entire series.
That was such a good scene. And I don't know if it's just because I like Becca because she's One Tree Hill alum, but that scene was fucking incredible.
You know what I think it was? I think this was the closest that the show's ever gotten to actually being just a primetime soap.
Maybe.
Which is what I desperately search for in every show I ever watch.
Yeah.
So many times you hear someone complain saying like, oh, this is just a soap opera. Yes.
Those are the
that's
best
what it
shows.
should be. Nothing should be anything else. Everything should always be a primetime soap.
Imagine if we've been having those scenes throughout the entirety of season 2. That alone would have cured all the boredom.
This. What if Quinn lived on Wisteria Lane?
That would have been sick.
What if the show actually just had superheroes like in the background? It was more just about like, the inner workings of the ladies of Wisteria Lane.
That would have been pretty nuts.
What if Homelander was kind of like, instead of Mike Delfino always watching that same Peyton Manning game from the Colts, what if he's just like, you believe what Homelander's doing? So it's like Carlos and Tom and Mike like, oh my gosh, the 7 are crazy. Go back to the whole like, oh my god, Susan has dialysis.
Yeah, and instead of Scavo's Italian restaurant, it's, you guys see what Homelander did in the news
that
today?
doesn't change. No, that's actually say Scavo's actually becomes like where the boys meet to talk about everything. And like
Preston
and Parker are now a part of the boys when we do the time jump.
Gotcha, okay.
It's better
show.
Power,
they're twins.
And they're hung like horses. That's the other power.
We're twins when we get bitches.
Homelander cuddles Wheels for a second.
Cuddles Wheels for a second? I don't even know who Wheels is.
That old man in a wheelchair. Like,
that guy, yeah. No, he didn't call him at all. He looked at, he gave him the fucking stink eye, then he got his head exploded.
Up to him or something.
No, he did not.
I think he gave him a reach around.
No, he didn't. But interesting about that, say your point, because I have a point about that scene.
You're good to go.
I thought I could have sworn that guy was in the scene when Homelander in season 4 is blowing fucking people's dicks off with his laser vision.
That's a different bald guy. That guy could walk.
Dude, that's crazy.
I know, right?
I thought this guy was doing the whole.
This guy likes to sit down.
Thing.
No. This guy likes to, that guy later on is like shorter and less masculine.
Just as bald.
This guy who dies in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
He would be cast to be like a police commissioner.
Uh-huh.
The guy you're thinking of is like the scientist working next to Bruce Banner when the gamma rays go off.
I feel bad for the guy in the wheelchair. I'm even confusing the two.
I know, because you basically compared Burt Reynolds to Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, really.
Mm-hmm. Billy was tea drinking while talking about ending a bloodline. That was pretty cool. I like that. I thought when the wife walked in of Wheels, Billy's like, oh, it's fucking great.
Where's your fucking rage? It's fucking diabolical.
Dude, I saw some clip where Huey was like, dude, that's so great. You knew that was gonna, you just knew right away that was your fucking catchphrase. It was, we're doing the pilot. You're just like, this is the fucking line. Diabolical. It's not, I don't associate that with the show. I associate, where's your fucking rage?
You know, I hated Huey.
Right.
And I really hated Huey when I found out he and Vic are married in real life. But then I started to think, he's got some funny lines. I can see why a girl like him. It reminded me why I can't stand his fucking guts.
He's a fucking stupid bitch.
Stupid fucking bitch.
Huey and Lamplighter turn out to be this generation's Danny Ocean and Rusty Ryan.
That's a great comparison.
Except Lamplighter is suddenly very downtrodden and just entirely suicidal. And then he sets himself on fire, which kills him somehow, I guess. Because I guess if you can only manipulate fire, you can also succumb to fire and be manipulated by it.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. That's a really good point.
I felt like that should be like the one way he can. If they said, if he just like suddenly pulled out a little orange bottle from his pocket and just took 50 downers and he's feeling drowsy, I would have understood that one.
Yeah.
This guy who manipulates fire, burning alive, alive seems a little silly.
Yeah, so your superpower is also your weakness.
And then, like, because he burned himself, I guess they had to have him go on fire because then the sprinkler system would go on.
Yeah.
And then the sprinkler system going on somehow, like, frees Annie from her cage now.
No, because she can kind of manipulate electricity.
Right.
And because
those are electrical systems?
No, because the sprinkler system went off. They had the little light shining in her little bunker.
Oh, the emergency
saying,
lights.
Hey.
And that was just enough power for that's.
But the light existed the whole time. Could she just pull electricity out to begin with?
No,
that's not how electricity works, though.
She can't beat a closed circuit. It's her biggest weakness.
That's nuts.
It's her kryptonite.
That's ridiculous.
Turns out she's free now. Yui's all fucked up, but he also isn't because this is the boy, so he's actually kind of fine. And then he's able to get the unburnt hand of Lamplighter.
Yeah, wouldn't his fingerprints be burnt the fuck off?
Yeah, I thought, I guess I was living in the dark here my whole life. I thought that if I were ever to kill someone, right, you tear out their teeth, you burn off their fingerprints. Print doesn't do anything. Fingerprints survive all burn marks.
That's insane.
He has
I guess that makes sense because when they kill Ralphie, they cut off his hands, and I think his fucking pull his teeth out. His hands and feet are gone.
Oh yeah. I don't know. That was just for show.
Oh, okay.
That was unrelated.
I guess you're right. The fingerprints do survive.
You know what? Maybe the whole Lamplighter, maybe he wasn't fire resistant. Maybe just his hands were fire resistant.
I guess, yeah, because obviously the prince worked to get him out of the building.
Also, isn't it a little bit of a fallacy that we're like, even though Lamplighter left in the pilot, and then like since then, guy who gets invisible, translucent, he died, and we also like kicked the Deep out, and we kicked A-Train out, and we brought in Stormfront, and we've changed CEOs from Stillwell to Ashley. Somehow they haven't changed the locks to get rid of this random bum who can kind of control fire and wears a cloak with a staff.
Yeah, that's a reality. I remember when I went to Arcadia, I visited like 2 or 3 years later to see whoever the fuck was still going there, and my ID still worked on all the doors.
Right.
And not only was I 2 or 3 years removed,
yeah, but you went to Beaver University. This is supposed to be like the most high-tech, serious Fortune 500 company on the NASDAQ.
I don't know what's more important than the youth of this generation.
You were a Howard Stern punchline. This is the biggest company in the world, and they didn't change their locks. And it's not even changing. They don't even hire locks, but it's like go in the program, remove this one thumbprint, good to go.
That's a lot of
that
work,
one
dude.
girl with the almond joy who hangs out where Black Noir is like doing surveillance, she couldn't have taken out his stuff.
All interns. They don't think about that sort of shit.
I mean, they didn't think about it. The writers didn't think about how Black Noir comes out of nowhere and he breaks through the wall and he fucks up Starlight, but they're actually both fine because Queen Maeve is here to save the day, and she just gives him an almond joy because, this show is all about taking a threatening character, a threatening man, and just making them into a punchline, taking him down at the knees. So now he's, having anaphylactic shock for consuming a fucking almond joy.
There's only pussies who have nut allergies.
Dude, realistically, I know it's, taboo to say we should, have eugenics, but you're telling me we're supposed to keep these tree nut allergies in circulation?
Well, who's the football player? Wasn't it the Hawk something?
AJ Hawk. Oh,
AJ
yeah.
Hawk.
AJ Hawk's like, I used to be
allergy?
allergic to peanut butter. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm allergic to peanuts. And
exactly.
Just overcame his addiction. Yeah. His ailment. Overcame his
What
ailment.
about Princess Bride? We love Princess Bride. Actually, built up immunity at this point. They've been drinking for the last 3 or 4 years.
Exactly. Why are we doing this? We're just like, we're letting these people live like, no. We're going to all bend over backwards to not be in your area. We'll send kids to school where there's like a peanut butter freeze table.
First of all, that's mean to all the other kids.
As if you can make any kid a bigger loser than having him sit at the peanut butter free table.
You know how you get through life? You confront your fears.
Exactly. The same way that,
Where's your fucking rage?
Where's your fucking rage? Then Yui saves Ann Cusack, which made me think, aren't you going to save Mr. Hummel? Like, where's Kurt's dad?
Who?
Kurt's dad.
Who's Kurt?
Mike Hummel, his blue collar working father.
Who's Mike? Is it a character? Who are you talking
Kurt
about?
From Glee.
Oh my god, dude! We're talking about the boys still. That's really funny. That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm glad. Then Yui and Annie have a moment, and I didn't even realize they were estranged. I guess they haven't had sex in a while, but I kind of thought other things got in the way. Turns out they were really on the fence there. Love on the rocks ain't no big surprise.
Just pour me a drink. I'll tell you my lies.
Then Ryan rightfully calls out Becca. He's like, bitch, you're stepping on me. And he should go with Stormfront and Homelander. They should actually all fly away. Fuck you mere mortal.
Well, what happened when he was showing Stormfront his Lego shit?
Right.
He dropped one. She bent down and picked it up. And he saw how great that
Yeah,
ass
he
looked.
was like, I cash, money.
Exactly.
And he was all about it. And then on top of that too, he was like, you know what? Yeah, this bitch, she doesn't fucking walk around in tight leather all day. She's not wearing fucking capes and shit.
She speaks Spanish. I don't even like Spanish.
I don't want to speak Spanish every morning. I want to speak English. I don't even want to speak in the mornings. I'm not a morning person.
I can't even function if I have my cup of coffee.
He's one of those guys for sure.
I hate people that say that.
That's Ryan to a fucking T. Then we get a little bit more useless Billy the Butcher bullshit about his home life. Fuck off with it. Followed by the actual big finale of the season. Season 2 wraps up so neatly where we have this big hearing, the A-Train and the Deep are watching, and even Ann Cusack, she's hanging out with the boys because she's apparently a part of the show for this episode. They're watching on the TV. And then Victoria Newman just looks sexy as ever. As ever. She looks like that one girl we saw in the King of Prussia Mall I keep bringing up.
Yeah.
That one just beautiful Middle Eastern girl.
Yeah, maybe it was her.
Maybe it was
She
her.
wasn't acting back then.
Then suddenly, heads will roll, and everyone just starts exploding one by one, you know? Cash rolls everything around me. Cream, get your money. Dollar bill, y'all. And I really wonder who's doing this head exploding thing, because surely it's not Newman, because as you saw in the episode, she looked rather panicked, and her eyes weren't white all over. So clearly she wasn't doing that whole blowing up heads thing. This must be someone else who's blowing up heads.
Maybe it's one of Stormfront's powers.
Well, maybe there's so much electrical current going through this random courthouse. She was like, oh my God, wait, I feel so strong. I can feel it coursing through my veins. That make more sense than this one woman just randomly, who's on the TV sometime, has this secret power, but she looked pretty shocked like everybody else.
She looked incredibly shocked. She looked more shocked than everybody else, actually.
Then Billy Moggs, and episode's over. On to the finale.
Yay.
Yeah, overall, very Remington Steele.
Yeah, actually might be the most Remington Steele episode
Quite possibly thus far, the most Remington Steele.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashley Barrett.
With the boys. The boys, Yui. Yui. With the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. Yui with the boys. Yui. 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 Yui.
With the boys.
Yui with the boys. Yui. 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 Yui.
I know. I'm still getting used to it, too.
Ashley!
Your dick was so
Perfect.
And long and stretchy.
You played my butt like jazz.
With poise and skill and
Willingness to
Improvise.
Let's get to work.
Yeah, here's a school shooting, Homelander PSA for everybody. This fully realized universe. Homelander is a celebrity. He does commercials for Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup. A-Train does Wheaties. The Deep is a spokesperson for Leslie's Pool Supplies. That's badass. That's almost as badass as the commercial itself, as the PSA itself, where that teacher just pulls out their sidearm, ready to blast the shooter, to shoot the shooter head on. Fight fire with fire.
Could you imagine if when we were in school,
I would have had so much more respect for every teacher if I knew that they were a couple of bad jokes away from pulling a pistol out of the desk.
That's actually a good point. I never looked at it that way.
There are a couple teachers I made feel shitty. Okay? I would have made them feel like they were the coolest people. They would have felt like they were actually doing a gift to the society by teaching us.
They'd be like, oh yeah, Alex, say it again.
Yeah, say it again.
Say it one
say
more
it again.
time.
You think The Outsiders is a shitty book? Yeah?
Why don't you explain to the class again why you don't like that book?
Yeah, I'm just standing there like whimpering as the guns point at my face.
You're only supposed to use that in case of an emergency.
I think this is a literary emergency. Turns out Big Bob from Supernatural, he wants his fucking pin.
Yeah, he's kind of a dickhead in this.
He's kind of a dick, but then again, you know, while Mallory and Vic are both there selfishly trying to get the president to do their bidding, I took a moment and I was like, this guy does seem pretty angry. But imagine how angry you'd be if you saw in your morning briefing, oh, you're meeting with Victoria Newman today, and then suddenly Victoria Newman walks in the door, and then Mallory, whatever the fuck her last name is, strolls on in behind her.
Yeah, I would have had all these lines set up to be like, okay, Vic, you look lovely in orange
I'm like, hey, you want a drink? It's 9:30 in the morning. She's like, no. Do you want a drink? Do you not want a drink? Do you care if I drink? Do you want a drink?
And then Mallory's just being a complete cock block.
She's being a total cock block. And like, again, if you're coming in here trying to stroke this man's ego, make him do do what you want. Maybe if she walked in alone, he would have bit. But now she's canceling out her own hotness by having this old hag lingering around.
She's like negative 400 points.
Negative 500 points. Okay, I kept thinking, you know what Mallory needs? A snap neck.
Maybe one of these episodes.
Yeah, maybe one of these episodes will get lucky and Mallory will have her fucking shit rang. Jump to Becca's running in the woods from somewhere to somewhere from something. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why she's doing that. I don't know why Ann Cusack's here trash talking the lead character Huey. I guess because he's a man. So she's like, oh wait, you're into Huey, that nervous boy with the sweaty palms? Who the fuck are you, Ann Cusack?
You're the least important Cusack.
Yeah, you're not John. You're not Joan. Boys are now fighting on what they should get done. You know, they're like, this is the final episode of the season. We have to do some fight. Let's at least talk about a fight. Of course, the fight won't actually really be a fight, but like, we need a plan. We need to have a couple of lines of dialogue saying, hey, this is really the end. There's no coming back from this. Tonight is the night.
Let's light it up.
So then Yui is the only one in the group who has a moral compass. The rest of the boys, not so much. They want to go in, you know, Bald Eagles and Budweiser and just shoot some motherfuckers, but Yui and Starlight have other plans. Back at Vought Tower, Stormfront's moseying on around. She walks up next to a very stressed Homelander, and I don't know what John was thinking, but I kind of thought if I was Homelander, the way the world's falling apart around us, Stormfront just exudes this sexual prowess. I would have thought I was in store for like an over the suit hand job.
Yeah,
like
she's
a quick
pretty
little
great
rub.
at those.
I'm assuming superhero material suits like probably a little thick. Like it's not like a thin sheet of cotton. It's probably got a little bit of resistance.
Like a Calabar sort of thing.
Kevlar?
Kevlar, yes, thank you.
Kelevar?
Kelevar.
Who's that? Have I met him?
I think it's how Italians pronounce it.
I think I feel like even though it's probably like bullet resistant material, I feel like you could still probably give it a few rubs.
Which is a soup.
True. She'd have the strength behind it. Yeah. So I thought she was going to give him a little, tug. She didn't do nothing about that. That kind of made me feel bad for him.
I meant to say this last because I watched that scene. I guess I was thinking the same thing was going to happen, and maybe reflect on the time it did happen. And oh boy, she's really good at those. I could go for a Stormfront over the pants hand here.
Given the opportunity, I would probably allow it.
Yeah, 100%.
Some more Billy Joel. Come out, Virginia. Come out and play. You Catholic girls start much too late.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you this, Huey. Why do you love Billy Joel so much?
That already happened in the other episode.
I thought it was this scene. Maybe it was the other scene. All the Annie and Huey scenes kind of just blend into one useless scene talking at Billy Joel.
No, wasn't that last season when they were driving with Mother's Milk and he was in the back?
No, that's when she was singing along to it. They started saying, "We can't start the fire," and then Mother's Milk shuts it off because this is fucking stupid.
Not to mention, she's like similar to Stormfront. Starlight is just, blue balling her man in a stressful time. She's facing him and she's leaning ever closer in, but she's not going over the center console, giving him a little tug.
Unbelievable.
At least put a hand on his thigh or something, close the distance a little bit. What? So what? No head? They after the headless drive to wherever they're going, wherever this secret spot is where they're going to change the fate of the universe by going on the Yui Starlight adventure, they show up at Queen Maeve's, I guess, hideaway apartment house, and Queen Maeve is a character that we, the viewer, are supposed to like rally behind and root for, even though in this very scene Starlight is moseying on around in her private life wearing jeans and a jacket, and Maeve, who is in her own goddamn house, is in her full-on outfit in the privacy of her own home while smoking a cigarette, but she's still wearing her superhero outfit, right? Gauntlets and all. Pathetic behavior.
Well, you never know when danger's gonna call.
I don't know. I feel like if you're a superhero, you can probably change pretty fast, too. We've seen Clark Kent do it before.
She doesn't have super speed. Only A-Train can change really fast.
Then why is Annie walking around in fucking jeans and a hoodie?
She's not on the 7
Why
right
isn't this
now.
girl in fucking remember in Extract when Jason Biggs, he wishes. Remember when Jason Bateman comes home and he's like, I have to get home by 6:15, so a minute later, it's the sweatpants,
yeah.
double knot, and then he walks in and Kristen Wiig, right? You see the close up of her fingers, double knot, really? Fucking like that's, shouldn't Queen Maeve be double knot, big fucking fuzzy slippers?
Well, she was in the towel that one
hair
episode.
up, glasses on.
She only wears towels or her Queen Maeve outfit.
I'm surprised she doesn't fucking shower in the thing. She's clearly a never nude.
Yeah, because even when she was in the bed with that guy in the last episode, she was in her fucking outfit.
What the fuck? I can understand wearing the headpiece, all right?
I know you hate Maeve, though. It was pretty sick she called Huey a twink twice.
No, it's not actually, because Huey isn't even a twink, okay? Maybe if he had platinum blonde hair and started wearing fucking tube tops, okay?
He's pretty twinky.
He's not twinky at all.
He's full of cream puff. He's a twinkie.
No, what the fuck does that even mean?
Twinkies have cream in them.
He's full of what? I guess your ear's closer to the ground on the lingo than mine is. What the hell does that mean?
Because Twinkies have cream. That's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
I threw in the word puff just because it happened to come out.
All right. I disagree with you and me, but I guess you guys are the experts, okay? I'm not one of the people. Represent, okay?
You know, let's get out of your fucking twink.
No. Okay?
Yes.
Fucking Huey's not a twink. That was silly. I don't know. I don't know. I know there's, what are the gay terms? All right, let's see. Gay terms like twink. Bear. He's not a bear. He's not an otter.
I don't know what an otter is.
Someone who's slender and hairy. Okay. There's bears who are large and hairy. There's otters who are slender and hairy. There are twunks who are muscular twinks. I guess
Huey's a twunk. He's so twonky.
Oh, that's hilarious. And then there's cubs, younger/smaller bears. For some reason, there's
that's
three.
Not a gay term.
I don't know.
A cougar gets a cub.
I don't know.
It's not a gay term at all.
Apparently it is. I don't know. All I know is that twunks. All right, so Huey's a twunk. The show was wrong. Huey's a fucking muscular twink.
Right, I'm wrong too. I never noticed how muscular.
All right,
it was.
you guys are clueless. Okay, these shows should be sent to me just to give one pass over. I'll fucking jot on with like a red pen, and I'll fix the fucking script up real quick.
Change the twink to twunk.
Yeah,
it's
drop the
stronger
twink.
That way.
Stanager then meets up with the head of the Church of the Collective. So this is a nice little scene of two useless characters talking absolute useless nonsense. Yeah, yada yada. Stormfront's a racist. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Okay, Fresca, buddy, motherfucker.
Exactly, yeah. Speaking of, thanks for that awesome close-up of the Fresca can. Meaningless. Means nothing. It's as useless as the characters who preceded the scene.
Which is so obnoxious because I get that not everything can lead to something, but like this show seems to like the idea of nothing leading to anything.
Right. Well, because you know what's more fun than answering questions? Asking them.
Yeah, that's actually really true. That's actually
what's hard? Answering questions. You know what's easy? asking them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What's harder, the kid in school who's like, I don't get it, or the teacher who's losing their mind, pulling their hair out, who has to explain the same topic over and over and over again?
That's true. Then she pulls out her Glock and shoots the kid.
Exactly. Moving on, Becca is being encroached on by the boys. She's like being surrounded in that weird basement they have.
How'd she find that place?
It's not that hard. I guess she was looking for like a new phone. She needed to buy some minutes, and she just happened to find them there.
That's true. Actually, in that opening scene in the last season, when
upstairs,
yeah, Billy always said, "Whenever you need me, just find the Radio Shack. I'll be underneath in the basement."
Yeah, because Radio Shack that's the phone store I would have gone with for my
Circuit
setup.
City.
Yeah, exactly. Something.
The secondhand Verizon store.
Yeah. Then Billy and Becca kiss, but kind of like a middle school dance sort of a kiss, where like your fifth period social studies teacher is in the corner chaperoning
with the Glock.
Yeah. I wanted tongue. These are supposed to be sexual freaks. I didn't realize Billy Butcher was so missionary only.
He should have at least palmed her ass or something.
Especially considering who it is.
Quinn, exactly. The show doesn't have enough Quinn James ass at all.
Remember that time when Quinn James went to the ski lodge?
Remember that time when Quinn James wore the bikini bottoms?
The scene I'm talking about.
I was just saying another scene because her ass is in every scene.
That's how instead you say another scene, we talk about the scene I'm talking about.
Okay.
Remember the scene when Quinn James goes to the ski lodge? She gets locked out, has to mosey her on way to the bar, and since it's chilly out, she put on her nice little hat with fur, she put on her gloves and her ski boots, couldn't find pants, couldn't find a top, green bikini.
As one typically does.
Moseys on into the bar, finds, I think, Chase and Clay, and maybe Nate's there. I feel like Nate might have been done with the show at that point.
It feels like a Three Amigos scene. I think they're all there.
Chris Keller, maybe. I think Chris Keller might be there. Doesn't matter. Fuck the scene. My girl Ashley's pulling her hair out. You see the first actual real bald patch. Ryan's bitching out already, talking about calling his mommy this. I need to see my mom that. Learning is a gift. Your mom says shit like learning is a gift and you're trying to figure out where she is. No. Having a new super sexy stepmommy, that's the gift, you fucking brat.
Yeah, what are you, stupid?
What are you, fucking dumb?
Have you seen stepmommy?
Exactly. And then Ryan, continuing on his stupid arc, gets overwhelmed because there's a crowd around him. If I was Homelander, I'd return the kid. I'd actually say, you know what, Becca, you're right. You should have him. Now that I know I can have a kid on my own, I'm going to do this the right way. This one's clearly damaged goods. He's just fucking up everything, honestly. Because you know what happens? Like, he's now putting a wedge here in what could be a beautiful thing. Like, behind every great man is a great woman. Not some whiny, snot-nosed kid. And then, having to get rescued, having to get freed from the situation, Homelander just takes him away and flies away with his son because Ryan, again, superhero of the future. Becca's talking to Butcher about how if this kid's not raised right, he'll end the world. He can't even handle the social anxiety of being in a restaurant.
Yeah, he's just going to cry in a corner. He's
not
going to end the world at all.
He's clown shoes. Huey and Starlight are talking. They're driving. 2 seasons have gone by, and never did I once think about Huey's mom, even a little bit. But good thing Starlight now brings it up, and very insensitively, too.
Yeah.
Even if his mom was dead, I'm pretty sure you can complain about yours, you fucking freak.
Yeah.
Complain about yours, and I guarantee he won't think anything.
But
he
she also
won't
complained
say
about her
anything.
mom. She also complained about her mom like she was wishing her mom was there. If they were just kidnapped, and he would come save them. Like she
was clearly
was wrong.
fishing because she just wanted to talk about his mom because she brought it up so randomly.
True, because she's manipulative.
Complain about yours. He's not going to say a fucking thing. Say, oh, sorry, your mom died. Who does that?
Only Annie.
Oh, gosh, silly me. I'm talking about my mom who's alive and yours died, right, Huey?
No, my mom played Billy Joel's Moving Out and just dipped.
Yeah, she just dipped. I was Anthony.
I was just close to being named Anthony. My name actually is Anthony. My dad could handle naming Huey.
But he couldn't, so he renamed him?
Yeah, he was 6 years old and his dad started calling me Huey. I don't even know why he called me that.
When the mom left and the dad got so he could no longer listen to Billy Joel, he really found comfort in Huey Lewis in the News.
Actually makes a lot of sense.
Then A-Train gets into the car so fast that the car itself doesn't even turn on its own lights or do any weird beeping noises for the rear left door opening suddenly while the car is in motion.
Yeah, that's the thing too. The car's in motion, which is the car's locked.
Yeah,
so
why aren't the back doors locked?
So you just open up the locked door, no problem.
I had that thought, but I'm pretty positive since this is a TV show and no one has any attention to detail, on Huey's driver's side, that door was unlocked.
True. It's also an old car. It's unreliable.
But how does A-Train even find them in this car?
He ran the entire city of New York until he found
Well, yeah, he covered every borough in 3 hours.
Yeah. So he's been looking for 9 hours.
I'm pretty sure I can cover every borough, and that doesn't even seem like it's super speed.
That's actually a really good point.
5 boroughs, 3 hours, that's pretty good. But super speed, fastest guy in the world? And isn't your heart like, one run away from, I don't know, ceasing?
No, Annie X said. He says, no, it's fine.
Thankfully, you're right. Thankfully, Starlight did bring that up. So I guess since the show brought attention to it, the audience was like, oh, no, we're wrong. He's alright, it's fine. She even asked.
That was yesterday's prom.
Yeah. And I guess he's also a good guy now, even though that if we take, if we zoom out here, sure, he's helping the boys who are in the show's context framed as the good guys.
Yeah.
But he's also helping them exclusively for selfish reasons.
Yeah, well, that's what all
which,
good
in my
guys do.
opinion, means he's no longer doing something that's that, grandiose of a good, fair-natured thing. He's kind of being a dick still. But I guess that's the hero's journey. Just be mad that you're not invited somewhere and then resort to the boys' bread and butter of blackmail. Because the show only blackmails for blackmail's sake.
Yeah, show should have been called Blackmail.
It's fucking ridiculous. He's like, hey, I have this information we're going to use to get them. And then the next scene's like, hey, guess what? That information led me to this information. And the next scene is, hey, you know what I have? Information that you wouldn't like getting out. And then the next scene is, hey, that's yesterday's information. Now I have new information.
This show's basically just suits, except they can fly around.
Sometimes. Some characters. Occasionally. Then Edgar and Billy sit down and they talk about something. I don't know. Edgar is saying something about how, like, only the white man is allowed to lash out. And I don't know what world he's been living in. That's not really the one I occupy every day, where that's just my right to do something. Haven't experienced that. Not sure also if lashing out is really the big, bold identifier for us fairer skins.
I don't know who we're talking about. Who's Edgar?
Stan Edgar.
I didn't know it was his fucking name.
And I said Stan Edgar the first time, I think.
And who lashed out? I don't remember the scene. Who they talking about lashed out?
Billy and Stan Edgar are sitting in some restaurant having
a
meal.
Yeah.
And then
okay,
he says how he wants him to kill him because it's okay when a white man lashes out angrily into the world.
Yeah, that's not really our moniker. It's not really our thing.
But apparently from this conversation, Billy is now going to go kill Homelander for Stan Edgar because, again, the show just said it. Billy has, like, white privilege or something, so he can do it, I guess. I don't know. It's really curious that this writer's room would, like, craft this random scene of all things in the middle of an episode.
Pretty suspicious. It's almost as if there's a hidden agenda there.
Almost. Then Homelander talks to Ryan. It's actually a really nice scene. Homelander is apparently very visibly capable of being a good father, and I refuse to accept this whole narrative that he's all bad and all stupid. And apparently Stormfront, again, she's supposed to be just, she's an all bad, all stupid, all-around villain. Do you see the supportive look that she gave her man for being a good father?
I would argue this is probably Becca and Homelander's fight scene last was the best scene. This is the second best scene of the show so far. This is clearly where the show shines, and I really think this whole season should have been picks up 6 months of last season. It should have had it where Stormfront's an established character off screen. Homelander and her already have a secret relationship off screen. Majority of the season should have just been the soap opera aspect of him becoming a father. These are the best fucking scenes in this show. And also, you're talking about her look towards him. You see how he looked at her?
He was like, look at me.
Yeah, he's like, you see this is working. It was a real touching family moment.
It was a very touching moment.
I know it's not supposed to be touching, but that was a touching fucking moment. It was great.
Okay, but this fucking show just hates the nuclear family. Again, motives, set agendas, perhaps.
Yeah, completely. The best scenes of the show are supposed to be the scenes we're not supposed to be rooting for.
But then the woman we're supposed to be rooting for, Becca here, she's running her mouth. Billy's cowering in fear. He's like, you're not going here, babe. She's like, yes, I am. And he's like, all right, you're going. You're right. Now that you've said it in those terms, I agree.
I didn't understand before.
Yeah, and then she makes Butcher swear to uphold her bullshit pipe dream of her idiot son becoming the next Muhammad Gandhi or some shit. I also wonder why Billy was so urgent he had to make this promise right now and swear to her. I wonder if there's an intentional reason why he had to do that in that very quick scene, as if something crazy is going to happen real soon.
What's crazier than that is why didn't he just swear it, but do the old, I got my fingers crossed?
He probably did. Has toes crossed in his fucking boots.
Well, as we find out, that's not the case. He upholds his promise for some reason.
Then the frog and the porcelain doll, they sign back and forth. Sorry, I'm still learning. That sounds like Japanese.
No, that sounded pretty good.
I gotta be like, no, conmigo, sorry. No, it sounds terrible every time. Ryan has to put a quarter in the swear jar. Again, to Becca being a terrible mother, the more lore we're getting about Becca's maternity is pretty atrocious.
And he seems pretty stunted. Isn't he 10 years old?
Yeah, he looks like, exactly. He feels like a kid who's like real behind on the development curve.
Every time he gets upset, he goes,
I know.
They pick up and fly away. Yeah. He's 10 years old.
Ryan has to put a quarter in the swear jar for hating somebody. Could Becca be any more of a fucking like Facebook Pinterest mom? Live, laugh, love. I'm a wine mom. Don't talk to me before my coffee. Here's the swear jar, aka the Merlot money. Kill yourself, Becca.
Well, she's got that cute little knife. Maybe she'll use that on herself later.
I don't know what knife you're talking about.
Oh, well, they established when she was running the forest. And
she had a knife.
As you know, by all city field knowledge, if you're going to show something in the first act, it has to come back in the third act.
Don't show a gun in the first act if you're not going to shoot that gun in the third act.
You might not know what this knife is now, but you will.
Thankfully, the boys are in the end game, so I guess we'll see it soon. It's the final stand. They make some loud noise, and it apparently really, really, really messes up Soups. I didn't even know that the boys had this ace up their sleeve this whole time, just some sound device.
Yeah, like apparently they're like dogs. A certain whistle.
Exactly. Humans are fine. Huey can stand right next to the device. He's fine, but for some reason, Homelander and Ryan are just absolutely spazzing.
Do you notice how close they were when they established this, where they were setting up this noise machine?
Yeah, it seemed like it was a block away.
And Homelander didn't hear any of this?
No.
Mr. I have super hearing doesn't hear the trees rustling in the fucking backyard?
I think it's like Bruce Almighty when he like, let me hear all prayers, and then he's like, and then goes post-it notes, and then
Okay.
goes into. So I think Homelander hears stuff, but it's just he's like it's through Yahoo.
Oh,
now.
so he already has his email established
Yes.
to here. Okay, that makes a lot more
The
sense.
same Bruce Almighty kind of thing. Then we get the classic Ryan line, who's that weird guy with a beard? And then we get Becca, it's my husband, which is, you know what, Becca, fuck you. You're toxic. That's terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
That scene, that was very manipulative. And also, Billy, you don't have a moment of, wait, hold on a second. You never even mentioned me to the kid?
That's a good point.
You don't even have like a photo of me in your wallet?
That's a good point. Yeah, obviously she's gonna say, "Oh, this is the guy I was actually in love with," but like, there's nothing of him in her entire life, last 8 years.
That's
or
what I'm
10
saying.
years,
You're telling me that you can't like have one frame photo and just say, "Oh yeah, your dad died in the war." He didn't know. He didn't know Homelander was his dad.
That's a really good point. What do you think? He just appeared there?
Yeah, he's the next Muhammad Gandhi. You are an immaculate conception. Billy, though, he cut a deal with Edgar at that scene that I couldn't really follow. They were having a conversation at lunch. Billy apparently cut a deal with Edgar. I only realized that it was a deal about turning Ryan in this very moment once he said it out loud. That scene earlier where he was talking about it, didn't follow that. But now, thankfully, the show realized that that was incoherent. So here in the final scene, they're like, okay, let's just have Billy straight up say what that scene was about, because on the rewatch, we also didn't follow it.
All he had to do was just punch Becca, and they could have taken Ryan anyways.
Right.
And he could have said, I tried my hardest, Becca. I couldn't do it.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Homelander flies back to the house, somehow just long enough for the boys to get away and the SWAT boys to then get in there. They point guns at him. Seems like a stupid and futile gesture.
And they should know that.
They should know that. They know who he is. But they point guns at him for some reason. He lasers them, rightfully so. One, for the stupid attempt of threatening him with a gun. And then two, for their lack of answers to his very important question of, where's my son?
Oh, but before that, though, he goes, did I hear Butcher's name? That was pretty fucking
That was good.
badass, actually.
Homelander has his moments.
But the Where's My Son was also badass.
Where's My Son's also cool. It's just a father being protective of his child's abductors, you know? In this situation, sure, I know that, like, 9 out of every 10 kidnapping cases is actually usually a parent taking the kid across state lines during, like, a dispute. And that's kind of what happened here.
Yeah, but he also told Becca he was taking the kid.
He did. Becca knew where he was. In this case, Becca and her lover boy boyfriend,
husband,
supposedly, when it's convenient,
or as he would say, husband.
When they show up and they just take the kid. Again, Becca knew where her son was going, that he was going to be with his father. Homelander thinks his son was just kidnapped.
Yep.
And again, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
But again, you said it. Becca knew where Ryan was. Becca left John in the dark.
Yeah, and it's actually dumb, too, because I don't even remember this, but just before he took Ryan, he gave Becca a snow globe and said, here, shake this. Then,
No, that was the Santa Claus.
Okay.
No, that's the thing with Tim Allen. Yeah.
You sure?
Dude, can you imagine, though, how much better this show would be if instead of this piece of shit, Coletti, whatever his name is, who plays Ryan, if we had Charlie from the Santa Claus?
Plain milk's fine.
Neil told me. Becca and Ryan...
He's like, what are you going to do, Homelander? You're going to lash out irrationally?
Where did you hear that?
What the hell's that guy's name? Butcher told me.
Billy told me.
He actually listens to me.
Becca and Ryan almost get away, except for, of course, this is a show about soups, so obviously this random sedan isn't fast enough. Somehow, though, they do survive without a single scratch the whole Stormfront fucking that car up and then flipping it 100 times. And while Ryan is a soup, sure, pretty sure Becca and Mother's Milk aren't.
Yeah, this is pre-Ozempic Mother's Milk, so he's got plenty of padding going on.
You calling Quinn fat, too?
You see that ass?
That ass? I'm a smash. Yeah, sure. Fine. We'll go, like, Zoom with Tim Allen. Remember when the Spencer Breslин's like, I'm fat, and, like, just lands on his big butt in the fucking pool for the...
Yep. Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Fine. I guess that explains everything. Mother's Milk is a fat guy, and Chantel Van Santen's got an ass that just never stops. So I guess they survived the car crash because of that, and Ryan's a soup. Ipso facto, it all makes sense. Eric Kripke's a fucking genius.
Or maybe it's just good airbags.
Or maybe it's good airbags. Yeah. Airbags, sure, maybe they help cushion you. I think at some point, flipping a car over 100 times in a row, I think inertia just wins eventually. And like your neck goes one way, your legs go the other way, and you just break in half.
And that's what the old bags. These are the 400.
These are the new school airbags. Big fight scene. Kumiko laughs. She should never do it again. She should, I guess, not be around funny people because it's not very attractive. And she completely ruins Stormfront's monologue. The boys run away so the girls can kick ass. Kumiko gets her neck snapped, but again, the show doesn't have any real stakes, so she's actually totally fine.
It would be so cool if she died right there.
It'd be cool if she. You say it would be cool if she did
be
die.
awesome,
It would be cool. Yeah. Unfortunately, again, this show, no stakes. She's fine. Frenchie shoots, and that also does nothing, but it was just enough of a distraction, I guess. Because Maeve's now here, and I'm not sure how she knew to be here.
Me neither.
I'm not sure why she's here.
Her and Annie can telepathically talk to each other. I can't say that word right. Yeah, they can. It's girl power. Remember that last episode, girl power? They telepathically talk to each other.
They don't. Maeve's here. Hey, Kraut. Whoa! Then it's a big girl fight. They're all swinging. They're all so powerful, even though, again, looking at this fight objectively, in reality, the good guys of the show are 1v3 gang fighting this girl.
You have to go in prison rules.
It's not very honorable. All right, I understand that you guys are the good guys, but I don't know if it's really a moral victory if the three of you beat the shit out of a woman on the ground. That's kind of not cool. That's kind of a little, I don't know, punching down perhaps?
Yeah, but Stormfront's the bad guy.
That's true, so I guess you can't punch down on bad guys.
Yeah.
But the frog really is right. Oh, the girls really do get it done. Oh.
That's a perfect impression.
Thank you. Then Stormfront flies away, which we'll see again in the show. Whenever someone's like almost about to die, they just say, oh, fuck it, I forgot I can fly. And they just yip up out of the sky. Stormfront, she's gone.
You think they would just fly sooner?
You think, yeah, exactly. Instead of getting their asses kicked for 5 minutes to create the dramatic tension, you think they would just say, I'm just going to leave immediately. But Stormfront gets hit just enough times and then get up, fly, jip away. And yeah, Homelander's there now covered in blood. Billy is running away with Becca and Ryan. And then the big moment, and I'll be honest, this part it reminded me a little bit of Remington Steele. Stormfront, she gets her eye stabbed.
That was the knife I was talking about.
That was the knife you're talking about. Exactly. You're right. It did come back into play. Yep. And that was, I'll be honest, kind of one of the hotter parts of the episode. And I don't know if it was her, like, if it was just her tanking the knife to that. She just took it like a champ, right? Wound and all. Or if it was like the whole blood just rushing down those cheekbones. But either way, I was a fan.
Yeah. Chicks and blood are hot.
I said it before. And then Butcher, non-ironically, uses a crowbar to try to whack Stormfront after, get this, unloading an entire magazine into her, which did nothing. He then thinks, all right, you're right, I was too far away. Close the distance. Me and my friend Crowy over here, we'll put her down for sure.
Well, he saw how well the knife did damage, so he's like, just bullets are too far.
You're right, the knife did some damage. The bullets didn't do any damage. However, like, if you had in front of me and say, hey, you have to kill somebody, right? And you have on your table a crowbar, a knife, and a pistol. The crowbar's my last choice.
Yeah.
Which I guess actually this was his last choice too. He tried the gun, Becca tried the knife. I guess he thought it's a Hail Mary.
He's really whacking the shit out of her.
Right.
Nothing.
No.
The knife goes through her fuking eye.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be like that scene in Superman where the bullet just fucking smashes against the eye?
And Superman Returns. Interesting.
Yeah. Shouldn't that knife have broke? Or at the very least just scratched her?
Maybe just superheroes have weaknesses, and maybe eyes, maybe their bodies are superhero, but their eyes are just as bad as anybody else's. And now Ryan, he's actually mad, and he didn't hate that deep doll earlier, but he surely hates his cool new hot mom choking out his old ass lame hot mom. And then before the big boom, Stormfront gets to have her catchphrase again, saying, I like to see the light go out. That was almost as sexy as the knife to the eye.
Yeah.
It's up there. It's contending. But Ryan, he deprives his new mommy of what she wants, and he lasers the fuck out of Stormfront. The same thing that his dad did to her like 2 episodes ago. Remember the whole laser my fucking tits?
Yeah, did nothing.
Whatever happened there?
Yeah, whatever happened there?
Whatever happened there, Carmine?
Yeah, honestly, so I guess unless she knows it's going to happen, she's not indestructible, because she was clearly where those
maybe
lasers
it's like Invisible Woman with her her force fields. Maybe she had to consciously use all of her strength into her tits. Maybe just her tits.
Yeah, she does just great tits.
Maybe her perverted, husband was like, listen, this is this first generation compound V thing. I'm not really sure what it's going to do. They're talking about how to make you like super intelligent, which is that's cool. Or I can give you super tits and super pussy.
And she's like, give me the second option.
Yeah, give me the second option, obviously. Maybe it is her tits that are actually indestructible, and besides that, she's just like average as anything else.
Yeah, maybe if Becca took the knife to her chest, it would have
shattered her like Superman.
Yeah.
Superman Returns.
Well, now the question. Okay, but then again, later on in the show, I'm jumping ahead. But then Maeve takes the pencil to his fucking ear. That goes through no.
Bro, that's not even this episode.
No, my point is
Whoa!
If it's a pointy object,
he stabbed me in the eye.
If it's a pointy object, it hurts apparently.
What is this? The fucking UN? Somehow, though, that big blast from Ryan's eyes doesn't kill Butcher at all. Doesn't even hurt him. And it turns Stormfront into, this bald, burnt quadriplegic. But Billy again...
It turned her into Anakin Skywalker.
It did, and somehow Billy the Butcher doesn't even have his fucking eyebrows singed off. And I would like that comedic levity in this tense situation. If Billy turns around doing the accent still and he has no more eyebrows...
That would be fucking great. And then next season he has like part of one eyebrow.
That'd be sick. But instead, he gets off scot-free. He's has all his faculties. Stormfront is so far gone to the wind. She's speaking German now. I'm rock hard.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And all of this, he did all of that to Stormfront, the superhero. Nothing to Billy. All that happened to Becca, who was right next to Stormfront, was her throat got slit somehow.
Yeah, it's not like her gloves were spiky.
She's somehow bleeding from the neck, and she kind of seems fine. And she's all like, hey, it's not Ryan's fault. He's good. He has superpowers. He's good. He's good, she says, which doesn't make sense because he does have superpowers, not just laser vision. Why didn't he just go tackle with his super strength? Why didn't he fly and tackle Stormfront? Why did he laser his mom in the process?
Because her homeschooling sucks and he's a fucking idiot.
Because he's a fucking idiot is the point. Hey, Chuck, that doesn't smell like mud. Then Ryan cries some more. Surprise, surprise, right? Que sera, sera. Billy somehow resists killing this fucking punk right here and then.
Yeah.
He picks up the crowbar. Then he realizes that didn't work on Stormfront.
Yeah,
grab that?
No, I didn't, but I guess he contemplated it.
He contemplated it. He's like, fuck it. This didn't even work on her. Homelander shows up. Stormfront still speaking German, looking like an animatronic. Homelander, again, the bad dad, as the show so proudly proclaims, isn't even like he's disappointed in his son. He's not even mad at his son. He's like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine that you just ruined my sniz. All right, that's fine. Let's just leave, son. And then this manipulative, sad sack, whiny, good-for-nothing, low-life piece of shit.
Yeah.
Ryan, what does he do? After crying in his father's arms not even an hour ago, he suddenly decides to go walk to physically, not only he was next to him, he walks across this fucking pile of leaves on the floor in the forest, and he stands behind some random guy who just got introduced to him from his mom saying, this is my husband.
I guess I don't know. He's a fucking idiot.
Ryan.
Yeah, fuck Ryan.
Whatever happened there, Carmine? And suddenly, Homelander's just another victim of criminal mastermind Benny Fazio. That's right. Maeve shows up again somehow. She's just now here as well, and you won't actually you won't believe this. Blackmail again. The video of the plane crash. We're seeing it again, and apparently it's such good blackmail. She can say, "Hey, this gets me off the hook. This gets Elena off the hook. This gets Starlight off the hook. Gets the boys off the hook. All of the boys. They're all now getting off scot-free because I have a fucking video of a plane.
Like, why didn't you just laser her at hand?
Destroy the phone.
Destroy the phone.
She's not technically savvy. She doesn't have backup files. She's an idiot. She walks around her goddamn apartment wearing her uniform.
She can't find her clothes.
She's a moron. She's a simpleton.
And in her apartment, she had a perfectly good bong right there. She pulls out a cigarette.
She pulls out a cigarette? What
are
you?
She has no idea what's going on.
Thanks, James Dean. Contrived bullshit. This show's specialty. The show writes itself into a corner, and instead of being competent and then writing themselves out of that corner, they take a sledgehammer to the wall and like, hey, more room for us, guys. They shuffle on in. It's like, hey, Thor, Titus, this is my room.
I was just gonna say that.
All is well, though. Again, the show has no stakes, and even though it's the finale, instead of ending on like a big cliffhanger, like what's gonna happen, it's like, let's just resolve things quickly. Here's a big press conference. It's all super performative. Homelander is friends with Maeve and Starlight. He's like, I'm so glad they're part of the team. We hear ringing in the ears of Homelander.
I thought it was gonna end there.
Nope. No, there's more to do. We need to see what happens with the most important subplot of the entire series, the Church of the Collective. So we meet the head of the church again.
Okay, buddy Fresca.
A-Train and the Deep are getting scolded by him. The Deep, get this, bad guy. Non-redeemable, around the clock bad. A-Train, done some bad things, good guy at the end of the day, according to the show, right? Then why is this what happens? When A-Train is said to have gotten back into the 7, the Deep is, dude, that's sick, bro, good for you, hell yeah, bro, yeah! He's happy for his friend. When A-Train discovers that, the Deep's not going in because that Church of the Collective guy uses Stan Edgar's line about how, well, we bring 2 guys in,
it's weak.
That's forgiveness. If we bring 2 guys, we bring 1 guy in, that's forgiveness. Bring 2 guys in, that's weakness. And once A-Train, who's supposed to be, again, a hero of the show, once he finds out that the Deep didn't get, he's like, fuck you, dude, I'll see you later, bro. And he just scurries on out of there, and he's the good guy. He's a fucking snitch.
Yeah.
He took sensitive materials from his, imagine if you join a fucking club, and then you burn it to the ground and get rewarded for it. Okay, the Deep's been there for months. The Deep sent over his fucking bank account, okay?
Yeah.
The Deep has been following the steps. He's on OT8 by now.
I was gonna say that.
The Deep is over here with a wife that has a cheese grater for a mouth. From the mouth of Babes himself, she gives terrible blowjobs. Okay, fuck Fresca. He's right. I'm out. I'm trying to come. But again, A-Train's the hero. The guy who just snitched, lied, cheated, stole, blackmailed, screwed over his friend.
Killed Robin. Killed Popclaw.
Killed Popclaw, his own lover. Is that what a crime of passion is? Yeah, it's when you're in a fight and you smack her too hard. Not when you use super speed, grab 10 needles, and overdose her. That is not a crime of passion. That's fucking, that shit's planned out.
Yeah, that's a little psychotic.
That's premeditated, okay? That shit's admissible.
You put Cincinnati on
you
it.
wrote it on the box. Is it a fetus? Starlight runs her fucking mouth a little bit saying, hey, if Billy the Butcher can do the right thing, we must have some higher power. Do you even know who Billy is? Do you even know Billy like that?
Yeah, really.
And Yui is so pussy whipped. He's just fine. She's trash talking his bro like that? What, because Starlight gave you a borderline platonic kiss on the park bench, you fucking zero? You really are twunk.
I really thought that was going to end where Annie goes, you know, Huey, we're like family now, and family is a weakness, and she starts choking Huey out.
Right. Us.
Listen, Vic. Like family to me, Vic. The family's weakness.
That would have been better.
And then she chokes out Huey, and then she takes out his wallet, pockets $22, and then just tosses it away. Yeah. Walks off, hobbles away.
And then ends with her dancing with her mom in her new apartment.
Yeah, looking over the city with her and Ann Cusack. Mm-hmm. In Starlight's defense, as you know, terrible as she may be at times, Yui is very clearly breaking up with her in that scene. And then he throws it. No, I wasn't saying that. I was just being awkward and quirky. Do you agree he was clearly dumping her?
Yeah, I thought he was like, yo, that Vic chick, I'm gonna work for her, and she's way hotter.
Right? I'd have the same thought, actually. And since this episode never, ever ends, we get yet another wrap-up of Billy somehow, again, not drowning Ryan in this lake. This isn't a nice moment, by the way, between the two of them. Ryan killed his mom. Yeah. He killed his mother. He committed matricide. And then again...
I like how when she died, she looked like Madeline Cotard, or Cotard, whatever her name is, in The Dark Knight Rises. That she just...
Oh, Marion Cotillard?
Yeah, she's just tilts her head, eyes closed, and done.
Yeah, she just went out peacefully after getting her larynx ripped out of her fucking body.
He's good.
Then again, while I wanted Billy to drown Ryan right then and there...
That'd been nuts.
I think having Becca as your mom and then elevating to Stormfront to be your mom and then now living with the reality of Mallory being your new mom, that might be the ultimate punishment at the end of the day.
Yeah, that kid's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah,
now.
I think so.
It's like you had Becca, your hot mom. Now you have Stormfront, your hot stepmom. Does he have any idea what stepmoms do?
I know. Not even that. Not even thinking in such a perverse way. Think about this. Think about when you had a friend growing up who had a hot mom. How much cooler, like, dude, I can't wait to hang out at your house just to flirt with your mom who's 40 years older than me. Even though I'm 9 years old, I'm gonna put the moves on your mom, man.
I used to go over to school and be like, so I guess Billy's not coming home. So you want to just hang out, you and me? We'll get together.
You need the lawn mowed. You need a pool boy.
I noticed you have a hot tub in the back. I can help you.
I noticed that your the shrubs are a little overgrown. You need me to trim them? You like landscapers? You know, I actually clean cars. I can wash your car for you. I can, like, you know, wear like a skimpy little outfit and wash your car for you.
Maybe if Ryan wasn't so busy recreating Blindside with Legos, he could have just done what every normal kid his age does, goes on the hub.
Exactly.
And realize the kind of awesome scenario he has in front of him.
The boys are now free, though. Victoria Newman is apparently the czar of soup affairs, whatever that means.
I thought she was the border czar.
No, she's the czar of soup affairs. He returns home because the episode hasn't ended yet, so let's have go reunite with his daughter, a subplot that I promise you does not cross my mind at any point while watching the whole superhero fight people thing. At no point is there any time where I'm like, oh, the stakes. What if Mother's Milk doesn't return to his family home?
No, but I did think of it once when he gave like Billy the look, where he's like, no, Billy, go with Ryan and Becca. We got this. It's like, dude, don't you also have a wife? You've been talking about her nonstop. Why don't you also go with Billy and Becca? Go to your fucking wife and kid.
Well, he is now. You saw him reunite with them to end the season, so obviously going forward, he'll be with his family from here on out.
He's probably going to be in the next season fighting. He's probably just going to be home with
obviously going to go retire to be a stay-at-home dad. The frog and the porcelain doll, they walk off together to not fuck.
Yeah, weren't they like holding hands and skipping?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about because they're just friends.
They're all my friends.
Me too. And again, Homelander, the big bad of the show. We might as well take one more final moment to make him seem like not a threat even a little bit. And here he is, the loser in the flesh, just masturbating off the Chrysler building.
Clearly struggling.
I don't know if that was struggling or if it. Yes.
That was a pep talk to his dick. He was like, "Come on, buddy, you can. I can do this. I can do this."
I think he misinterpreted it. I think he's been up there for hours. I think he's basically shooting blanks now. I think he's beating his dick into non-existence, and he's just gone like 10, 11 rounds, and he's just burping spunk in spurts.
Well, that's no way to handle the situation.
I agree. And also, why are you jacking off the Chrysler?
I guess it's fun.
That's the building you pick? First off, you own a building. Jack off vault.
True.
You're gonna go to Spider-Man's building?
Yeah, that'd be great if Spider-Man's like, hey, buddy, what are you doing
Get the fuck out of here. I come on this place. I come and go as I please.
Don't you see my spot? I got some there. I got some there.
I got some everywhere. Come out, Virginia. Don't let it wait. Right? Okay, that's a good way to end the season.
We skipped the best scene.
What was that?
When Huey's like, when Vic walks into her office and she
oh
goes,
my God,
Huey
it's the
Campbell,
best scene.
and he turns around like he's fucking Mr. Cool.
Like a twunk.
Yeah, like a twunk.
Like
all
a total
twunks do.
twunk. She's like, hey, Huey. Oh, I also ignored the whole, fucking, the dumbest part of the episode. Victoria Newman.
Yeah.
She's on the phone with the head of the collective guy, and then it turns out she's actually on the phone like 10 feet away from him. So since she can see him, she blows up his fucking head.
Well, she hits him with her one-liner, okay, buddy Fresca,
And then
she
his head
blows his
explodes.
fucking head off.
And then we see her, and her eyes are fully white, like I said, which begs the question, then how'd she blow up the head in that courtroom earlier? With her, she was running around, her eyes normal. Her eyes never turned white. She wasn't staring at anybody.
She you know how like sometimes soups are indestructible, except they're not? Her eyes get cloudy
Eric
sometimes, but when they
Kripke,
don't.
consistent writing at its finest.
Exactly.
No, then Huey walks in there and he talks about how he's like, I'm retired, my crime fighting days. Now I want to fight the real crime and I want to be a politician for you.
Yeah, I want to keep fighting suits, but with less guts on my face.
And then she laughs like she thinks he's the funniest guy in the world.
He said, I want to fight the suits with less guts on my face. And she goes, oh my God, I love you.
Did she actually say that?
No, she looked at him like she did.
That's why
it's
I thought,
fucking
the
crazy.
way she stared at him.
She's like in love with him. And like, I get that they're together in real life, but like, what in that moment stole her heart?
His twunkiness.
How twunky
the amount of twunk on it. and such a tight, when she was like doing the wide shots and like when they came into that tiny little office space and they had like, her coverage and his coverage, she's like, this guy really is a twunk.
As soon as he turns around and looks at her, I swear, she literally looks at him like she just found her soulmate, which I guess she did.
I guess she did, yeah, but why did the character Victoria Newman do that?
Yeah, because she's not that good of an actress. Oh, how can you act
I see that
kind of
constantly.
love?
I didn't want to say it, but like there's so many posts on like OK Buddy Fresca saying that she's like the worst actress in the show.
I don't know if that's true so far.
Well,
I like her more than anybody on the show so far.
Do you like her? Like looking at her?
Sometimes it's the same thing.
Yeah, sometimes humping is helping. No. You don't like to help people. You like to hump people.
Sometimes, Alex, humping is helping.
It's true. But then again, so how long will this thread last where Huey's no longer with the boys? He's now working for Newman, who we also now know is a soup, even though we kind of knew that to begin with. But like now it's like, oh my God, she really is one. And Huey's working for her. Right when you think you're out, they pull you back in. Season 3, I can't wait. Soldier Boy!
So we're making jokes? Mutually assured destruction.
No cap on God, bro.
How's it you guys are actually getting worse at your jobs?
No cap on God, bro.
Web Weaver wants you to stop, leave.
Safe word, safe word, safe word, safe word.
And how do you provide hope when you're so distrustful of leaders? And so, I think just the point we're making with her is it's not easy. Like real change and real hope is hard and scary and takes small steps, but that's what it really takes. The big sweeping gestures are bullshit.
We have complete faith in the American legal system to get things right, like it always does.
No cap on God, bro.
Sit my swollen clit on your stupid masked face and piss like a skunk.
And I just had a spare
You want that?
Yes?
Yes!
But every strong, independent woman knows there comes a day when she needs to leave home.
But we just thought that was a really interesting
Psychological exploration
of you spend your whole life as this
character.
That ended up being owned by this corporation, and then you finally break
Free of it, and you
can be yourself.
Mm.